báwo ni Nàìjíríà ṣe ń treat yín? Ṣé Nàìjíríà ń treat yín dáadáa àbí kò treat yín dáadáa? Òun ni ìbéèrè tí mò ń bi ẹ̀yin tiwa. Ṣé Nàìjíríà ń treat yín dáadáa àbí kò treat yín dáadáa? Because Nàìjíríà ò treat àwa kan dáadáa o. Ṣé Nàìjíríà ń treat yín dáadáa? Tó bá ń treat yín dáadáa, ẹ já mọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ láti ọ̀dọ̀ tí yín lọ́hùn. Kò Nàìjíríà ò treat àwa dáadáa. Mo ń wo passport office lánàá. So many Nigerians tó fi lọ gba passport tó fi ya dànù. Ìlú yìí kẹ́ ìlú tó wọ́ọ̀kì olúkálùkù fẹ́ ya dànù. Everywhere dry. Just reason wá ṣeré bàbá. Mílò ni mo mú Ọlọ́run. Sorry. Mílò ni. Mo ní báwo ni Nàìjíríà ṣe ń treat àwọn Nigerians. Wọ́n ní gbogbo ẹ̀ dry. Kí ló dé tó dry? Ṣé kò sówó ní ìgboro ni? Ṣé kò sówó ní Nàìjíríà ni? Ìwà ní Nàìjíríà lówó lọ́wọ́. Ṣé kò sówó nínú Nàìjíríà ni? Kí ló dé gbogbo ẹ̀ kó dry? Ẹ má yẹ kó dry ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé. Babátúndé, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà, ẹ má yẹ kó dry kẹ̀. Ẹ má yẹ kí Nàìjíríà dry o ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ má yẹ kí Nàìjíríà dry o. Ẹ̀yin wa tẹ́ wà nílé. Ta ló ń pè mí? Àwọn tó ń pè wá. Hello. Ẹ káàárọ̀. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Mo wà lórí program báyìí. Okay. All right then. Problem ti pọ̀ jù. Problem tó wà nílé. Never ending ni problem yẹn. Problem tó wà ní Nàìjíríà. Ó end ti. Ẹ gbé flag mi sẹ́yìn báyìí. Our Yoruba Nation campaigner. Àwọn oníṣẹ́ méjì. Bí Sky News ṣe ẹ̀hàn kó tó bá lọ sórí Sky News. Ìgbà míì the same thing la máa sọ. It becomes repetitive. So ó lè dàbí nǹkan táwa náà sọ repetitive ni but a gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ ní gbogbo ìgbà. Ó ga jù. Ṣé mọ̀ pé táwa náà bá máa sọ léraléra? Ìgbà míì ẹlòmíì ò ní understand pé ìta gbé dání. Wọ́n á ní eré pa ni. Ìyẹn la ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ní gbogbo ìgbà. Ọ̀rọ̀ làwa máa ń sọ àníṣẹ́ méjì. Ẹgbọ́n mi Ọlọ́run iwájú mo kí ṣe lọ sókè. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni reputation ni. Torí bí Nàìjíríà bá ṣiṣẹ́. Èèyàn rẹ̀ níṣẹ́ self-employed lèmi. Ilé ni mò ń sùn ni mò ń jí. Backpack mi dẹ̀ ní tí bá ti jáde. Sórí backpack mi lélẹ̀. Ẹ ti ní backpacker ni mí. Azeez Wasiu mú kí ẹ jàre. Ẹ tí àtẹ̀jọ́ pé mò níṣẹ́ ní London. So ilé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun ọ̀nà. Ṣàlàáfíà lẹ́wà. Wọ́n rí Kóìkí ò níṣẹ́ ní London. But at least adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run pé mo lálàáfíà. Mo dẹ̀ lè máa bá àwọn èèyàn wa sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó ní làákàyè. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé báwo lójú ọjọ́ ṣe lọ́dọ̀ yìí. Sórí àgbáyé tó ń wò yìí wọ́n fẹ́ ká ṣoríire. Àwọn lọ́n ó yẹ kí n tan ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ ó dúdú àbí. Ẹ jẹ́ kò easy láti máa set up studio in and out. Sórí iná tó fún ẹ láti over 20. Can you plug this for me there? Ọmọ Òdùà. Can I plug it? Be careful with picking it in the fault. Iná tó fún yín sórí náà mo fẹ́ tanná nísìn. Kò free lọ́dọ̀ tiwa náà wàláì. Owó náà mi báyìí nísìn. Ó ti lọ sókè. Èmi mò ń jẹ́ pé owó náà lé wa lọ sókè. Ṣé o mọ̀ pé gbogbo gájà tèmi náà máa ń tàn yìí? Oúnjẹ náà. Àbúrò pọ̀fẹ́ là ń lò. bàbá wa ní ẹ support KOIKIMEDIA àwọn kan wọ́n máa ṣẹnu ṣọ̀pọ̀nà tó mọ̀ pé iná lèmi náà ń lò nínú ilé lórí pé òun ni mo fẹ́ connect nísìn wàá rí pé ó máa bright nísìn sórí up nepa wọ́n ti múná lọ wàá ṣeré jàre eft ẹlòmíràn máa understand just reason mo fẹ́ tọ́nà sí ẹ lójú up nepa up nepa àbẹ̀fẹ́ gbómi lọ ni a ní up nepa sórí pé bright díẹ̀ nísìn ẹ tó bá fẹ́ pè line ẹ wà open akọ̀ flow ni ẹ tó bá fẹ́ pè ẹ ṣáà ti ní studio number èmi kàn mọ́ lórí kí ni studio number mi gan fara mi mọ́ lórí ẹ bá wo size ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá parí pẹ̀lú size TomTom yìí ẹ wo bí TomTom ṣe rí TomTom tó yẹ kó máa ń tóbi inflation ti bá TomTom inflation ìgbà kan wọ́n ní Koiki kò wọṣọ Yorùbá Nation mọ́ ẹ rántí ó dà pé ta ló pé ok ẹ̀kan tí ń pè wá ẹ rántí pé ńgbà kan wọ́n ní Koiki kò wọṣọ Yorùbá Nation mọ́ bó ti fi Yorùbá Nation sílẹ̀ ó dà pé ìyá kan ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà ìyá tó wà ní Dublin ẹ̀ kí lórúkọ wọn hello bàbá ẹ káàbọ̀ sà hello
ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà
òkú méje o èmi mo dẹ̀ ń ṣọmọ Ìgbò mo dẹ̀ ń ṣọmọ Haúsá o Yorùbá pọ́nbélé Yorùbá mi lè má da lẹ́nu wàláì Yorùbá pọ́nbélé ni Yorùbá mi máa da lẹ́nu ẹ má máa tàn mí jàre ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ má máa jẹ́ kórì mi máa wú Yorùbá mi kátàkátà ní báyìí à ń gbádùn ẹgbọ́n sókè ẹ má bínú.
Ìfọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó kọ̀ láti èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ sọ pé máa ń ní rò pẹ̀lú Yorùbá táyì bó ti lọ.
Kábíyèsí lẹ́yìn máa rí Ọlọ́run àdúgbò fọlọ́run 24 years ní wọ́n pé 25 mo ti dé ìlú Ìlọ́dún yìí mo ń gbádùn yìí.
Àwọn ọmọ ń kọ́ o.
Àlàáfíà làwọn ọmọdé wa wà Ọlọ́run.
Ṣé rí ohun tẹ́ ẹ sọ láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ náà yẹn?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni dáàdì.
Bí ó bá jẹ́ wípé kódà ìlú tó pọ̀ èrò nǹkan ló ń ṣe wàhálà wọn. Iná ìṣe wàhálà wọn. Oúnjẹ ń ṣe wàhálà wọn. Ìwòsàn ò kí ń ṣe wàhálà wọn. And then ọ̀nà ò kí ń ṣe wàhálà wọn.
Okay. So kí ló wá jẹ́ tó fi jẹ́ pé kí ni important iná dádì mo gbádùn yín.
Nígbà tó lọ́n fẹ́ dáyé àtọ̀run àkọ́kọ́ nìyẹn ó ní ẹ jẹ́ kí ìmọ́lẹ̀ kí ó wà.
Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè.
Kò sí tí yẹn lè ṣe ní òkùnkùn tó lè ká. Àwọn oníjẹkújẹ olè àwọn náà wà nínú òkùnkùn. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé bí ìmọ́lẹ̀ bá wà yóò bá iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wọn wí.
Okay. Mo ti start my seller.
Ọkọ̀ òlú tó bá dá bí ò bá dá ọ̀rọ̀ náà lẹ máa kọ́kọ́ mọ̀.
Okay.
Nínú òkùnkùn làwọn ti ń jẹ.
Okay.
Tá bá promise ẹnìkan pé yóò di kánsẹ́lọ̀ ní 2028 nísẹ̀yìn. Kó lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa jàjà òkùnkùn lọ láti dé lọ.
Àmọ́ tó bá ti promise ẹ̀ pé òun ló máa fi jẹ kánsẹ́lọ̀.
Kò rí tí ìjẹ́ ọba ní kó pààyàn yóò pa.
Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè.
Yes.
Wow.
So gbogbo àwọn ọ̀wà tuntun wọn yóò jẹ́ kí nọ́ọ̀sì.
Okay.
So gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ ṣe Nàìjíríà ó gbọ́dọ̀ wá ṣe fúnra ẹ̀ ní ohun tó fa corruption ni.
Ẹ ṣé gan bàbá.
Níbi tẹ́ ti pa yín sí ilé tá à ń gbé yín sẹ̀ wọ́n ti parí ẹ̀ tó dàbí wọ́n ti ní insurance gbọ́dọ̀ wà ká tó kó síbẹ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ gbọ́n dáadáa insurance gbọ́dọ̀ wà níbẹ̀ kẹ́ tó kó sínú ilé yẹn.
Ká tó kó síbẹ̀ ilé tó bá jó kọ́ sáwa la máa lọ yáwó tàbá máa lọ jíwó láti fi tó le.
So gbogbo àwọn ṣọ́ọ̀pù tó ń jó lọ́nà Òṣòdì tó ń jó lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ń jó nílẹ̀ Ìgbò.
Insurance ló ní òkùnkùn ní gbogbo wọn wà. Insurance bá máa insurance mú ni. Insurance yóò di gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì mú ni. Mọ̀ pé kò ní máa sí gbogbo iṣẹ́ òkùnkùn yẹn. Because insurance ò kàn ní fún ẹ lówó náà ó. I investigate. Wọ́n á lè mú àwọn tó yẹ tán yẹ kán mú. Yes, wọ́n á dẹ̀ sọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ owó.
So
ìdìbò ìjọba ó san nínú ẹ̀ because kò lè dìfẹ́ǹdì aráàlú ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ìjọba náà sì tún máa ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìṣọ́ráǹsì òkú tẹ bá san.
So ṣé pé yẹn ni wọ́n ṣe máa ń sọ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ ní.
Báwo ni ẹ̀dá èèyàn ní ní ìṣọ́ráǹsì? Mo tó ń fa olè nìyẹn. Nígbà tí mọ́tò kan bá bàjẹ́ léde tó jẹ́ pé o ò lo mọ́tò mọ́ náà nìyẹn.
Mọ́tò dẹ̀ máa ń break down Nàìjíríà ṣeré ni.
Mọ́tò ilẹ̀ tó gbóná. Ilẹ̀ tí ò sí máàkì.
Owó ta ná sí bọ́ọ̀sì kan tá a rà nílé.
Àwọn ọ̀nà yẹn ò ní máàkì.
Everyday la máa ń tún bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn ṣe. Ó sọ ẹ̀sùn mi gbà kan.
Àwọn èèyàn tó wá kọlura wọn kọ́kọ́ lura wọn náà. Ẹni tó bá wá gbé korókè. Ìlú yẹn. Ìyẹn ni ó ṣẹ̀ wá bá fún òbí ẹ̀ ṣe. Kò sí sọ́ra. Báwo lèèyàn ṣe ń kó mọ́tò mẹ́wàá jọ?
Ṣé mọ̀ pé dádì mo rí mọ́tò kan lánàá má bínú sà mọ́tò yẹn wọ́n ní 250 million ni wọ́n ṣe gbé dáadáa ó ṣe ń jáde nínú pọ́ọ̀tì ni kódà ó sì wà nínú rap ibi tó kàn drive nìkan lójú ẹ̀ mo wá ń wo títì tí mọ́tò yẹn drive lé lórí mọ́ ní kábíyèsí mọ́tò 250 million.
Mo ṣe ní nìyẹn ó dáa mo lò ó ti rí 50 million.
50 àní 250 million 50 million kẹ̀.
250 million bó ló ti rí.
Bó ló ti rí. Tẹ́bá wọ́n ní ọ̀tá jẹ́ ni mí wọ́n ní mo lọ sílé Tinubu Ṣèyí Tinubu wọ́n náà ọ̀tá jẹ́ ni mí wọ́n ní ṣé mi ò fẹ́ nǹkan tó dáa ni.
Ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé gbogbo system lẹ́gbà tó kù tí wàá wọlé gbogbo system náà wá ti dògùn. Ọgbẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ bá kó mọ́tò mẹ́jọ. Lẹ́yìn ní mọ́tò mẹ́rin mẹ́yẹn.
Kí mo fi insurance máa ṣe mí léṣe kí mo fẹ́ páàkì sí gan. Látọdún mẹ́ta license mi wà bíbà mo drive látọdún mẹ́ta bọ́ọ̀sì àti train ni mò ń lò káàkiri. License mi lélẹ̀. Ìyẹn ṣe máa sọ dádì ẹ̀dá pẹ́ ẹlẹ́nkẹrin mo pass. Mo sọ pé mo ti máa ṣe program kan kò ní jẹ́ live mo ti ṣí YouTube yẹn. My 24 years in UK láti jọ́ tí mo ti dé ní September 28 1998 ní Gatwick Airport màá máa ṣe gbogbo program 30 minutes mo ń ṣe visa o máa lọ pé mo ṣe visa gbọ́ kókò fi rí ìrírí ayé ibi tèmi gbé tí mo rẹ̀ fi ní criminal record torí criminal record tó bá ti ní àwọn iṣẹ́ kan wà ò lè ṣe mo lè ṣiṣẹ́ ní school nísìn torí mo ní criminal record àwọn ń kọ́ ẹ̀kan ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ ní school wọ́n ti ní criminal record. Mo lè lọ ṣe dinner lady ẹ ṣe so kẹtọ lọ dádì ẹ fún wa ní àmọ̀ràn fáwọn èèyàn wa tó wà nílé tán ní ẹ lọ jókòó jàre Yorùbá nation owó ti lo Yorùbá nation lè wáyé.
Òye wọn ni ẹ mọ̀ pé èèyàn bá jayé rí ó ti yé ẹni ìfọ̀ ọba tó kí ń pè ní àràmù. Ẹni bá tọ́ sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ta sẹ́nẹ́tọ̀ Nàìjíríà.
Wàláì mo lálàáfíà tó pọ̀. Àyà mi ò dẹ̀ já. Tí mo bá fẹ́ jáde nísìn, mo ò ní di security. Wàhálà ọlọ́pàá kì í gbébọn níbí báyìí kí ló fẹ́ fi ṣe? Gbogbo tó ṣe ní coronation yẹn mo rí ìbọn lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́pàá kankan wàláì mo wo ara wọn báyìí kò sí ìbọn lára wọn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni a bá bí ọmọ ẹyọ ọ̀kan tàbí méjì ó sú ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ yẹn ó dàgbà tí ò bá kọjá ìyá rẹ̀. Ṣé ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ò bá ní ìgbádùn? Níbi tí mo wà ní sẹ́yìn, ní ó bá dàbẹ́ ni pé ìkàkẹ́ ló lójú sí máa fi ọlọ́pàá mo lẹ́bí mi. Nítorí pé mo ti mọ̀ pé òtítọ́ wọn ò ní fìkan bọ̀kan nínú.
Wọn ò ní fìkan bọ̀kan nínú.
Bá dẹ̀ ṣàlàyé wọn kan lẹ̀, wọ́n bẹ̀ tí tó lè kọ́ lu.
Tí dáàdì tó ń dà kan lẹ̀ nìyẹn o. Ẹ bá lọ police station Nàìjíríà máa ń kọ̀ọ̀kan náà lẹ̀ ọkọ̀ máa ń yí tó bá dé stage ni. Torí wọ̀ ní kọ̀ǹpútà tó máa ń impute ẹ̀ sí.
Nọ́mbà rẹpẹtẹ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ nínú wọn pè. Mo ti ọlọ́pàá tó ń sọ fún ọ̀rẹ́ mi pé kí ló wá fẹ́ kí n
èèyàn kan ní dáàdì ṣé ẹni bulletproof car ní London àbí níbi tẹ́ wà sorry ṣé ẹni bulletproof car. Láti fi máa ṣe ìtọ́jú iná ni tẹ́ bá ń káàkiri ẹ mọ̀ káwọn ọmọ area boys máa dà yín láàmú ṣé area boys ń dà yín láàmú.
Dání area boy. Lẹ́yìn tó gba bílẹ̀ lọ láàárọ̀ wọ́n ti ẹ̀ka àwọn ẹ̀sọ́ ọmọdé. 75 ni mo dé fún.
Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè 1975 kọ́lọ́ máa wà pẹ̀lú bàbá. Mo ṣe olóòṣà àdúgbò àwọn dán nìyẹn ibẹ̀ ni bàbá aládùúgbò gbogbo wọn wà ń bẹ àti àwọn kankan.
Ẹ wò sà nígbà yẹn àwọn èèyàn máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ dé ṣe fàájì ni.
Ẹ má máa ṣe ẹ lè ṣe ẹ nísìnyí o.
Nígbà yẹn ni pápá wà nígbà yẹn ni dọ́lọ́p wà nígbà yẹn ni philip wà.
So dádì ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ń sọ yìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀dọ́ ò mọ tẹ́ ń sọ yìí ẹ bá mi tún àárín ẹni nígbà yẹn ẹ̀ ń lọ bí iṣẹ́ wà dunlop wà àwọn kan kíní kan wà kíní kan wà ẹ bá ń ṣàlàyé fáwọn èèyàn torí pé èmi gan ọmọ tẹ́ ń sọ yìí.
Ẹ bá tó máa talẹ̀ yẹn gbà yẹn kó náà ṣe guys ládùúgbò ó níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́.
Ṣé pé ọmọ ọ̀tá níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn ní 1970 tẹ́ ń sọ yìí ó níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni dádì ṣe olóòṣà.
Mo dẹ̀ tó wá gbé ìwé láì níbi lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ògùnmọ́kùn ogun àtàbà láti mọ tí mo sọ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ adégbìtẹ́ gbogbo bẹ̀yẹn lọ àti kọ́ládé gbogbo bẹ̀yẹn ìwé láì. Kí ni mò ń fàyọ̀ ní pé àwọn ọmọ ìjọ náà lọ nígbà tí ìyà ò lè jẹ ládùúgbò lọ́ba àdúgbò mi bí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mo tán fi ń ṣe nígbà yẹn nìyẹn olùdarí tó ń jẹ́ pé ẹlòmíà ti fi pẹ́ pé àjòkó wa nínú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àdúgbò wa ìfẹ́ eré ń wọ àdúgbò wọ́n ṣe omi nígbà kan lè ṣe òkúta ẹ̀ lọ́ ṣe omi.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kàn bá kí n dádì at least ní 1995 tèmi ṣe tán ní secondary school mo padà sí phase 2 ní Adéníjàdélé ẹ mọ̀ pé 70 lẹ́yìn ṣì ń sọ yẹn nǹkan tẹ̀ tí kò tí ì rọgbọ dáadáa nígbà bọ̀ mo rántí pé ìyá wa kan mọ́mì wa kan tó ń gbé lọ́pọ́sìtì ibi táwa ń gbé bóyá wọ́n lọ ra góòlù àbí nǹkan wọ́n ṣàjà góòlù yẹn gbà tó wó bó ṣe wá wọnú estate lọ́ba ń sunkún làwọn ọmọ àdúgbò ní no àwọn kan tó máa wá sàdúgbò àwọn àjálè wàláì nígbà tó máa fi dáwọ́ alẹ́ wọ́n gbé gbogbo báàgì yẹn padà àyà mi já nígbà tó máa di ọwọ́ alẹ́ wọ́n náà àwọn ọmọ àwọn tó wá ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn wọ́n dá gbogbo báàgì yẹn padà àyà mi já. Wàláì wọ́n dá báàgì yẹn padà pẹ̀lú gbogbo tó wà nínú ẹ̀. And this was 1995 no sorry 95 yeah.
Nígbà ayé Adébáyọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ olú ọmọ nìkan kọ́ ló kọ́kọ́ dominate odò. Adébáyọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ ọmọ ìdíní. Ní ogun Barrister máa ń kí ogun òbí máa ń kẹ gbogbo àwọn kọ̀dítì máa ń kí. Adébáyọ̀ Adébáyọ̀ gbogbo yá tó ń pẹ̀lú jákàndé jà ó lọ jọ ìlú China. Mo lè ṣe gbọ́ national lẹ́ni àwọn ìjọba afúnlágbára.
Ìyẹn kan ní dádì wọ́n ní once upon a time in Nigeria that is what daddy is saying the game has changed now.
Adébáyọ̀ success ó kọ́lé Adébáyọ̀ success Barrister máa ń kí dáadáa.
Kọ́lọ̀ fọ́run kẹ́ bàbá.
Kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn ọmọ àdúgbò tí a máa ń jẹ wọ́n ládùúgbò náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nípò wá yá náà sọ fún ẹgbẹ́ tó mọ́tò táwọn òṣèlú lù wọ́n ti bọ́ọ̀sì. Kí o tiẹ̀ lọ fi iṣẹ́ kó jẹ́ aṣiṣẹ́ náà mọ́.
Ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ junction to junction lórúkálukú mú nísìn tó bá ṣàtìrọ́ ọ̀kadà bíi mẹ́wàá bíi márùn-ún. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni junction to junction ni.
Nígbà ebi bá dẹ̀ wá pa wọ́n ó máa sọ̀rọ̀ owó. Nígbà ebi bá dẹ̀ wá pa wọ́n owó tọrọ lódò mọ́tò. Ilẹ̀ àwọn agbèrò tẹ̀lé fún ọmọ báyẹn ń gbèrò àwọn afọ wọn ní sáfù kì í ṣe pépà ẹ̀fọ́.
Àwọn náà máa ti wà powerful gan nísìnyí ọ̀fẹ́ kẹ́ máa fún wọn lówó mọ́ nísìnyí àwọn fẹ́ control nísìnyí.
Ọ̀fẹ́ kó owó ni.
and transportation tó yẹ kó wà lọ́wọ́ government ó ti wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn individual.
Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá mọ iye millions àwọn foreign náà ti jẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà náà yí wa ká. So every weekend náà kówó yẹn lọ
láìsan tax.
Yes, mo tọ́kàn ní ìdí ni wípé custom tó bá fẹ́ dáwọn dúró tàbí immigration kan fún 1,000.
Kọ́ ya pépà fún.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ gbà lú wọn lọ. Wọ́n dẹ̀ kó millions kọjá. Ẹ̀yìn náà lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ṣé mọ̀ pé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ń sọ ẹ má bínú pé mò ń kọ́tìnà náà. Àǹtí mọ́mí wa kan tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ over the weekend mo fi sọ bí tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ wọ́n náà ṣe investigation kan lọ́wọ́ nísìn láwọn company kan nílùú ìtòsàn tax àtọ́dún méjì ló ti ń ṣe investigation yẹn kéèsì yẹn lọ sí court ní May tàwa yìí. Wọ́n ọdún méjì ló ti fi ń ṣe investigation gbogbo tó máa lò wọ́n ti gádà ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní àwọn èèyàn san tax. So pé important of tax ó ṣe kókó in a society lẹ́ ń sọ yẹn dádì.
Àwọn náà wá ranjú mọ́ báyìí. Iṣẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe ṣẹ́ wọn kó pé àwọn tó bá kọ́lé ní wàhálà tó bá wọ́n lè gbélé yẹn lọ́wọ́ wọ́n máa iye tó kù wọn náà kúlù wọn. Àwọn yẹn náà tí wọ́n bá wá ní sọ́ọ̀sì wọ́n máa kúlù àwọn tó ń gbélé.
Owó lé àwa lọ sókè. Owó lé àwa lọ sókè. Abáyọ̀ tó ṣe ń sọ fún mi pé Kóìkì bá pariwo síta wọ́n ní Lẹ́kí lánàá wọ́n ní ó ti da gbogbo ẹ̀ wólẹ̀.
Wọ́n sì máa dọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ rú nínú òkùnkùn náà wà. Bí ìlú bá ti wà lókun, ni wọ́n máa dàrú lọ́nu.
Bí ìlú bá ti wà lókun, dàrú lọ́nu.
Bí ìlú bá ti wà lókun, kò sí tó lè wọ̀.
So ìyẹn lẹ ṣe ń sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí ó ṣe kókó ṣe pàtàkì ká tó máa tẹ̀síwájú.
Kò tó ní tọ̀dọ̀ yìí ẹ̀ ọ̀ ní kò tó kù bí tẹ́ ẹ wà.
Àbí ẹ torí mo ń wọ́ra mi pé ó dàbí pé ó dúdú pé àwọn èèyàn ní lójú mi ó dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ rẹ yín ojú mi báyìí. Ìyẹn mo ṣe tán náà yẹn iná yẹn tún lé léyìí iná yẹn mo tàn yìí. Mi ò wá fẹ́ parọ́ kò ní jẹ́ kọ́ lójú òun bàbá àwọn àgbàlagbà ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ọ̀rọ̀ àgbà lélẹ̀ yá kí ló dé tàfi jó tẹ́ ká lójú ẹ pé kí ló dé.
Wọ́n bá ní ọwọ́ ẹ̀ wí sẹ́ ní ọ̀rọ̀ ṣe Nàìjíríà kò di Nàìjíríà àwọn òṣèlú ti lọ jìnnà lórí bá ṣe lè mú ìlú sìn ní ìyà àti ìṣẹ́ tí ò lè jẹ́ ká ronú tẹ bá tẹ bá wọn sọ kò sì yé wọn.
Ìpè ló ń ṣẹ́ fún mi ìpè ló máa ń ṣẹ́ lójoojúmọ́ wọ́n ní kí ló kàn mí pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ yìí Tinubu tí mo lọ.
Ẹ jẹ́ ṣàlàyé kan fún yín.
Gbádùn bàbá.
Bí òwò rẹ ṣe rí yẹn ọ̀rẹ́ Nàìjíríà ni o. Wọ́n láìkí ẹ̀ débi pé àti ìmọ̀ bá ṣe fẹ́ fàmọ́ra ni. Ṣẹ́rọ̀ ta Nàìjíríà jù lọ́wọ́ ẹni Sunday Igboho.
Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè gbowó òòṣà ẹ tún bá ń dárúkọ bàbá nìyẹn.
Sunday Igboho jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn lè ronú lébẹ̀.
Ìgbowó òòṣà. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Ẹ wá ẹgbẹ́ rí ìbáàdì. Bí wọ́n bá ti jí láàárọ̀, bí o bá ti fọ́nà wà pẹ̀lú àyẹn, o bá ti fàdúrà.
Ṣé mọ̀ pé mo ti sùn lọ lánàá ni bàbá tún pè mí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó wọlé látọ̀dọ̀ bàbá. Àbọ̀.
Màá ara bí oṣù ordinary. Èèyàn mi, ṣé Tinubu lọ ordinary èèyàn? No, ẹ kẹta mi náà.
Kò ń ṣe ordinary.
Ẹrù ordinary ni gbogbo wọn. Àwọn tó ti ń bọ̀ òkúta sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ń wọnú òkúta àpáta fẹ́ ti lọ ṣe nísìn. Àánú Ọlọ́run ni Sunday rí gbà.
Àánú Ọlọ́run ni bàbá rí gbà kábíyèsí ẹ̀.
Ohun tó ń ṣe lójú ayé tẹ̀ gbọ́ yẹn kéré rìdíṣọ́ àtọ̀ ń ṣe ó pọ̀. Ọmọ irú kàtà máa ń ṣe fún èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀.
Wọ́n rán gbé babaláwo gan wá níjọ́ tó wá sọ́dọ̀ Sunday. Wọ́n gbé babaláwo wá torí wọ́n ní wọ́n mọ́ tán lè bá pàdé kódà nǹkan lọ gbé wá pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè ọba àjọkẹ́ ayé àṣàkẹ́ ọ̀run Jésù Kristi ànábì Muhammad Ìgbòho dẹ̀ lọ lára wọn báyìí wọ̀dẹ̀ mọ́ bó ṣe lọ kábíyèsí àwọn kan wá ní ó fò kéńké ni ó ṣubú ni ó kán lẹ́sẹ̀ mo ní èmi rí Ìgbòho níjọ́ yẹn gangan nígbà tó máa fi dọwọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ̀ mo họ́ọ̀gì bàbá báyìí bàbá tún ṣí ara pé àbí coordinator mo ní kò ṣe máa sọ ẹgbẹ́ òsókè.
ẹ jẹ́ sàṣírí kan fún yín.
ń gbọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ní dọ́tà fi ṣe kínní yẹn òun lọ náà fún rẹ̀ ti fa Ìgbòho sókè.
kábèsè Elédùmarè òòṣà.
àtẹgbẹ́ abaláwo dání. ní òtún àpọ̀ ń bọ̀.
kò mọ̀ wàhálà ẹ̀ kò mọ̀ rárá.
aṣọ èèyàn kan ò ayé. ṣùgbọ́n aṣọ ayé ká ẹnì kan ó dẹ́kun.
ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ní wo bàbá ò mọ̀ màá lè sọ fún yín pé bàbá ò mọ̀ nítorí pé wọ́n confirm pé bàbá wà nínú ilé torí pé wọ́n ti trace nọ́mbà bàbá wọnú ilé pé ó sì wà nínú ilé kò tí kúrò nínú ilé òun dẹ̀ ló máa ń pẹ́ sùn. kò sí technology tó kò dé níjọ́ yẹn. wọ́n lo insider nínú ilé wọ́n lo outsider níta wọ́n lo technology.
nígbà tí fọ́nì ti tún máa ṣẹlẹ̀ bàbá tó ń sọ fún ọ pé ẹ̀yin wo nìyẹn.
kábíyèsí Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run ọba ò torí pé kò mọ àwọn tó dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ gangan náà lórí kò ń ṣe iyèméjì bàbá yọjú lójú wíńdò pé àwọn wo nìyẹn níbo síbo ẹ̀yin wo nìyẹn àfi bọ́n tatatatata tó. pé nǹkan dé.
ara àwọn ènìyàn wá fẹ́ mú lẹ́ni tó wà lókè ọ̀sẹ̀.
pé ìdíra oró fẹ́ dì ní múmẹ́ǹtì yẹn ní wákàtí yẹn ní split seconds yẹn tẹ bá dẹ̀ wọ àwọn ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn picture ta máa ń ṣò dádì ẹ rí pé ìbọn lọ ní gbogbo òta yẹn ní gbogbo òkè nítorí pé wọ́n dàbọn bò láti ta ní kàtàkàtàkàtà kò ṣáà ń ṣe Ìgbòho ló yìnbọn síta.
sẹ́ẹ̀rí kí nǹkan bá ṣe ń tọ́ náà ẹ jẹ́ sàtìrì kan fún yín o ò ní sọ pé DSS ni.
Ọlọ́run a ní ká tún máa dúpẹ́ fún Lady K èyí tá à ń sọ ìgbàlá máa sọ. kódà wọ́n lè yí mọ́ àwọn ọmọ ESN lọ́wọ́ wọ́n lè ní ESN ló wá sílé Ìgbòho wọ́n náà ọmọ Biafra ló wá síbẹ̀ kò sí ní tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ò lè ṣe. ẹtún rántí bàbá Uncle Bọ́lá Ìgè àmì àti mẹni tó pa Uncle Bọ́lá Ìgè ìjọ la fẹ́ mọ̀ ẹtún rántí bàbá wa Délé Gíwá ìyá wa Fúnmiláyọ̀ Ránṣán Kútì. kábíyèsí Elédùmarè o.
bẹ́ẹ̀ bá rọra báwọn èèyàn bá ti ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ bá ti tó ṣẹ́jú méjì ẹ̀rí pọ́rọ̀ yìí ò ní báláǹsì mọ́ wọ́n ti pa yí ẹ̀ pọ̀lọpọ̀ jẹ́. onígbà tó ṣèlú dé tọ́jú àkàn ya lọ àwọn náà kọ́ wọ́n ti kó wọn tán ni wọ́n ti lo àwọn ìlú tó ti ń ṣe irú rádàdà báyìí.
ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ ṣé gan ni dáàdì.
àti ìyá gbọ́dọ̀ mú àwọn èèyàn tẹ́ bá bẹ́ẹ̀ lò.
ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you so much ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ ṣé gan ni. kí ló fẹ́ improve ní Nàìjíríà tó ẹ̀yà tó fẹ́ lómi láyé bàbá ẹ ṣé gan ni. ìbínú kẹ 22 minutes yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbà tẹ́ bá wa sọ àti rí ìta máa rí lónú ẹ ẹni tó bá wá rí kankan lò tó ó kù sí lọ́wọ́ ẹ ṣé gan ni dádì. mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá lálùbáríkà tí ẹ ti ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn kan ti ṣiṣẹ́ dànù 34 years 32 years kìíní kan years ẹ̀kọ́ ti padà lọ́lé ìlú òyìnbó lọ́jọ́ kò ilé ò ṣe padà ìwọ náà pè wọlé ká gbọ́ látẹnu tiẹ̀ +40 àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ ìkẹ́ oníká pè wọlé bọ̀ òfin ẹ má pè bí èyí lẹ́tún pé fídíò kan nígbà tá a wà lórí program ẹni tó ń pè mí lórí fídíò kan yẹn á jẹ́ pé ẹ̀ẹ́dá kankan mọ̀ nìyẹn +44 74 04 05917 ẹ jẹ́ àwọn sọ́dọ̀ owó labí owó la máa bí lójoojúmọ́ ni ẹgbọ́n sókè ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kò pé méjì ètò nìyẹn bàbá ó rẹ̀ tì wàláì dúpẹ́ fọlọ́run
inú mi ń dùn tí mo ṣe ń rí yín.
kábíyèsí Elédùmarè Yorùbá yẹn ni kò kọ̀ dán dáadáa ni mò ń bí Ọlọ́run kó tún jẹ́ kí Yorùbá yẹn kó kí lè máa pọ̀wé bí àwọn bàbá àròpọ̀ rẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ lúkà ìná láwọn yẹn bá ń pọ̀wé báyìí wọn òwe náà ń pa báyìí.
nígbà tí ṣe yìí náà nígbà tí ṣe yìí náà ó ti tó ojú ìtẹ́ni tó ń sọ Yorùbá tó ń ṣe lọ.
àṣẹ Èdùmàrè eré yẹn ló ń sà káṣírí Kóìkì tú kọ́ lè ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ níta ẹ̀ ń tanra yín. àmì Ọlọ́run yálù fàtíà ẹ ṣé gan ni láṣẹ Èdùmàrè in Jesus name.
ẹsẹ̀ tán fẹ́ sọ náà ni pé àwọn Kóìkí kówó jẹ.
Ọ̀tẹ̀dọ́lá àti Tóní Elémelu wọ́n ti fẹ́ẹ̀ náà gòmọ́ra wọn lórí. Ṣé ìgbọ́ sítórì yẹn?
Kóìkí ilẹ̀ owó Yorùbá ló ń jẹ ilẹ̀ kò wá tán.
Ẹgbẹ́ òsókè.
Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá wa tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń sọ lọ.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ọgbọ́n ló sọ bàbá.
Àwọn tí wọ́n sọ pé Sunday Igboho wọ́n fọ́ níbọn níkùn ni wọ́n ṣe gbá wọn ṣàwò. Ọ̀rọ̀ wọn wá padà di ẹni yẹ̀yẹ́ nígboro lẹ́nu.
Kábíyèsí.
Kódà gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ti mọ̀ lẹ́nu wípé àwọn àfáà yìí àdánwò àfáà ni wọ́n. Wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ fún àlá àtàn dárúkọ gan. Ṣèyítán ni wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti padà dé ní yẹ̀yẹ́. Ìgbà kan wá máa ń yà mí lẹ́nu lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Sunday Igboho. Kò sí ẹni tó gbógun tí máa yẹn rí tẹ́niyàn ò dẹ́ni yẹpẹrẹ. Wọ́n kò sí. Àfẹ́ tí ò bá mọ̀ nǹkan ọ̀gáàbù. Kò sí ẹni tó gbógun tí àáfàá táwọn èèyàn ń pọ́nlé táwọn ọmọ ilé tó ń ṣùrùbọ̀ tó bá ti gbé ọ̀rọ̀ Sunday Igboho lọ́wọ́ tó jẹ́ pé ìbàjẹ́ ẹ̀ ló ń ṣe. Báwo kò ní tó 3 days adẹni yẹpẹrẹ. Irú wọn ni Sàràfà dé ìgbàdé bọ̀. Tó ń sọ wípé tó ń sọ pé aṣọ tán bá nílé Sunday Igboho Muhammadu Rasulullah ni wọ́n kọ sí lára. Pé àwọn àfáà ló ṣe fún aṣọ yẹn ló ń gbé wọ̀ pé Islam ló láṣọ tó fi ń protect ààrẹ. Islam wo ló la ń pé Muhammadu wo wọn kọ sí lára. At the end of the day wọ́n padà discover náà pàṣọ wọn ti gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn criminal ti pẹ́. To the extent gbọ́ wọn aṣọ àwọn akọ̀ọ̀kan ti lára láti fi fake olóyè Sunday. Ẹ̀yin àfáà tẹ̀pẹ́ ayín ní reputable person ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń gbé rúwọ̀. Ìkan náà ẹ̀rọ náà mú kí ìwò ìyẹn náà sọ sítórì ló sọ sítórì bó náà fìbọn fọ́ ń kùn ni wọ́n ṣe gbá wọn ṣá o máa yẹn tún sínú ẹ̀wọ̀n ọ̀pọ̀ ń kùn.
Àdé mi rí bàbá sẹ́díjọ́ yẹn gangan sẹ́ẹ̀ wà láì.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń pè ní lẹ́yìn àwọn ìmáàmù yìí. Irú ẹ̀sìn wo ẹ̀sìn olórí ẹ̀sìn ló yẹ ká máa bọ̀ wọ́n ń ṣe olórí ẹ̀sìn. Wọ́n sọ wà láì gbogbo ẹni tó ń dalẹ̀ Yorùbá rú tó ń jẹ́ ìmáàmù o.
Mo kí Bishop Adesina máa pè lẹ́yìn ètò.
Mi ètò irú wọn mọ́ láyé tí bá ti mọ̀ wọ́n. Láíláí because ẹ̀yin ìmáàmù yìí náà dẹ̀ sọ fún wa wípé àfáà tá bá ti kámọ̀dé nǹkan dúdú tó ń ṣe nǹkan àṣẹṣe pé ká má kírun lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Ìbéèrè wa ni pé àfáà alábòsí ṣe ká kírun lẹ́yìn òun. Because gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ àti wá rí pé gọ́fẹ́mẹ̀ntì ló ń sponsor religion Nàìjíríà.
Ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ o government ló ń sponsor religion ní Nàìjíríà.
Gọ́fẹ́mẹ̀ntì ló ń sponsor religion Nàìjíríà. Àwọn tí wọ́n gba religion gbọ́ òun ni àwọn followers. Àwọn yẹn believe pé Ọlọ́run làwọn ń sìn. Àwọn tó ń lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì àtàwọn tó ń lọ àsàlátù tó ń kírun. Àwọn just individual àwọn yẹn ló gba religion gbọ́. Ṣé rí gbogbo religious leader wọn àgbọ́ ló ń gbọ́? They are criminals. Owó náà mẹ́kì bẹ́ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ test wọn. Okay fine. Àwọn people yóò níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n dẹ̀ live wọ́n dẹ̀ níyàwó méjì. Wọ́n ní girlfriend. Wọ́n láwọn ọmọ tó lọ private school. But how are you people living?
Ànáfà kan sẹ́mu fi máa dárúkọ ọmọ wọn ṣe graduate ní outside London ní nígbà tí mo rí lórí Instagram. Mo ní mo ní níbi tí ìlú tí gay wà tí lesbian wà tí gbogbo àtàjọ ń rọ́ọ̀kì mo náà máa fáwọn wá kàwé ní UK.
Àtàwọn tó ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ tí bí ọmọ Yorùbá mọ́lẹ̀ náà ṣé báwọn làwọn èèyàn wá gbọ́rọ̀ wọn lọ́wọ́ lè ní ojú Yorùbá wá ń là fúnra àwọn èèyàn ni wọ́n padà mọ́ ẹṣẹ́ pè fún yín láàsì tẹ́mi jẹ́ ṣe kódà àwẹ̀ Ramadan tó lọ ẹ̀mí ìgbà.
Ẹ má ṣe yẹn kábíyèsí o.
Mo ti rí pé scam ní gbogbo ẹ̀.
Ẹ báyìí ti bínú tán nìyẹn o. Kí ló dé?
Òwúlò gbogbo ti ní yẹn òwúlò kò wúlò.
Ẹ jẹ́ ń pẹ̀lú dé.
Àwọn náà ń gẹ̀ẹ́nì àwa là ń sanwó.
Wàláì gbogbo ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tí mo rí láàárọ̀ yìí gbogbo ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yẹn wà ní títì pa bíṣọ̀pù ti lọ síbi iṣẹ́ àwọn ọmọ ìjọ ti lọ bí iṣẹ́ olúkàlùkù ti fa gbùrù lọ.
Bàbá mo bá ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ Saudi ní last week. Mo wá dọ́gbọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ mọ̀ nípa benefit wo làwọn ọmọ Saudi ń gẹ̀ẹ́tì lọ́wọ́ gọ́fàmẹ́ǹtì wọn.
Mọ́mí Esther kábọ̀.
Mo ní kí ni gọ́fàmẹ́ǹtì yín kí ni benefit tó máa ń fún yín gan. Ọmọ Saudi sọ fún mi ní last week ọ̀rẹ́ mi ó ní ẹni tó gbà kéré jù ní Saudi ó ní starting from $500 ni which is 300,000 naira per month.
Epo rọ̀bì wà lọ́dọ̀ wọn yẹn, ó lépo, epo wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀. Tó bá dẹ̀ wọ Saudi wọ̀ bí ẹ̀dá ó gbọ́dọ̀ jáde. Mo sọ lánàá àbí jẹta. Tó bá wọnú Saudi àti United ó gbọ́dọ̀ jáde. Ó máa jáde fún rẹ ni torí wọ́n nílé ẹ, ìwọ ló máa jáde. Nígbà tó bá rí iṣẹ́ tó rí kankan ṣe, ó máa jáde fún rẹ. Mo gbádùn yín.
Ó ní wọ́n fún àwọn ní starting from $500 up to $2,000.
Èyí tẹ́ ń sọ Saudi, mo mọ ìyàwó ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó jọmọ Malaysia, wọ́n fún àwọn ọmọ Malaysia ní benefit. Nígbà tọ́mọ ẹ máa wá sí UK pẹ̀lú ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, wọ́n ń bí láti airport ìlú wọn pé kí ló fẹ́ lọ ṣe ní London, pé London dọ̀tí, ìwọ accountant, kí ló fẹ́ lọ jókòó sí London, ọmọ ẹ ti wà ní Canada nísìn, ìyàwó ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ni, ọmọ Malaysia ni, wàláì.
Ẹ wo bàbá, ìlú tèmi wà yìí, just 3 sources of income ni wọ́n ní, wọ́n fáwọn ọmọ wọn ní as little as tágbára wọn ṣe ká, which is tábà calculate owó yẹn sí Nàìjíríà 20,000 naira. Ni wọ́n fún wọn. Ọmọ Saudi sọ pé mi pé starting from 300,000 naira up to 1.8 million naira náà fáwọn.
Kátẹ sọ pé based on in táwọn ní. Now kí ló wá jẹ́ pé lọ́dọ̀ tiwa ní Nàìjíríà based on ìyáwá náà ní kí ló dé tá a support everybody. Ṣé wọ́n mọ nọ́mbà gbogbo èèyàn tí wọ́n lè máa sanwó sí àkáǹtì wa ní tí wọ́n lè tó wá di pé nígbà kan finance minister ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gbé cash ó ń gbé lọ sí north but ní south west ó ní ká máa communicate pẹ̀lú àwọn family wa tó wà labroad. Gbogbo ìwà lọ sọ́dọ̀ Oríyọmí Hamzat, àlọ sọ́dọ̀ Kòkó foundation àti Canesti àti gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ NGO.
Àwọn olùwò kò ní ever sọ̀rọ̀ wọn ní ever lọ ja ìjà yẹn ní federal fún ọmọ Òwò kò sí nǹkan tó kàn. Ọmọ Òwò bá àmọ́ ti bẹ́ẹ̀.
Mo tẹ̀rọ olúwo tó wọ London ní last 3 weeks kan ni bàbá yẹn tó rọra jókòó sí rẹ̀ mo rò pé mo náà àwọn ọba gaimali àwọn eléyìí ọba kẹ gaimali àwọn yẹn àwọn ìjọba.
Ọmọ wọlé ẹ máa jáde á dẹ̀ ní káwọn yòókù lọ máa kí wọn tó bá ti pèrún. Èrè tí wọ́n ọjọ́jọ́ àlìjà náà. Èrè tí tòun ilé ayé ló wà, èrè táwọn ọmọ Òwò ọjọ́jọ́ paradise, ọjọ́jọ́ yámọ̀lìkì àmọ̀, ọjọ́ tán ní káwọn máa retí nìyẹn àti inú sàárè. Bẹ́nẹ́fìtì Mùsùlùmí wà nù sàárè, ṣùgbọ́n bẹ́nẹ́fìtì àwọn ìmáàmù àtàwọn ṣèyíkì ilé ayé ni. Ẹ lọ wo kọ́ńpáùndì wọn pẹ̀lú àwọn mọ́tò gbẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Àmì àlà ẹ ṣe gan ni. Mo kí bàbá wa tí wọ́n ṣe pè tán, ẹ̀yin náà lè pè, kò sẹ́ni kankan tó sọ pé Islam is a scam. Ẹ máa farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́ ètò. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi làákàyè ká máa fi tẹ̀léra wa. Ibi báyìí ni mo máa ń sọ ní gbogbo ìgbà pé ìjẹ̀sìn kọ́ là ń jà, but religion is one of our biggest threats, whether we like it or not. Gbogbo mọ́ṣáláṣí tó ń bẹ ní UK lénìí púpọ̀ nínú wọn is on closed down. Màá dẹ̀ lọ níjọ́ kan, màá gbé lọ sí East Street, ibẹ̀ làwọn mo tẹ̀ ní lọ sí ti Nàìjíríà. Màá gbé lọ sí East Street, kọ́lọ̀ fún mi ní time ni gbogbo nǹkan, time born, time ni Yorùbá Nation Àfọ̀njá mo kí. Ṣé rí church àti mọ́ṣáláṣí ní abroad ní bíbáyò ó wà ní títì pa léníjọ́ Thursday. Ó mọ̀ dí because kò necessary pé kó ṣí church ní wákàtí kí lẹ fẹ́ ṣí church fún. A need èèyàn tó yẹ kó máa ṣiṣẹ́ kó dọ́rọ́ kó wa trọ́ọ̀kì kó nulẹ̀ kó fọbọ́ kó ṣe dis kó bá wa ṣe research ambulance ló ń lọ yẹn nísìn ẹ fẹ́ máa jókòó sí church kò make sense. Tí kò sẹ́ni kankan tó sọ pé Islam is a scam. Bíyàn bá dẹ̀ lóhùn kírun mọ́ problem tiẹ̀ nìyẹn òkè náà nìyẹn mo kí ẹ ti king. Bíyàn bá ní olúwo ló awo ló fẹ́ máa ṣe nísìn ṣẹ́rí gbogbo kí ni àwọn fi threatening wa tẹ́lẹ̀ ni ẹ má ṣàwo ẹ má jẹ ẹ kó jágbàjàgbà lọ. Ó lélẹ̀ ní bíbà Quran mi lélẹ̀ Bible wà lókè ẹ bá kọ́ fraud wa. Nọ́mbà tẹ́ máa pè sí ó ti wà lójú òpó òun náà ni nọ́mbà kan péré tá máa ń pè sínú program +44 àkọ́kọ́ kọ plus tí o tó bá máa pe UK kóòdù wa nìyẹn. Lágbára Elédùmarè tílẹ̀ Yorùbá bá dúró àwa náà máa ní kóòdù wa kò ní jẹ́ kóòdù +234. Iṣẹ́ pọ̀ tó máa ṣàlẹ̀ ìyẹn láyé wọn fi pé ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n divert yín. Country kò ń ṣe iṣẹ́ èèyàn kan. Country báwa àwa kàn prepare ni kò mí pa wà la fẹ́ ṣe ìta lèmi tẹ̀ ń fẹ́ ṣe country. O mọ tó ń pè country ni. All right, nice day. Love you. Country ò kì í ṣe iṣẹ́ èèyàn kan. ẹ máa fẹ́ ṣe country ẹ wá fẹ́ ìyàn kan ló máa wá no gbogbo táwọn bàbá Akíntóyè ń ṣe àtàwọn tó jẹ́ tó ń surround wọn àti bàbá Yílóge a kàn ń prepare ground ni ẹ mú nọ́mbà yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí +44 74 have a great day love you +44 74 04405917 live flower country kò ń ṣe iṣẹ́ èèyàn kan iṣẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ni but àwọn kan wà policy maker ni wọ́n ìyẹn ló ṣe máa ní kí èèyàn lọ kàwé wà lọ kàwé díẹ̀ so that àwọn èèyàn ló máa design policy fún wa ní local government to local government ẹ máa yan àwọn èèyàn síbẹ̀ ẹni tẹ́ bá rí pé ẹ yàn síbẹ̀ kò ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ lè dànù èyí tó bá kówó jẹ ó gbọ́dọ̀ lọ ẹ̀wọ̀n tó bá máa lọ ẹ̀wọ̀n yẹn judge gbọ́dọ̀ make sure pé wọ́n treat ẹ fairly pẹ̀lú pé bí wọ́n ṣe ń sọ pé Ike Ekeremadu ṣe ó ṣe burúkú tó prison tí Ike Ekeremadu wà nísìn ó máa ní right ẹgbọ́n sókè ìyá lálùbáríkà ẹ bá mute background ẹ bá ti pẹ́ mute background ẹ ti wọlé. ìyá lálùbáríkà ẹ ṣe gan ni.
tó fún yín ní wisdom ẹ fi rí wípé ìran yín ní the vibration Ọlọ́run ò ní pa ìmọ̀ yẹn lórí
àmín Jésù Kristi àmín àṣẹ ìdùnnú
lọ́wọ́ náà ilé Yorùbá àtẹ̀yìn àti àwọn ọmọ Oòduà àtàwọn olórí lórúkọ Ọlọ́run àlàyé wọn ní kí wọ́n ṣàwátì.
àmín Allah.
ṣe rí gbogbo nǹkan tí à ń sọ yìí àwọn aláìmọ̀kan tó ń jẹ́ ìran Yorùbá wọn mọ̀ wípé àwọn nítorí ìtàwọn ẹ̀wọ̀n Yorùbá gbọ́ pé wọ́n torí àjà gbọ́ pé kí ló ń jà lẹ́yìn ìkúlé wọn orúkọ tèmi ni Kẹ́hìndé Àbẹ̀dígì Àdùbí Kentos. mo jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà tí mo fẹ́ kí ìran tèmi náà tó jẹ́ ìran kò tó jíire tí mo fẹ́ kó rí ògo lò lórí ilẹ̀ alààyè èmi náà fẹ́ kí ìran mi kó rí ọlá lò lórí ilẹ̀ alààyè ó jèrè ilẹ̀ tọ́lọ́wọ́ fún wa Ọlọ́run fún wa ní àlùmọ́ọ́nì epo wà lórí ilẹ̀ wa góòdù wà lórí ilẹ̀ wa ilẹ̀ ọlọ́ràá nílẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ajogun àwọn ọmọ àjèjì àti àwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí wọ́n ń tà wá gbowó tí wọ́n ń tà wá gbà lùmọ́nì wọ́n wá ń ṣe wá rí bòròdó wọ́n ń tà àwọn ìran wa kí Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè kó gbé ilẹ̀ dìde láti dá àwọn padà
àmín Allah.
kí ilẹ̀ tó dá gbogbo ẹni tó ń dà wá lórúkọ Ọlọ́run àlàyé wọ́n fi ẹ̀sìn wọ́n fi kó wa jẹ gan o wọ́n fi ẹ̀sìn wọ́n fi rú wa jẹ gan wọ́n fi ẹ̀sìn wọ́n fi dà wá láàmú gan ibi tí àbá ti dé kódà Yorùbá nation yìí tí kì bá ṣe pé tí ẹ̀sìn Yorùbá nation fúnra rẹ̀ kò bá ti wá sí ìmúṣẹ ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ìlú wọ́n lò wípé ẹlẹ́bọ ni wọ́n fẹ́ ṣẹbọ ní ẹbọ lọ́kìn tọ́tọ́ lọ́ sọ fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọdé tó wọn nìyẹn gbogbo àwọn àfa àwọn nǹkan tó lọ́ sọ fún wọn nìyẹn Saudi tó wá ti ń bọ̀ kọ́ wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ìfẹ́ kí ni Saudi àwọn Arabian ìfẹ́ kí ló ní sí ìran dúdú náà ǹjẹ́ wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ dúdú ǹjẹ́ wọ́n tiẹ̀ lè ìwọ̀n bá ohun tí Britain wọn aláwọ̀ funfun yẹn ṣe yìí ǹjẹ́ àwọn Arabian ṣọ́ọ̀tì fún dúdú ní benefit of anything nínú ìran wọn nínú ìlú wọn kò sí nǹkan kan tí Yorùbá tàbí adúláwọ̀ ń gèlè lọ́dọ̀ àwọn dúdú wọ́n máa ṣiṣẹ́ kúrò mo ní àbúrò kan láti bí 14 years ló lò ní Saudi Arabia.
àníyàn mo sì níyàn tó wà níbẹ̀ ìyá yẹn sì wà níbẹ̀ ìyà tó ń jẹ níbẹ̀ kò ń ṣe kékeré rárá mùsùlùmí ni wọ́n.
ordinary phone bàbá mi kò lè dágbà.
wọ́n máa ẹ má bínú ìyá mi Kentos ṣé mọ̀ pé ní Saudi yẹn àwọn kan rin ìrìn àjò kan láti London ní bíbáyìí ìyá yẹn ó wá sọ British ID tí wọ́n fún wọn tó jẹ́ biometric wọn wá sọnù kábíyèsí Elédùmarè ẹ mọ̀ pé Johnny lọ fún package 10 days so wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ move wọn kúrò nínú package yẹn torí pé package yẹn ti expire ìyá yẹn ṣẹ̀ wá rí àríṣà àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ń gbé ní Saudi pé nígbà tí àyẹn dé London padà báyìí wàhálà ó lọ ṣe British because wàhálà tó ṣe kọ́ tó fún wọn ní document yẹn padà nítorí kò ń ṣe British passport ìgbà tí àyẹn dé báyìí ó lọ sọ́ta British passport ẹni ọ̀rọ̀ tó ṣe máa sọ ni ibòmíì tí tó ti ń yàgbẹ́ ní Saudi Arabia táwọn èèyàn wa tó ti ń yàgbẹ́ Ọlọ́run ọba o.
ẹ wò ó kí Ọlọ́run kó mú agbára Nàìjíríà kan lórí gómìnà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó lè máa wáyé ṣẹ́rí nǹkan tó mi fẹ́ sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wa ni pé kí wọ́n lọ dira kí wọ́n lọ dìfẹ́ǹdì ara wọn torí kamatati ẹni tó làwọn dìbò fún ibi kamatati wà lórí ẹ̀. sẹ́yìn àwa kì í sọ̀rọ̀ dànù àwọn ò jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ wọn àwọn ti lajú òbílọ̀ọ̀sì mọ́ ṣùgbọ́n à ń sin lọ́run wa à ń ṣe ohun tó lọ́run fẹ́ nítorí pé ọlọ́run pọ̀ ní ọlá púpọ̀ kò dé ní ẹnikẹ́ni lára ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n wá sínú ìlú wa wọ́n wá ní wá lára wọ́n wá ní ọlọ́run àjèjì fi ní wá lára ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ti gba agbára náà kó lọ́wọ́ lórúkọ Olódùmarè. sẹ́yìn káwọn èèyàn wa kọ́ lọ dira àwọn tó bìlí pé ijó àti kinní kan la máa fi pàdé òmìnira la máa fi gba kinní kan mìíràjì ni o wọ́n wà lọ́wọ́ wọ́n wà lójú
nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì sísítà mi àǹtí mi tí ó ti mẹ́hẹ̀ ọmọ àwọlé padà bí àyàn kan pè wọ́n mo kí ìyàwó arúkà àtọmọ mo kí ẹ̀hẹ́ ọtí dé padà nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì wọn yẹn bí àbí tọ́wà ó ti mẹ́hẹ̀. Jẹ́ kí n kọ́ parọ́ fún yín. À ń gbádùn yín ẹ ṣì wà on ó kàn lọ ń bọ̀ ni. Kódà my aunty ti sọ as much ibi tó wà ní bí i one drive bí i nǹkan kan ẹnu I'm gonna let her go. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ Nàìjíríà kò máa ṣiṣẹ́ rọ́ lápá àwọn olóṣèlú Nàìjíríà fẹ́ kó ṣiṣẹ́. Mo kí bàbá wa Pẹ́yẹmí mo kí bàbá wa Ládìméjì mo kí ìyàwó tó ṣe wórí wọlé àwọn náà wà láwọn ìlú kan tí ìlú jẹ́ ìlú gbòógì ẹgbọ́n sókè. Ẹ káàbọ̀.
Ṣé rí ẹni tó bá ṣì ní bìlíìfù nínú location 410 ẹni yẹn ti kú wọn tí ìrìyàn sẹ́ni. Nítorí pé nígbà táwa yìí wà ní kékeré nígbà tó ń bú wa ní 1982 àti ń gbọ́njú bí àtàtì wà ní bí àkìyèsí ẹ̀ àti ń gbọ́njú lọ́n ti sọ fún pé ẹ máa gbàdúrà Nàìjíríà máa dà ó 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 máa dà ibẹ̀ ládàgbà tí tájú bí ọmọ sí.
lọ́la sọ àní ó dà tì.
Ibẹ̀ ládàgbà tí tájú bí àwọn ọmọ sí. Ṣé ṣe rí nílùú tí mo wà yìí wà láwọn ọ̀ní epo nìkan ni wọ́n ní nílùú yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tá bá máa ra lítà epo.
Ẹ má bínú ìyá mi mo fi tọwọ́ àtọmọdá yín ro lẹ́nu díẹ̀ ara ta ṣe ń sọ lórí Twitter 99% oppressed ó ní I call on Nitcon Nigerians in Ghana to help save 24-year-old Oyindamola Ola who has just been sold into prostitution in Ghana by an unknown Nigerian lady. She went missing over 2 weeks ago. All effort at finding her has proven abortive. Ẹgbọ́n sókè ìyá wa, ibi tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ní kẹ́sì máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́mú kan, mú yẹn wọlé ni o. Ẹ má bínú. Everybody go chop breakfast. I'm gbádùn yín.
Wọ́n ní ju epo lọ, wọ́n ní ju epo lọ nínú ìlú tí wọ́n ta wá yìí. Èló ni wọ́n ta epo. Ní 2015 tí mo wọ ìlú yìí, tá bá máa ra epo full litre, ipa fẹ́ mọ́ fẹ́ fún mọ́tò, Mr. Koiki, wà láì bí á 200 naira. Or 150 Nigeria money. Tó máa fẹ́ full litre. Kì í ṣe pé bí epo yẹn náà wọ́n lè ṣe kò mọ́. Kẹ́wọ́n máa ní táìmù tí ní ìlú tí mo wà yìí, àwọn ọmọ ìlú wọn kì í ṣiṣẹ́.
Ìṣẹ́kẹ̀.
Àwọn outsider, Mr. Koiki ní sọ̀rọ̀, àwọn outsider ló máa gbé wá sórí tó wá máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn. Àti Kàdámà, àtọmọ ọ̀dọ̀, gbogbo company, àwọn iṣẹ́, àwọn foreigners ló wá ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn. Tó bá ti di àárọ̀ báyìí, tó ti ṣe restaurant, ẹ máa rí gbogbo wọn ní restaurant tó lọ jẹ oríṣiríṣi. Tó ti jẹun wọn bí i 1 o'clock tó bá ti délé wọn. Wọ́n á mú gáwà, wọ́n á mú tí wọ́n á mú gbogbo ẹ̀ tó bá máa fi di 2 o'clock wọ́n lọ sùn.
Àbí ọ̀sán ní para wọn.
Mo ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yìí wọ́n sùn, àwọn kan sùn lọ́wọ́ ni.
Ṣé kọ́ para wọn síjọba lọ́rùn ni?
Ilé ìwé ọ̀fẹ́ ni wọ́n lọ. Ṣé wàá mo lè dání kọ̀ọ̀kan gbà ní oṣooṣù? Ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan, ẹni tó gba 1 million naira lóṣù wà nínú wọn.
Láì ṣiṣẹ́ láì ṣọ.
Ẹni tó gba 5 million naira wà nínú wọn. Tọ́lá máa wò lóyè o, ara wọn family náà máa ń fẹ́. wọn ò jẹ́ kó wọn lọ síta wọn ò ní fa ṣáídà. tẹ́ bá wá rí wọn kọ́ ṣe ń bímọ tó bá bímọ ọmọ wọn ò ń lo bí àbí 6 months tó tún máa ń bímọ ni ẹ máa mọ̀ rò pé bí àgbèjì làwọn ọmọ wọn ni. ẹjọ́ kí ni nǹkan tá à ní nínú ìlú yẹn náà kàn ń ṣiṣẹ́ káàkiri àwọn àwọ àwọn wèrè kan.
a kàn ń fa gbùrù káàkiri gbùrù là ń fà káàkiri ẹni tó ń pè láti ní ẹ máa pè wá padà ẹ ṣe díẹ̀.
torí pé wọ́n ti ń jẹ nídìí òṣèlú torí pé wọ́n ti ní fámìlì nídìí òṣèlú wọ́n wá fi àwọn tó kù sílẹ̀ ní pé kíyà máa jẹ wọ́n pé wọ́n máa sọ́fà.
kò má tà àwọn sọ́fà ògbọ́n sọ́fà náà ni.
bàbá olóyè Ìgbòho jáde pé kí ó lè jà tó ń jà fún ìran wọn ní pé àwọn kan wá tó wá.
ẹ̀dùn pè láti New Jersey ẹ ṣe sùúrù.
ìgbésí ayé wọn bí wọ́n ṣe bí ìgbésí ayé wọn ṣe rí. ní àdúgbò ibi tí bàbá Ìgbòho wà ní àdúgbò yẹn bẹ̀ làwọn ọmọ mi wà bó ṣe ń sọ.
ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
ọlá bàbá Ìgbòho ibẹ̀ ọlá yẹn làwọn ọmọ mi jẹ.
ẹ máa jẹ pẹ́ ni.
ẹ lè rólè kó wá sádùúgbò yẹn ẹ lè rólè kó lè wá sádùúgbò yẹn.
ó fẹ́ kú nìyẹn.
ìgbà mi kan wájú ilé bàbá Ìgbòho náà máa ń gbà lọ sí skul.
àná olè yẹn fẹ́ kú ni sẹ́ẹ̀ ládùúgbò Ìgbòho olè yẹn fẹ́ kú nìyẹn.
bàbá ìlà ìdìbò bàbá ìlà ọkọ̀ tọmọ yẹn wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jẹ́ bàbá.
ẹ̀yin máa wọnú mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi òkè máì Abísóyè.
Ọlọ́run ló máa ṣe.
àmín lágbára Ọlọ́run ṣe gan ni.
kí ṣàrò bí wọ́n ti jáde nìkan lórí àkókò wọn kò jábọ̀. ẹ fún ìdìbìdì èèyàn kan ẹ jà fún ìdìbìdì èèyàn kan tó jẹ́ pé ó lọ síbẹ̀ nítorí àwọn fámìlì tiẹ̀ nítorí pé wọ́n lè sọ pé orúkọ ẹ̀mí ìṣẹ́jà fún ìdìbìdì Nàìjíríà kan tí bàbá ẹ̀ lọ fún nìyẹn.
yeye oge máa kí dáadáa. ẹ máa wòran ẹni tó.
nílùú tí mo wà yìí ẹ tí wọ́n jẹ́ kí n sọ kí nìkan fún yín o ṣe ni bí kọ́ńpìnì ìṣe wà bí ìlú ìṣe wà bí a mọ̀ ní owó mo wá fẹ́ gba bí mọ́ ẹ bìlíìfù pé mi ò lè gbá fúnra rà bí mo gbọ́dọ̀ wà lọ́dà pòlìtì mo gbọ́dọ̀ wà lọ́dà ọmọ onílùú. èmi kọ́ ni mo ní ilé yẹn o.
àná àwọn ìlú kan wà sẹ́ after some time fóònù ẹ máa wà lock tó o bá ti lọ gba sim card ìlú yẹn wọ́n máa lock fóònù ẹ gangan tó mú wá láti ìlú ẹ wọ́n á lock ẹ̀ bìkọ́ fẹ́ mọ ta ni ó jẹ́ o lè máa gbé nílùú ọkọ máa mọ ẹni tó jẹ́ wọ́n máa lock ẹ̀. UK nìkan ló kọ̀ open gbogbo network fáwọn níbí báyìí gbogbo àwọn Arab country lọ́hùn lókè lọ́hùn yẹn wọ́n máa lọ́kẹ̀ á lọ́kì fóònù yẹn ò ní rí lò wà á lọ ra fóònù tìlú yẹn gangan ló máa rà. mo kí yeyege tí Ọlọ́run ní pọ̀ mo kí.
torí ẹ̀ bí mo ṣe wáyé resident permit mi bí mo ṣe wáyé bí ìpè fúnyàn ẹni àdúrà ẹni ẹ lè fi lọ ra gbèsè.
fúnyàn kẹ ẹ̀yin gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe mistake yẹn permit tó fún tẹ́yìn fi gbé permit yẹn ló fẹ́yìn ní opportunity yẹn wà níbẹ̀ owó dàbí kémi náà gbé permit mi fún yàn kan nísìnyí kó máa lọ lò mo sinwi lórí ni tí ìbátẹ̀ tí ìrìnsẹ́ mo ní máa ṣe lé tí mo ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ yìí.
ẹni kọ́ lẹ ní ìgbẹ̀yẹ̀ o ẹ̀rọ̀pẹ̀ fẹ́rẹ̀ǹtì ẹ̀ ni
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
ẹ máa sanwó fún ìjọba ẹ tún máa sanwó fún ọmọ
àwọn èèyàn mọ opportunity tó ń bọ̀ Ọlọ́run ó sáàbù.
lẹ́fi ogun mọ́ yẹn òun náà máa gbowó lóṣooṣù ẹ máa sanwó fún lóṣooṣù.
ẹ ṣe gan ni yàrá thank you so much.
olórí jẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn pọlitíṣà yá àtàwọn bàbá tá a ní
àníkà ìka ní gbogbo ẹja fẹ́ lómi láàyè ẹ ṣe gan ni ẹja làmí láyé wọn tẹ̀ ní da rárá èpè lọ́mọ àgbà ẹ ṣe gan ni ẹja tó fẹ́ lómi láàyè torí a ṣe lọ sí Star Radio mo like yín so much kò ń ṣe bíi pé tí mo máa fẹ́ yín torí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tí wọ́n bá ti ń gbọ́ àwọn obìnrin tó ń pè wá gbogbo àwọn sisters wa kan wà ní Iraq ní Baghdad àbíbá mo rí wọn lẹ́nu bí iṣẹ́ tuntun ti gbé wọn lọ kí lọmọ Yorùbá lè máa ṣe ní Baghdad it go make sense tó bá tẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá fi wákó fẹ́ ṣọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ àkókò ṣe máa ṣọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ yẹn nínú mo sọ fún yín pé mo lè fọbọ́ ní Èkó hotel as long as tó bá ti disrespect mi o mayor special oyoniga mo kí ìyóge gbọ́nsókè Adams mo kí gbogbo inú mo kí Pastor Emmanuel Àtọ́gbà mo kí mo lè fọ abọ́ ní Èkó hotel as long as tó bá ti disrespect mi kí ló wà ní ká fọbọ́ as long as tó yẹ pé ìwà ti parí oṣù ẹ máa sanwó fún mi ẹ má bínú Mr. Adam àwọn kan lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ní Kaduna wọ́n ní wọ́n lọ ṣe cleaning lóòótẹ́ gbogbo alárí làwọn sójà wa ń nà wọ́n kọ́ wá sanwó fún wọn ẹni yẹn wá lo influence ó lọ fi sójà jáde dọ́ àwọn military náà máa investigate for Nigeria story nìyẹn story for the god ẹ̀ tó kù wá láti New Jersey ẹ pè padà torí direct lẹ́ ń pè ẹ má bínú mo fi override sister wa tó ń pè ní but mo lè override Adams kí n pè padà tèmi dáadáa ní Adams gbọ́n sókè Adams.
Okay. Mr. Koiki adúpẹ́ fún yín gan.
adúpẹ́ fọlọ́run ni.
ẹ try ṣe rí ìran wa.
ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́mú bọ̀.
ìran wa àwa náà la máa gbára wa kó nu ẹrù ìran tó wà ń ta nísìn àwa la máa gbára wa kó nu ẹrù bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ bóyá wọ́n kọ̀ bọ̀ tó yí a bá máa wá gómìnira àwọn gbogbo wa pátá a nífẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá tá a jọmọ Yorùbá òtítọ́ wọn ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ nìkankan wá sí àpáti tí ògo orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá bá máa yọ gbogbo àwa tá a nífẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá tọkàntọkàn wọn ò ní fi wá sí àpáti. Headline tẹ rí di pẹ̀lú Ghana yẹn bọ́dà mi lè parọ́ fún yín most of àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó kúrò ní Nàìjíríà tán wà ní Ghana àti tán wà ní Libya tó jẹ́ Áfíríkà wà láìṣe àṣẹwó ni wọ́n ṣe. Tí òbí mi bá rí ọmọ ẹ̀ iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ní Ghana tó dẹ̀ ń sẹ́ndì owó sí nílé wà láì òbí a máa sun ẹkún.
ṣẹ́dúmọ̀rẹ́ àgbàdùn
mo pàdé ọmọ kan níbi ọmọ Ghana ọmọ Nàìjíríà 16 years.
kò ní ṣàṣẹ́wó.
ìṣàṣẹ́wó ni.
ẹ̀bí kan lọ́nà sọ nísìn tí mo ṣe sọ nísìn wọ́n ní wọ̀rí mọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá.
wọ́n fi skul wọ́n fi ń parọ́ tí òbí bá mọ iṣẹ́ tẹ bá mọ nǹkan tó mọ yín fèsì ní.
bó kí alájà Ṣẹ̀rífà
ayé kan ló ń jẹ.
ayé wo ló ń jẹ.
wọn ò jẹ ayé kankan.
ayé wo ló ń jẹ.
wọ́n sábúrò Nàìjíríà.
wọ́n ná wọn lẹ́pọ̀n gidi ní Ghana ni.
kò dé láìkì kò sí ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó jókòó tó bá wà ní Ghana níbi tó ti fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
wọ́n ná wọn lẹ́pọ̀n níṣẹ́ ká má tún fún aṣọ yẹn ìfìyẹn sílẹ̀ gbogbo ọlámọ̀ gbogbo ṣe ń lọ.
ṣé ní gbogbo ilé ìtẹ́rù fi chọ́ọ̀chì tó kàn fi ẹ̀sìn
ẹ̀mí ẹ̀sẹ̀ gbẹ.
ṣé ní ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn tó kàn gbé lórí ó ti bàtàn jẹ́ gbọ̀n.
tó ń ṣe kékeré.
àwọn èèyàn wa tó wà nílé gan wọn ò ní lè tí ọjọ́ ọ̀la gan mọ́ rárá àti rárá.
ẹlòmíì ò lè ronú fún rẹ.
wọ́n ṣe lísìn láti gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀.
wọ́n lè ronú.
ọ̀gbọ́n pé ìran wa yìí.
generation tó nígbà láwà ìgbàkigbà tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ náà ni. fight to finish ni.
ìtàbá wa gbà tán tí ògo Yorùbá bá yẹ jáde wọn ò ní fi ní sí àwátì.
wọn ní fi owó ṣàwátì àmín ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you so much. lágbára Elédùmarè ẹ ṣé gan ni. ẹ rí pé mo dìde lẹ́ẹ̀kan ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn kan lágbé dání ẹ ti ya wèrè kí lélẹ̀ Holy Bible ẹ ń ṣe èrè Quran lélẹ̀ Quran mi tún lélẹ̀ orí gbogbo yín ti gbálẹ̀ àníyàn ń jẹ yín nílé. ẹ̀wọ̀n ọjọ́ tí mo ti ka Quran ọ̀hún gan jẹ̀yìn wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ bí decoration lórí Quran Nàìjíríà ti gbé wá orí pé ti máa fi ń post lẹ́tà káàkiri nígbà tá a ṣe ń post flag sẹ́yìn tẹ́wà l'Amẹ́ríkà ọkùnrin tí náwó flag ni mo fi ra BMW tó BM mi ló wà lẹ́yìn yẹn ọmọ owó mọ́tò Koiki BM aṣèré náà owó Yorùbá nation mo fi rà ẹ̀yìn olùlọ́sì. Quran tí mo gbé dé láti Nàìjíríà lélẹ̀ bàbá mi kan ló fún mi kí tó nígbà tí mi máa bọ̀ báwo ló tẹ̀ mọ́ bó ṣe ń sórí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ tẹ̀ yé mi gan-an tó tó jẹ́ mẹ́ta láti kà ẹ̀yìn olùlọ́sì èyí tí yà ń jẹ tá à ń sọ pé yà ń jẹ wọ́n fẹ́ ló ṣe máa wá ẹnu ìjẹ́ ṣàgbé báyìí ó ṣàtìrí Quran lélẹ̀ the only Quran mo believe in it Bible mo believe in it ìṣẹ̀ṣe mo believe in it àníṣẹ́yà ń jẹ́ orí òpè ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn mo bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ ni kí ló ń pàyà mi kun mọ́mọ́ lọ́rùn wàláì mo rúdé ni tẹ̀sùbá tí mo mú wá dé UK 1000 pieces ó máa ní 1000 ìjọ tí mo ti fa jókòó máa fa tẹ̀sùbá 1000 pieces ó ṣe pé fún mi ni kí ló ń lé mi tí mo fẹ́ máa fa tẹ̀sùbá 1000 pieces ogún dé ni nígbà tí mo wà Nàìjíríà máa fa tẹ̀sùbá really mo fa tẹ̀sùbá 1000 pieces ẹ ti ń ya wèrè àníyàn ń jẹ yín nílé ò ń sọ̀rọ̀ Bible àti Quran you dey craze Quran tí mo gbé dé láti Nàìjíríà lélẹ́yìí wàhálà irùngbọ̀n mi àfáà lọ máa ń pè mí gidi nígbà yẹn irùngbọ̀n yẹn tó yìí bí àwọn ti Taliban ẹlòmíì bá rí mi bá máa ń yá dànù ni Koiki ìyẹn làwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan bòbó ìwọ ó sì máa ń yà á ti lọ Tajud lọ kí àníyàn jẹ wá ọ̀rọ̀ Tajud tẹ́ ẹ lọ tẹ́ ẹ níná Tajud tẹ́ ẹ lọ tẹ́ ṣe Tajud tán ẹ wá ń lọlé ẹ níná ẹ ti ya wèrè ẹ ti Quran tí mo gbé dé lélẹ̀ dìnnàbù ìyàn kan ló fún mi bàbá yẹn Ọlọ́run ti fún àǹfọ̀rún kẹ́wọn wọ́n ti kú nísìn ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ máa bọ̀ ní UK mo ní kankan tí máa fún ẹ mo tẹ̀lé tó fún mi ní 1,000 lélẹ̀ ní ẹ yẹ ká tẹ̀ ká díẹ̀ náà àti mo ṣàgbọ́n yín tẹ̀lé ká lárúbáwá mo wá mọ̀ bí a báàkì ni mò ń kà bí a front Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú mi ọ̀rọ̀ Quran là ń sọ nísìn òun lélẹ̀ ara pé suratu kí ló fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ òun lélẹ̀ suratu Nas in the name of Allah the most beneficent. Say, I seek refuge with Allah. Àní kọ́kọ́ seek refuge nílẹ̀ Yorùbá náà. Òun seek refuge pẹ̀lú Allah. Ìyà ń jẹ wá. Orí ọ̀pẹ. Òun sínwìn ni. O máàdì ni. The king of mankind. Níbi tí Olódùmarè náà wà. The healer, God of mankind. From the evil of whisper. From the whisper evil in the earth. Kò sí mọ́ṣáláṣí tí mo lè bá wọn lọ nílùú yìí. Bible lele sori pé orí kò ti gbó dáadáa ó ṣò pé ilé wọn kà dáadáa ẹ jẹ́ nǹkan abìkan níbẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe wá wẹ́wẹ́wẹ́ báyìí nísìn Old Testament lélẹ̀ wàhálà ìyàwó mi ṣàìsùn mọ́jú ni mò ń gbọ́ ọkàn gbọ́n àmín ìyá ìjẹ́ ń sùn ṣàdúrà láti bí aago kan bẹ́ẹ̀ sásì mi kò ní wọlé wàláì àfi tó bá yẹ pé tí mo gbé dání irọ́ ni mo pa fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ ti mad àníyàn ń jẹ wá lèmi sáré ẹ̀ bó sásì mi kò ní wọlé àìsùn ìyàwó mi ṣe mọ́jú ó ti lọ nísìn ó ti jáde láàárọ̀ nísìn 3 hours mo ṣáà ń gbọ́ àmín ìyá ìjẹ́ sùn jàre bó ṣe ń pe orúkọ tèmi ló ń pe àwọn ọmọ ló ń pe ẹgbẹ́ wa ẹ ti ń ya wèrè sórí ìkan tó lélẹ̀ ìyàn kan ló fún mi lélẹ̀ congratulations ìfẹ́ máa kàwé tó wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀dà pé Muslim Association of Nigeria ló fún mi lélẹ̀ nígbà tí à ń ṣe kankan níbẹ̀ sórí òun lélẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn kọ́ ni mo gbé dání ọ̀rọ̀ pé yà ń jẹ́ yí òun ka Quran ò lọ sí school ó ti ya wèrè òun ka àná àwọn ọmọ àfáà wà ní UK ní bíbà tó ń ṣe dáadáa mo fẹ́ máa dárúkọ àfáà yẹn bọ̀tẹ́ bá ti mọ àwọn tó link máwọn Sàràkí òun làfáà yẹn mo fi dárúkọ ẹ̀ mo rí wọn ní UK ní bíbà tó ń graduation mo wá wò pé ṣé pé àfáà yìí náà ọmọ ẹ ti graduate ní UK èmi wà ní UK mo ò lè lọ sí full university ọmọdé torí pé máa lọ sọ international fee wèrè níbo làwọn ti rówó kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ìyá mi gbèmílé mo ní èmi ni máa pa gbogbo lórí mídíà Quran tí mo gbé dé ó bá wo nígbà tí mo dé London báàgì kékeré mo gbé wọlé Quran wà ń gbẹ tẹ̀sùbọ̀ ní one mo tẹ̀lé sọ pé bí a tẹ̀sùbọ̀ ní tẹ̀sùbọ̀ yẹn wọ́n lè wà báyìí tẹ̀sùbọ̀ 1,000 ó máa ní 1,000 yẹn màá wá níjọ́ kan mo kàn lè sọ pé báyìí ló wà àbí lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó mi màá sọ ibi tó wà ẹ̀yin wọ́n sọ fún wa pé ìṣẹ̀ṣe wa ká gbàdànù ẹ ti mad Bible ni ó wà nílé mi but in tàn sọ ni pé eléyìí kọ́ ni problem wa ni pé wọ́n gba in tó jẹ́ tiwa wọ́n gbà kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa ní táwọn gbé wá fún wa kò dá o èmi ò jókòó síbi kí n sọ pé Christian ò dá mùsùlùmí ìtẹ́mi sọ ni pé we want you to be a Christian and have a better life. I want you to be a Muslim and have a better life. I want you to be a traditionalist and have a better life. That's all. Báwo ni ìyá mi Eunice ni very fun. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, mo fẹ́ kó jẹ́ oníṣẹ̀ṣe. Mo fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ oníṣẹ̀ṣe kó má lè lọ sí school. Tó bá kọ́ ifá yẹn tán, ó yẹ kó tún lè lọ sí school kó lè bá wa develop ifá yẹn. Àwọn òyìnbó tí ń lo ifá. Àwọn ti sọ di apps ifá ti wa. Àwa wá jókòó síbi ìdíre ìṣáná Ọ̀káyà Fọláyan mo kí yín. So it's not about religion. But the problem is the religion that have been embedded in Nigeria, our leaders are not talking. Gbogbo wọn pátápátá lẹ̀ dẹ̀ mọ̀. Kó jẹ́ gbà. Àní tẹ̀sùbà 1,000 mi mọ̀ bí tó wà báyìí. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn là ń sọ ni. Àníyàn jẹ́ wẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn. ẹgbọ́n sókè ìyá alárùbáríkà ìwọ wa ní ọjà àfa òṣìwò àfa tẹbi ń pa ẹ àfa tó lówó lápò àfa tí yà ń jẹ tọmọ lè lọ sí skul àfa wo nìyẹn òjò ọ̀rọ̀ àfa àdánù kó tètè support Yorùbá nation ẹgbọ́n sókè jàre I'm mad àwa nìyẹn.
ẹgbẹ́ ètò ẹ̀dẹ̀kùn ṣíṣí àwọn èèyàn wa létí àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ yín láàárọ̀ mo kàn fẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé religion it's choice ní religion tẹ́lántàgò fún Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ máa rí ìwé tọ́ ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n lè religion sì ṣe dandan ní gbogbo gbogbo ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ayé wa how it is not like that ẹnìkan wọ́n ti kọ́ ẹlẹ́nìkan tó fẹ́ràn nípa àwọn ará ìlú kan níbi táwọn wà àwọn máa ń gbowó dídà I'm very sure pé ìlú yẹn wait nígbà tí ìlú tí wọ́n ti ń ṣiṣẹ́.
ẹ parọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Kuwait níyà yẹn ti pè sísítà wa yẹn Kuwait lọ́wọ́ owó wọn strong gan owó àwọn Kuwait ó lè lè gbó wọn káàkiri inú bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ti máa ná.
ní Chada University ṣe rí àwọn ọmọ yẹn àwọn ọmọ Kuwait yẹn wọn kì í bá ẹni ọ̀dà ìdílé ara ọmọdé máa ń wà ní hostel nínú yàrá kan yes bí Paris ṣe ti jẹ́ ara ọ̀dà ìdílé wọn tí ó jẹ́ pé owó Paris ó tún kéré sówó títí wọn ò bá wọn gbélé wọn máa ń bára wọn gbé nítorí pé kìíní tẹ́rí owó wọn yẹn máa ó máa ń fún wọn níjọ́ ìlú. Cherry 20 dinar rate 20 dinar one is about 240 something UAE money just that 20 dinar just ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ pé bí a do 20 naira o 240 something dinar. Those people are living fine.
wọ́n ní lè fine nígbà tó ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ó gbọ́dọ̀ lè fine ṣe báwa là ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì.
ó ní ọmọbìnrin kan tí mo bèrè question lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ kan ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ ọmọ Saudi Arabia Sarah lọmọ yẹn very beautiful girl tó bá ti ń lọ sí class tó bá ti ń wà ó máa wọ sí àwọn trainer báyìí yà ẹ̀gbọ́n the something àfáì wọ́n bèrè pé nítorí country lókè tó wà sí máa borí ó bá fún mi pé ìtújọ́ náà.
choice bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
choice nítorí tó ń bá láì tó máa ṣe tó ń bá láì tó ń ṣe ìtújọ́ ṣe ìyẹn kọ́ ni ìwọ́n ti ń ṣe ayé. ó ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ ibẹ̀ láti ẹ̀kú ní àwọn ọmọ Haúsá àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà kọ̀ọ̀kan tí wọ́n ń sùn ní kájà ìlọ́sẹ̀ tẹ́ bá rí ìdáàbò lọ tí wọ́n fi borí tó máa ń dálé tó máa ń àwọn ọ̀dà ara kan ti ṣe bá wọn ṣeré ṣùgbọ́n kì í sí bẹ́ẹ̀ máa kí ló ń ṣàwọn olóyìn náà fún bá wọn ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ kúrò ní ìpọ̀lọ́ sí ìpọ̀lọ́ sí ibi ẹ̀ mo lè tó ní Nàìjíríà láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ bí mo ṣe dé lórí àlàyé. ìfọ̀ àwọn ìrẹ́pọ̀ yìí máa kọ́ mi lórí máa kọ́ mi lórí. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí òfin lọ́dọ̀ wọ́n sì ìgbàsílẹ̀ tí mo ti dé síbi yẹn wọ́n tó mú lọ́lọ́ síbi yẹn tí mo ti dé síbẹ̀ just ní ìbára bí a bí tí mo ti mú fún wọ́n tó mú lọ́lọ́ níbẹ̀. Wọ́n mú lọ́lọ́ níbẹ̀. Àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká fún ìlú yẹn níbi báyìí wọ́n lọ sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì náà bọ̀ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wọn àwọn tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ sáwọn tó wọ́n máa tún lọ sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kò díra wọn lọ́wọ́ àtọ̀ yes kò díra wọn lọ́wọ́ tó bá ṣe kọ́ tó wá ṣe lọ. So Nigeria a ní láti wake up Yorùbá ìlú yẹn ní láti fi so for us to have peace of mind.
That's it. We cannot have peace of mind. Then.
Because tí ìlú yẹn ò bá break ọmọ Yorùbá tí láì fún wọn máa bà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ó máa pọ̀ gan o. Yes. Tèmi kan lẹ sọ pé ó dé láti Amẹ́ríkà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni okula ó ti kú bẹ́ẹ̀ni wọ́n tó gbà.
Ṣé irú ìyẹn nísìnyí nígbà tó dẹ̀ wà láyé Ọlọ́run dáríjì ní tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ti sọ ó lè máa sọ pé kí ló jẹ́.
Ní kí ló kàn wọ́n.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká gba òmìnira ká dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. It is simple mathematics. Yes, ó simple bàjẹ́. Ó simple gan. Àwọn politicians àwọn náà fẹ́ pé àwọn náà kàn ṣe wá ségesège. Wọ́n máa tó sá lọ sí exile. Awareness yẹn tó bá ń wù tó bá dé táwọn kan respect. Wọ́n máa padà sá lọ sí exile. Wọ́n máa sá lọ. So mo tún fi àsìkò yìí rọ̀ wá àwa ènìyàn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká túbọ̀ máa ṣàlàyé fáwọn ènìyàn dáadáa.
Àlàyé ni enlighten education. Yes. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much.
So ẹ̀kí bá dẹ̀ ní àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n lọ ń wo àwọn wèrè ìjà lọ́wọ́ jẹ́ pé àwọn tó wọ́n lé wọn tán láwọn tó ń sọ̀tọ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n ti ní tọ́jú kí ilé ẹ̀ sọ̀tọ̀ Yorùbá ẹ̀jọ̀ ẹ̀ bọ́ sórí orí láìní ẹ̀ sì máa kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gidi àwọn yẹn they are not talking about Yorùbá nation. So Yorùbá nation. Thank you very much.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí àtakò ẹ̀sìn níbí bẹ́ẹ̀ la àtakò ìṣẹ̀ṣe. Mo ń wo headline kan nísìn mo ń prepare pé ọwọ́ méjì ni tó bá mọ tán pè ní freelance. In tí mo ń ṣe nínú ilé yìí àwọn kan nínú ilé ló ti ń paṣu back to back every year láti over years. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló máa lọ sọ́fíìsì. Àwọn kan wà wọ́n ń pè wọ́n ní field worker. Ìyẹn lẹ máa rí pé ẹni tó bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ engineering tó ń ṣe crude oil tó ń ṣe petroleum ó lè jókòó sínú ilé ó gbọ́dọ̀ wà in the field. Ṣe ilé tẹ́mi ṣe nísìn ló ń pè ní freelance self-employed where I can do my job from the home. Ó mọ̀ ìdí tí mo ṣe lè ṣe because there's a system is there. So the laptop mi nísìn òun lélẹ̀ òun ni máa fi connect pẹ̀lú Star Radio. Laptop ilé tí mò ń lò ní bíbáyìí òun mo fi ń ṣe YouTube. Fóònù ni mo fi ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn. It's because mo kí mọ́mí wa Grace Senior ẹ ṣé gan ni mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin GR1 mo lè kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa náà. Mo kí àwọn ọmọ APC lọ́kàn yín is like pé we hate Ṣèyí Tinubu. Look, Ṣèyí Tinubu can be a millionaire is not a problem but property tó rà is in question. Ṣé ẹ nílà káyè ni? The property là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ibi tó bá wọn tó ti rówó ṣe bó monopolize yín ni and if you don't know what is monopolized then it's a problem. Because in tí Ṣèyí Tinubu ṣe nísìn ṣé ìwọ náà lè ṣe láti máa ṣe advertisement whatever ní Lagos State but kò fẹ́ kó ṣe because tó bá ti ṣe owó tó máa rí yẹn ó máa wà divided and anywhere tí monopoly bá ti wà it's not good for the environment. Now ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré wo trouble looms over the rising debt in Nigeria debt tó wà lórí ẹ̀ my Lord of mercy. That debt in 40 years. So, but because I know tó jẹ́ pé they are in their mind, Moke Omeyo, Ekushe, in their mind is like we are a threat to Tinubu by disagreeing with him. Why must we agree with Tinubu? Why must we agree with Tinubu? We don't have to agree with him. Because Tinubu is not representing Yoruba, is representing Nigeria. And the word Nigeria is a scam. It is one of the biggest scams in the 21st century. And Britain tell me what nínú ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ mi ní opportunity. Gbogbo tí mo ṣe nísìn opportunity ni pé mo wà ní bíbá. Ìwọ wà nílé nísìn, ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ Bible, ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ Quran. Sọ̀rọ̀ Quran àti Bible ni mo ń bẹ sọ ọdẹ. Ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ Quran àti Bible ni mo ń bẹ sọ? Mo kí bàbá wa Sulaiman, Ọlọ́run bá fi ọkàn yín balẹ̀. Ọlọ́run foríjì mọ́mì wa. Ọlọ́run tẹ́ wọn sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀. I'm not talking about Quran and Bible. Kí ni kò ní pẹ̀lú Quran àti Bible? Kí ni ó bá máa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe gan sẹ̀? Àní káyé wá dá, káyé wá lè lọ síwájú. Àwa wà níbí báyìí nísìn. Right? We are here now. It's by the grace of God. By the grace of Elédùmarè. Because first Mary ló make a decision fún rẹ̀ ní 1991. And I told you that, continuously. Mom see me padà sí university at the age of 67. Ìyá mélòó ló lè padà sí university at the age of 67 nílò lórí burúkú tẹwà yẹn tẹ́ ń sọ pé ẹwà Nàìjíríà. At 67 years old, my mom went back to university láti lọ study business management. 67 years old. It was a 3-year course. And she was already a secretary in Nigeria with Mobile Oil. I've given you all this information. So if my mom Sakuro in Nigeria, forget about if anybody tell you I'm going on, no, everybody run away. Go to the Linda Ikechi and see thousands of Nigerians want to collect their passport. Why should we be running out of a country that we are told have whatever it takes to look after us? Why must we be running out? It's because there is no opportunity. Our answer, or Bible, or Quran. Quran, I can't remember the last time I read this Quran. Decoration. I can't remember the last time I read this Quran. Does not make people believe in the Quran. Does not make people believe in the Bible. Does not make people believe in the Sheshe. 3-1 in because Intimomo at age 40, listen, nobody can deceive me. What about deceive? I will not be deceived. White garment one in the family wa. Mama me. White garment, no, mama baba me. White garments. We have the lineage of the white garment. Analaji, but we were told that hey, this, that. And for donkey years, Muke, this is 1, 2, 3. There are some individuals. Everybody has a role to play. Role to play. And I'm playing it to the little that I can understand and I can share with you. Do you think that for me to live in this society for 24 years, and I'm telling you that the society in another 24 years, Nigeria can never be great. In another 24 years, by the time this government completes its 8 years, I will be 52. By that time, I will have gone to university and complete a course. I will have progressed even in the cleaning job that I'm doing. I will have progressed even in the kitchen porter. I could be a pilot. Can you become somebody in Nigeria without knowing somebody, without connecting to somebody? Why must you be looking for a job and then you must go and pray first to God before you get the job? Are you crazy? If you're qualified for that job, you should be employed. And Nigeria is so big that everybody should be given that opportunity. Politics is not where the money is in this country. There are young millionaires in pound sterling that are making money on a daily basis because they're able to put 1 or 2 together as long as you're not involved in cocaine, drugs, or whatever illegal businesses. And there's so many people that are doing here as well in UK. There's a lot of illegal businesses here. But when the law catch on you, you will go to prison and you will spend the time. But for those of us that doesn't want to do that, then that means we spend our time doing 12-hour shift. Those your uncle, when they come home every year, they are doing security job, and they will then put the money together, send goods to you. You then return the money. You're not going to return the money. And when they come home, you want to kill them. It's all because the system is not working. I was telling my wife yesterday, Money, the reason why we have a lot of family problem in Nigeria is because the country failed every single one of us, especially some of us that have now traveled. We now realize that what is in this system is because structure, institutions are working. If I commit, I have to be penalized for that. And this is what we are saying to you all. I have about 10 minutes to join the Star Radio, and that would then mean that, this might be the last call for the time being. Let's go to Bishop Adesina.
Thank you, Koiki Oshigo.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Only meeting content I share nígbà kan láwọn pastor jẹun pastors. I call them jẹun pastors. Tọ́rọ ní ebi ló gbé wọn wọ iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́, wọ́n ní ìdí ẹ̀kọ́. And ó sọ̀rọ̀ against the àti lo kan dúdú àti làgbo àti lo kíní àǹkó. Mo á dìde. Mo á ní mo fẹ́ béèrè ìbéèrè to enlighten him. Mo ní pé táwọn méjì bá dúró síbí báyìí, tí wọ́n bá yin ìbọn lu arákùnrin eléyìí, mọ̀ tí arákùnrin kejì tí wọ́n sọ lọ́tà. Mo ní pé arákùnrin tí wọ́n yin.
I'm going here, I'm going. All right, I think it's from the side. Let's call him back quickly. We're just about 9 minutes to join the Star Radio UK. I don't blame any Nigerians for the mishap that is happening to you. I blame the bastard system that was created not to favor us. Why should I blame you? Why? I can't blame any one of you. Onisha, why should I blame you? I don't blame you. Well, I blame the system that when we had the money in the 1960s, when the oil boom was going on, they did not think in the future that today some of us would then grow up and wants to get a job. In your 40s, you are still went to my phone 500 naira, 1,000 naira to survive a day. Then tomorrow you are looking for somebody else. There's crime here in this country, big one, serious crime, serious crime. Oh, it is for this country. There are some people that have guns. They are doing all kind of crime. That is why the system must continue to build. Because if you look, if I want to do any transaction on my phone now, my card, one of my bank card, Koni, it does not have this card, as you can see. There is no long number. If I throw it away now, if you like, try to spend it. You can see this bank card. You can see that's my name. Koni, the 16 digit. This was not like that 24 years ago when I got to this country. But today, information say that I don't need the 16 digit because of some of you criminal bastard in Nigeria that are living here in UK. In terms of they were using credit card and spending. Do you know that some Nigerians work in the post office and they were removing cards from the postal service? And he wanted to go to Nigeria and contest as one of their councillors. I won't mention the state. I brought that, Danny. They are all fraudsters. Most of them here in this country. Not everybody. Fraudsters, and that's why they can live big life. So somebody like us down, they are fraudsters. Fraudsters, don't call you. But today, if you want to spend this card, okay, how are you even going to spend it? Go see 16 digits, go see expiry date, go see this 3 security digit code. How do you spend it? No. And if I want to make any spending on online, it needs authorization for my apps. That is where technology is going. Bomb bastard. Telling you the country is not working, telling me the country is going to. Let's quickly go to Bishop. I just give him about 2 minutes so that before we join the Star Radio. Oh yeah, go okay.
Okay. So money be arákùnrin tí wọ́n yìnbọn fún yẹn. Ẹ máa gbé dìgbàdìgbà, ẹ máa gbé lọ hospital àbí àwọn níbẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n ní kí ló dé? Ó ní kán lè yọ ọ̀tá tó yìnbọn fún kúrò kó bá lè kú òní night. Mo ní arákùnrin tó wá sọ ní ọ̀tá yẹn kọ́. Ẹ máa gbàdúrà fún. Mo ní ẹ̀yin gangan lẹ pa arákùnrin yẹn tó sọ lọ́tà ẹ̀. Because ọ̀tá tí wọ́n sọ yẹn, nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe fún arákùnrin tó yìnbọn fún yẹn, òun náà ṣe fún ẹni tó sọ lọ́tà. Wọ́n yìnbọn fún òun náà ni. But it's a spiritual bullet. It's a spiritual bullet. But ẹni tó yìnbọn physical bullet fún, ó need the physical surgery. But ẹni tí wọ́n yin spiritual bullet fún, kí ló need? Spiritual surgery ló ní ìdáwó òyìnbó níyẹn lọ́wọ́ àwa ni. So tẹ bá gbé dọ́dọ̀ oníṣẹ̀ṣe tán ní àwọn sọ lọ́ta tán ní ẹ máa pa adìyẹ o, a máa pa adìyẹ fi ṣe ètùtù ká lè yọ ọ̀tá tó wà lára yẹn kúrò. Ẹni náà ẹ má pa dímọ̀ ni ó fẹ́ gba ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn. Kìnìkan ẹ̀yin lẹ ń pa àwọn ènìyàn wọ̀nyí fúnra because of your illiteracy. You have been hypnotized. Àwọn tó lò ní máa hypnotize àwọn èèyàn. We went to Israel. Ó wà lórí tẹlifíṣàn káàkiri àgbáyé. Àwọn ọmọ Israeli wọ́n lo handkerchief. Káwọn ìbọn àwọn Palestinian kó má bá wọn. Mo ní a ní eléyìí náà nílé náà wọ́n mọ̀ náà wọ́n máa ń fi handkerchief wọ́n ta òní báyìí. Wọ́n láwọn priest wọn ló lọ
I'm gonna move around a little bit so I can like the laptop is sitting there.
Pé wọ́n kó fún gbogbo wọn kán lè fi evacuate wọn kúrò níbi táwọn Palestinian ti ń yìnbọn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ pín handkerchief yẹn fún gbogbo wọn, ó yá ẹ máa kọjá kí ẹ máa wọnú bá wọn dẹ̀ fi ìbọn ọ̀dẹ̀ bá wọn. Kí ló máa ń ṣe àwọn èèyàn wa? Kì í ṣe even àwọn èèyàn wa tájọ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá nation wọ̀nyí mi, àwọn míì burú jù onítìrí lọ, kọ́kọ́ dákẹ́. Kí ni currency tí a ṣe yìí, àwọn tá ti bá interview ó jẹ́ kí n rí wípé we don't have wicked people. Ẹ̀gbọ́n ló kọ́ Nàìjíríà àwọn Fúlàní lóró. Wọ́n person was asking me to come out. How did I come about the value? Did it come?
tó bá gbàdá pé kò ń ṣe òyìnbó ló ṣe tó bá pé òyìnbó ló ṣe ni táwọn máa béèrè question òṣì question ìranù born bastard every one of them born bastard ló pọ̀ jù.
Adúfúnni the microeconomic analysis the minimum naira could buy.
Because kò ń ṣe òyìnbó ló ṣe náà. I'm not been out because I'm preparing for Star Radio, so I have to do a lot of adjustments here.
So our money was designed to pick up from there and take our people out from poverty. Only question lórí ẹ̀. Ọmọ àlè.
Nígbà tó ń ṣe pé òyìnbó ló ṣe ẹ mọ̀ pé dúdú lẹ́yìn so kò gbọ́dọ̀ kò ní ìfún yín náà. Tó bá yẹ pé ṣé àwọn Mark Zuckerberg àbí kí là ń pè wọ́n àti Dorset tó create Twitter ṣé àwọn onílàákàyè jù àwa lọ ṣé wọ́n nílàákàyè jù yín lọ ṣèbí wọ́n kàn ní the enabling environment ni wọ́n ní the enabling environment náà.
Àwọn ẹrú yàn kúrò mind ọ̀pọ̀.
So ẹ̀yẹ́ kan máa sọ jágbajàgba so màá pè ní tí bá ti ṣe tán so àlè.
We thank God inú àwọn èèyàn dùn nílé pé our money has such a value and they are now patronizing and keeping because dùgbẹ̀dùgbẹ̀ tó bì ní Nàìjíríà kó má jalè owó gbogbo everybody ní báńkì.
But it's everybody. All right, then, Bishop.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we're not to join studio listen. So I need to go come off for now. I need to join Archie now. So we need to change outfit me. I think I've been able to adjust my camera expertly until last few days. It's been very dark. No, back up I'm sorry, go. I have to go in the studio now. I need to go call so my Wi-Fi go. Back up come on. Now the camera is better now. So you can change the so let's I come while I come back. Mo fẹ́ kọ́ máa gbé ohun tí mo wà because so máa ní impact pẹ̀lú my own YouTube. So let me me on me because all these YouTube wàhálà wọn ti pọ̀ jù. So ẹ máa gbọ́ ilé lọ jàre ẹ máa gbọ́ ilé lọ. All right. I got to finish it. They more fine. Ìjẹ́ mo ní ìjáyà mo ń bọ̀ à ń padà bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ ṣé mo fine díẹ̀ ẹ ṣé mo mọ́mọ ẹ ṣé mo mọ́ báyìí ẹ adéwàlá Koiki ti pọ̀ jù ẹ já wọnú Star Radio lọ ẹ kì í ṣe tán ẹ ṣé mo mọ́mọ díẹ̀ báyìí ẹ ṣé mo mọ́mọ díẹ̀ ẹ ṣé mo mọ́mọ báyìí ẹ ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti wọ suit mo like suit rárá all right jẹ́ kí n join tàwọn tèmi lórí Star Radio so ẹ má bẹ̀rẹ̀ nílé rí Archie at least ẹ ṣáà máa rí mi ẹ dẹ́ máa gbọ́n wọn Archie mo look corporate ẹ tó fi ń jalè náà nìyẹn it is king ni you look boss you look sweet mo dàbí sugar ìtọ́ fi ń kó wa lómi ọbẹ̀ jẹ náà nìyẹn ẹ jẹ́ ń pẹ́ tèmi jàre ìtọ́ fi ń kó wa lómi ọbẹ̀ jẹ náà nìyẹn tóyìn bó bá ti wọ suit báyìí irọ́ ló wà ń bẹ̀ Ọlọ́run mo like suit rárá suit dàbí corporate ni but I no like am ìtọ́ fi ń kó wa lómi ọbẹ̀ jẹ náà nìyẹn olè ló wà ń bẹ̀ rọ ni all right tèmi ẹ ká join studio let's be serious now so ẹ bá dẹ̀ ṣetán I continue tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa so make sure that this is what we want for every one of you at 12 so that kò máa sọ̀rọ̀ láti lé and all that but Nigeria is a very poor country in Nigeria so
Metal featuring the people take there. It is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. With the time now exactly 6 minutes past the top of the hour. And you know for sure I think your chat will have the one and only while Lion is off, Mr. or Lion Koiki joining in. And let's say massive good morning to you, Yomi.
Well, good morning to you back in the studio, Mr. Archie. Good morning, Frank. Good morning to all our listeners, and welcome once again to the 11th day of May 2023, 6 minutes past 11 a.m. Star Radio UK, the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, as we go into some of the news headlines coming out of Nigeria again this Thursday. And I say good morning to all those that have joined us on the sister broadcast that are listening on the other side.
Yes, listeners, Mr. Lion Koiki in our North London studios. I'm actually here in the South studios. Looking at what is happening in Nigeria, and we want you to be part of it. So share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones. Invite them to like our pages as well. How are you doing, and how is the family?
Well, it's a little bit windy outside. The family is good. Just as we always say, we are grateful that we are here where the family is good. But on the other side, we are always concerned because of the family and not having the same opportunity. But they say life is never balanced. But I'm sure, like we always say, if Nigeria was as balanced as we wanted it, so many of us would have taken the family back. But for now, the family are here and they're doing very well, and they've all gone to school as usual.
Okay, we thank the Most High. All right, then. Now let's move on straight to some of the issues that we're going to be looking at. But that will be after just a sneak view for those of you, a teaser there, those of you who missed out on the Niger Voices yesterday. I mean, a quick one on what was discussed and comments that people made. Over to you, sir.
Well, Niger Voices is a program that comes on air every Wednesday on the Star Radio UK network, where we look at the issues affecting Nigerians back home and likewise the diaspora as well. So yesterday was broken into different layers. We talked about the petition, which we're going to be discussing again this morning, because already I could see Atiku Abubakar already, in the court. That literally means that, maybe Tinubu is going to come in. We don't know yet, but we know that Tinubu is out of the country. So we're going to come back to that. We went into what is the full meaning of petition. And I took our listeners back to 2020 November, when the military killed as many Nigerians during the EndSARS that happened at Lekki Toll Gate. There was a petition against the Nigerian government here. And as we know, in UK, if a petition is about 100,000, that would then definitely have what we call a sitting. Well, there was a sitting, but whether the outcome has favored those that were affected or Nigerians that put the petition here in UK, I cannot say. But what we do know that is a petition is always a way, to ask for a review of something. So that was discussed for about almost an hour. And then the question is, if the petition goes the other way around, is Bola Tinubu, the president-elect, going to be satisfied, or are we going to see Atiku satisfied should the petition go the other way around? And for those that are listening to us again, these are the judges that that will be making that decision, at the appropriate time. Then we went into Biafra. We talked about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where the UK have now allowed an appeal on the case of Nnamdi Kanu. This is going to come up right here in UK on the 22nd of June, which is about a month from now. What does that mean? We went back to understand why the UK lawyers have argued that the British High Commission or the FCDO, which is the Foreign and Commonwealth Development, could not do as much when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, rendition back from Nigeria. And it is not the first time that the British citizens have been held, because there was a particular case with Abbas versus the FCDO in 2002 when he was held as a British citizen in Guantanamo Bay. And that case was whether the FCDO should have done something or give reason for not doing that. So we discussed that at length for about half an hour. Then we went into the Yoruba Nation conversation as well, where we continue to review and ask questions. What could be the reason why Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho is still somebody in that the government of Nigeria wants, even though he has left Nigeria for almost a year now? And likewise, as we know, all other issues surrounding the Yoruba Nation struggle as well. Then we went into the headline coming out of Nigeria, and like we always say, it was a full pack 2.5 hours. You can watch that on the Star Radio UK network. And this program has been coming up since 2017, and we continue to give all the news, headline, and everything contained on a Wednesday. So if you have not joined us before, maybe you want to join us next week, because on the 23rd, we're also going to be opening the phone line for a full discussion on the 8 years of President Muhammadu Buhari. As we do know, is finally coming out of the president where he has served for 8 years. He's currently in London with us as he continues to take his medical treatment. But for now, I'm going to come back again. There's also been adjournment from the case of Nnamdi Kanu in Abuja. I'll be discussing that in the course of the program this morning.
Well, listeners, if you have missed out, as we did say, just go the Star Radio UK social media platform, and it's the YouTube channel or the Facebook, any of them, and then you can go back and listen to it. Don't miss out next week. And as he said, on the 23rd, where we are going to evaluate the performance of the Buhari. We wanted to add your voice to it. Additional Bishop Additional Dayomo says, I'm on the Star Radio UK, always on to your broadcast in my office, and many people will like hearing your briefing and news broadcast. Thank you for your unique style. Let me say thank you very much to everyone in Bishop Additional's office. We salute each and every one of you, and we would love to hear what your take is on some of the issues that we are discussing. But now in our North studios, Mr. Lani Koiki, I'm actually here in the South studios, and now let's move on. Well, how many days more? We know that by the 29th, if everything goes the way it's supposed to go, the court have not finished their petition, hearing anything, then there's going to be a swearing in. But should the government in last minute award contract to people? That seems to be what has happened. 18 days to go, and then they've awarded contracts. But the minister is justifying that action. Yep.
Well, there won't be any changes in terms of the political party. The only difference is that we are having a new person, as we do know presently, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president-elect. It is still the same APC, and maybe it doesn't matter that President Buhari still wants to get the loan of about almost $800 million. Whether that is going to be approved or not, we would have to wait and see. But what we know that in terms of President Buhari is doing his final push to do what is meant to be done when it comes to more contract. Why is the federal government approving contract 18 days to the handover, minister? What do we know? According to the news, the federal government has literally have to explain why the Federal Executive Council has approved multi-billion naira contract barely 18 days to the end of the President Muhammadu Buhari's regime. The Minister of Transportation, Mauzu Sambo, and his water resources counterpart, Sulaiman Adamu, explained this after the FEC meeting that comes up every Wednesday in Abuja that was, chaired by the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, because Buhari is here treating it. Sambo, while responding to question on the reason for the award of contract, which the outgoing minister would not execute due to the expiration of the tenure on the May 29, said the regime will continue to perform its duties up to May 28. He said, ladies and gentlemen, without any intention of mischief, this government was elected to function from 2019 to precisely 29th of May. So that literally means that Buhari's ministers believe that they still have up to the 28th until the 29th, when Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president-elect, would then fully take over. Whether that is justifiable, being an APC to APC, or that would have a lot of problem with Bola Tinubu when he comes in, we would have to wait and see. But it seems that Adamu explained that the contract approval process consumed time, noting that the incoming government would continue from where President Muhammadu Buhari, like I said, it is not the PDP coming so far until the tribunal will probably change that, or Peter B. So that literally means that since it's APC, it's continuity.
Okay, listeners, interesting one there. Star Radio UK. Well, it says continuity, so it doesn't matter whoever they are, the same people that they will bring award their contract. But what do you think about all that? It's all coming away from Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on. Before then, though, let me say, Adam's Breaker, good morning. It's Mr. KOIKIMEDIA, Nigeria. Going president and incoming president are taking treatment abroad at the same time. No, did you be that? Not you. Can somebody tell me? Okay, now let's come to the tribunal, the election tribunal sitting that is going on. We had information coming through saying that Atiku has stormed the hearing. So what is it going to be doing or saying?
Well,
are we looking at anything different from the outcome that everybody's expecting?
Well, it seems as yesterday, Peter Obi one was adjourned to the 17th. It seems that has happened now. The breaking news is the court has adjourned Atiku petition challenging Tinubu victory to May 18. That will literally mean that countdown to the May 29 inauguration. From what we know, that Atiku arrived, in Abuja himself as against Tinubu, that hasn't arrived there or probably shown up. Atiku arrives in the court for the hearing this morning that is challenging Tinubu's victory. I could see him there, smiling, all suit up in his red tie and a very gray, suit there. He loves to put on his suit, and he believes that, that probably shows, incoming president. The former vice president, Atiku, has arrived at the presidential election petition court in Abuja. The former vice president is in court for the pre-hearing section of his petition against President-elect Bola Tinubu's victory during the February 25th election. When Atiku was the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, former Lagos State governor was the flag bearer as well. But what I can now say that, after that, we do not know what has been said so far, but that has now been adjourned. The listed as number 1st to number 3rd respondent in the petition at the Independent National Electoral Commission. The pre-hearing of the petition was taken first this morning after the counsel for Atiku, Chris Uche, indicated an interest in the matter. I have the permission of Wole Olanipekun to indicate interest first in number 2. But like I said, there will be more details because that is how far we can say so far. But that has been adjourned for another 7 days from today, because today is 11th. So Atiku will be returning back to court on May 18th, as Peter Obi will be returning on May 17th.
Okay, let's see what happens. Well, they're coming in tense. Would you think about any change? As we saw in the past the case that was adjourned. That was 2 days ago, and then we had the president-elect and the president congratulating them, though it's PDP. Like, you know what? So that, people accepted it. That's why they didn't say anything about it. So they hope that everybody will accept whatever the outcome is. But let's see what happens. So it's not really UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, Ghana is broke. Now, if Nigerians don't know, Ghana is proper broke. Now, they try to go to the IMF, and all the instructions or the requirements, they've not been able to meet that to satisfy the Bretton Woods institutions. So they've still not gotten their need, the money that. So we have the president going around trying to talk to people to give them a hand. But the president of the Federation has said Nigeria now has a limited borrowing space. That means if there is not again, Nigeria is also going to get broke as well, because we're trying to get to where you cannot actually, the debt to revenue ratio cannot be balanced very well. Then you know that you are entering to such place, and therefore when you want loans to finance projects and stuff like that, you cannot get it outside of international institutions. So, is Nigeria broke or almost broke or getting broke?
Well, depending on who you're having a conversation with this morning, with over, half of the country living in abject poverty, even though we do not have the real statistics of how many Nigerians, but going by what we know in terms of 200 plus million, there's about almost 100 million Nigerians today that are currently in debt. So even if Nigeria is not in debt, Nigerians are in debt because of poverty. Yes, like you said, there's a trouble that is looming already. We have been talking about this in the last couple of days and weeks now, in terms of the borrowing, as the budget of the Office of the Federation has now said Nigeria has a limited borrowing space. What does that literally mean? Means that to the poor depth of revenue ratio, stressing that the trouble looms in the country. According to Ben Kabuzu, while addressing the members of the 10th National Assembly at the week-long induction in Abuja yesterday, pointed out while Nigerians remain healthy with its debt to GDP ratio, the country is not with its debt to revenue ratio. According to what we have, I think it's about almost 40 trillion naira is the debt of Nigeria. It's going to take us about 40 years to repay that back. How the new government is going to fund, the budget, because there's a deficit already of about 11 trillion. That is going to be one of the biggest problems, looking forward to as well. But one thing is, how can we maneuver around this? Oil production now 1 million barrels lower daily. One of our biggest revenue, each time I go back to the OECD, where in 2021, I'll be able to give us the statistics of what Nigeria made from the export, of our produce. 72.5% was the crude oil. So we couldn't even hit the 100% target in 2021. And that gave Nigeria almost equivalent of 57 billion US dollars. I'm talking about in 2021 to the sales of our crude oil. There's a lot of countries that buy from that. We're talking about India being the biggest buyer of Nigerian crude oil. And if you look at India today, you could see that industrialization continued to kick in India. So they need that crude oil to kick industrialization to be able to stable rather. If you look at Spain, Spain also buys almost 11.6% of our crude oil. It means that Nigeria is not doing very well when it comes to what we do export. We have the human capacity, but because of lack of infrastructure, that has literally beaten Nigeria backwards. So we only have 72% of crude oil and 14.8% of the petroleum gas. All other exports are just below 2.16%. But if you look at Bulgaria, like we said yesterday, Bulgaria is about 7 million in terms of the population, but they've been able to develop their ICT sector. And as of today, 10,000 ICT companies are currently in Bulgaria, and they are outsourcing that to the rest of the world. Just as we do say, when I make the call to Sky, I was able to find out that the customer service is based in Bulgaria, even though the engineer that will complete the job is here in UK. That is because they have the infrastructure. So going back to, the business activities today, as long as the oil production continue to have problems, we are not making enough revenue that will give us the forex as well. So, and the reason for that is there's a lot of pressure in that part of the region where the crude oil production is going on. Nigeria oil production is currently lower than its technical allowable capacity by about 1 million barrels per day, according to the federal government yesterday.
Okay, listeners, it is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11:24, and we are looking at some of the stories making the rounds in Nigeria. On our this program, we will every weekday to 11 o'clock on Liability 20. Now, the plateau workers have commenced an indefinite strike after the failure of government to meet their demands. Now, we know that there were strikes. ASU went on strike for a very long time before later on. Is it any part of this year that they managed to sort something out and they are come back? But now, in our plateau state, where we have workers going indefinitely, what are their demands?
Well, demands are always, the right wages to be paid. According to what we should be expecting Nigerians to be earning is about almost, 30,000 naira per month. But not every, state can afford that. Maybe Lagos can do, and Rivers State and some other state that are, doing very well. But a state like, Plateau State is not making enough money that we won't be able to pay that amount. Also, as the naira depreciate against the dollar, if a state is not enabling itself in terms of having opportunity where foreigners can come in, Plateau State is also one of the zone. When you look at the the information from the UK, if you're traveling to Nigeria, avoid certain states as well. Plateau workers have commenced an indefinite strike after the failure of the government to meet their demand. The question you ask is, what are these demands? Every worker has demand, but let's look at some of those demands. The action was declared in a notice of the strike that was issued by the Joint Negotiation Council, JNC, Plateau chapter yesterday late in the night. The notice jointly signed by the Plateau JNC chairman Titus Malu and the secretary Timothy Goppel said the strike followed the expiration of the 4 days extension of the earlier 7-day ultimatum. So it's not that they've just started a strike. They've given a 7 days ultimatum. They've extended it to 4 days, but it seems that Plateau State governor is clearly not ready to negotiate with them. The workers added the action is imperative since the government reneged in fulfilling its own part of the agreement despite a series of promises. We are therefore directing all our affiliated unions that the strike commenced from the midnight yesterday. According to them all affiliated unions are directed to adhere strictly and ensure compliance. The workers are battling the Plateau State government, just as usual, over unpaid salaries, among other demands. I don't understand why workers need to work for a month, 2 months, 3 months, then you pay them the first month and then tell them to wait for the next 2 months. But again, Nigeria, a 36 state, is not visible enough to curtail because most of these states, like I said, are not adding any value to Nigeria in the first place. But as we do know, 36 states, governors have his own, so much runnings. I remember in 2017, Ibogun in Ogun State, and the amount of vehicles that Amoson, the governor then, came into the event. I was asking, is it really necessary looking at the state that does not have enough IGR and they're traveling in a convoy of about 50 vehicles?
Yeah, that's one thing that our leaders do. And at times I look at them quietly and I look at our own citizens. I ask them, when you go to the polls, use your head. Because you see people living that opulent life. As if we've got lots of money. Wait. Meanwhile, people are scratching off the bottom of the barrel to survive. Because if I work, first month, second month, you're not paying. How do you expect me to be able to travel down? Do you expect me to go and steal? Do you expect me to be being corrupted? Issue of something involved in corruption to make myself able to come in or out? Because I don't know. So the system in default has been set so that it corrupt people. What do you think?
Well, you're quite right. Like I said, the wastage among all our state governors is something quite alarming. When you look at the prime minister, I mean, the prime minister probably moved with about maximum about 4 vehicles and some motorcade as well. So the question then is, why do we need 50 motorcade traveling with the governor, knowing fully well that that itself costs a lot to operate, because you have to forward the vehicle, you have to get the drivers in. Maybe some of those are the workers that are not even getting paid in the first place.
Well, listen, this is not really okay. Let me touch on this one, and then we'll come to look at the others. Now, EFCC has detained Buhari's former minister. He was the minister of power, and he's alleged to have diverted an amount of 22 billion naira. Do you have any information to tell you?
Yeah, that was yesterday. I mean, it's not the first time that EFCC continued to detain individuals, but the problem is, can EFCC, really do what needs to be done in terms of getting justice? Because some of these cases continue to drag and drag and drag, and sometimes, this person, will end up getting a bill, probably a bill of about whatever amount which they'll be able to afford. And this is a problem that an average man will not be able to. I mean, we've seen a lot of EFCC arranging innocent, or well, I would say innocent, those that are into fraud and different criminality, and they are presented, their faces are blown out into the social media. But this individual now, their faces are not shown. They're given a easy step to get into the office of the EFCC. But like I said, President Muhammadu Buhari's government has had a lot to discuss when it comes to corruption, that corruption continues to be one of the biggest threats to humanity in Nigeria.
So, since he came in, how many people have they actually imprisoned or been able to take their money, the state money that these individuals have stolen? How many people? Can we account for that?
Well, not in the head, but to be honest, not much has been done, because all we know is, Buhari orders, finance minister, the DSS, FCC, custom, to end like the petrol scarcity. This was in January. As much as Nigerians expect this, the institution to work, but this institution has not really worked, and that is why today, the federal government of President Muhammadu Buhari continue to violate, some of the reason why, the Kano is still in detention, and so many other cases as well. But in terms of the corruption, not much has been done in 8 years of President Muhammadu Buhari. Remember that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president-elect, they talked about, ending corruption himself when it comes in, on the 29th of May. Whether he will be able to do such, we would have to wait and see, because Buhari, that we expected so much from, could not perform. And we've heard from those that are close within the caucus of this government that this government is the most corrupt government, even though we know 16 years of the PDP was as well as more corrupt as this government as well. And this government have only spent 8 years compared to PDP that spent the first 16 years since 1999. Money that was meant for electricity to the tune of $16 billion. Obasanjo could not tell us where the money is, and so much when Jonathan came in. So the wastage between the 16 years of the PDP, the APC have not been able to block that wastage, and that means more Nigerians will live in more abject poverty.
Now, you remember that Buhari's wife, Aisha, did make a statement that Buhari would have gone after people, would have done lots of things, but there are some people behind the scenes who seem to be controlling him. You remember when she made that statement, and then Buhari said that she's meant for the kitchen, so she should just stay in the kitchen. Now, yeah. So that has been that it was something that Buhari would have done, but the decision is that it's holding him.
Well, let's go back to 2019. Even as much as Aisha Buhari is saying something, the PDP also says Aisha Buhari's alleged revelation of 500 billion fraud vindicated us. This is what the PDP believes, that Aisha Buhari that gave them that information. So this was May 26, so just about 2019, and this is what we know then. The People's Democratic Party Sunday claimed that the revelation by the president's wife Aisha Buhari that there was humongous fraud in the 500 billion naira social investment program and the 16 billion naira mosquito net project embarked by Muhammadu Buhari's government vindicate its position that the present administration was not just only deceitful and also pretentious citadel of corruption. It also alleged that Aisha Buhari revolution has even shown that the PDP has not been crying wolf by its call for an account of the said trillions of naira allegedly stolen under Buhari's watch in the last 4 years. This was by the party spokesman then, Kola Ologbodiyan, that revealed this in 26th of May. And if you look after the May 26, 2019, corruption continued to starch, and it seems Buhari will be remembered for the most corrupt government under the APC.
Well, let's start in the UK. You saw what this thing I say is that, well, Nigeria's judicial problem is the type of constitution Nigeria uses. Now, the Nigerian law will continue to be pervaded until it is changed. Since government do not use the written constitution, if government was using the written constitution, but there are freedom for everybody, yes, and the rule of law, then Nnamdi Kanu should still not be held until Sunday Igboho should not be, as they are pursuing him. But we have Omo Yele Sowore who has said that another adjournment by the Supreme Court after federal government lawyer came with delayed taxes as usual to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unjustly and indefinitely retained. Now, so we see that taxes that they play, they come in, they say we've forgotten that or we remembered that and then all that stuff. So what has been the latest of Nnamdi Kanu state? Again, apart from what is happening here in the UK?
Well, the case of Nnamdi Kanu went back again to Abuja today, but again, like you just explained, it doesn't seem is a good news. Judicial system in Nigeria is a waste of time. How the lawyers and the advocates and the senior advocate of Nigeria managed to, to do case that ends up becoming 5 years, 10 years. The case of Ike Kirimadu did not even last up to 3 weeks from the start up to when he was sentenced. The question is, why is it taking longer? We know that Nnamdi Kanu has been acquitted, of all charges, but it seems that the federal government that is challenging that is now using tactics delay. I'm looking at some of the images, the videos coming from Abuja, this morning with Sowore as usual, always there to attend, whether it is Yoruba Nation, whether it's Nigerians, whether it is the case of Biafra or the Ijo or El Zakizaki. It seems that Sowore is just in and out, as that person waiting for, good governance and the best for the citizen. But he actually said another adjournment by the Supreme Court after the federal government lawyer came with delayed tactics. Definitely, we know that the federal government lawyer is part of the corruption going on in Nigeria that doesn't want the judicial system to work in the first place. Maybe the judges are ready to give that verdict or the, whatever needs to be done. But since the lawyer is playing the delayed tactics, or maybe Buhari is just waiting to hand over the case of Nnamdi Kanu to President-elect to deal with.
Well, rather they use, that is the unwritten, they don't use, that's the unwritten constitution. Rather, they use the unwritten constitution where all sector laws are regarded uniquely as a constitution and treated so, not some set of rules brought together in one book. Well, so we don't have anything like that. So if I and I decided I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that in particular case, that was good for mine. If my younger brother, Herbert would say this is elimination by rough tactics. So you delay, you do all that stuff, keep your person there every day. You come, I've left my file, and then so what? But well, it is not ready. You let me tell you the time. Go back to your main point, bring the rest of the stories and what is happening on the social media platform. Go back to you, John.
Thank you so much. The first SEC approval commodities firm is launched according to the business sector. NMDPR have shut 75 filling stations in Osun State. Maybe we should look into that because we know that anything that's got to do with petrol in Nigeria is not just only big business, it's also a lot of bunkering happening there as well. Osun State Office of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority yesterday said it has shut as many as 75 filling stations for various infractions in the state, within 1 month, according to the NMDPRA state coordinator, Mr. Kunle Adeyemo, that disclosed this while speaking with journalists on Wednesday on the activities of the agency in the month of April, said infractions committed by operator, including operating without a valid license. Wow. Imagine a petrol station here in UK without a license. Adeyemo said in a month, the surveillance team of the agency visited 301 filling stations across the state, during which it discovered that many filling stations were not operating with a valid operational license. Adeyemo further went to say, we have now sealed 75 filling stations operating without a valid operational license and for other infractions as well. The rain is just kicking start here in UK, and a very, very long day to go as the weather continues to bite as well. Federal government get the World Bank extension for the Nigerian care. Let's talk about that, then we go straight to the social media this morning. And what is that all about? From what we know, the Minister of State for Budget and National Planning, Prince Clement Agba, yesterday in Benin City, said the World Bank has granted a 1-year extension for the Nigerian care program. The program was meant to support the micro, small, and the medium-scale enterprise to cushion the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. I hope this is just not another corruption, where money that is meant to be given to the micro, small, and medium end up in the pocket. He stated this at the ministerial town hall meeting for the beneficiaries of the scheme from Edo State, Delta State, Bayelsa State, and River State. We do know that during the COVID year in UK, if your business was registered 2 years before the COVID, you are also entitled to some loan. And we saw that some people abuse it where they were able to get those loans out, even though the loan was not meant for them. Agba said there was up to approval to give cash advance to 36 states of the Federation, since many of them will be getting new governors and the cash crunch occasioned by the COVID-19 was still not over and still not, and still affecting the state. We are not too sure how much the money is all about. Okay, I think he said that each state was given 1 billion naira during the COVID-19 period, with the exception of Lagos State, which got 10 billion naira, while Kano and the FCT got a little more. I'm just hearing this for the first time. It seems that there was a lot of money. So let's now go further. He added that we gave 1 billion naira to each state during the COVID-19, with the exception of Lagos State that got 10 billion naira. Kano and FCT got a little bit more because those were the epic center of the pandemic, but we still had to get $750 million World Bank loan to support the state. So this is not even a free money. It's actually a loan. We had been flooding problem last year, which affected our food security supply chain for food. We also approached the World Bank to extend the program for another year to June 2024. This is where corruption goes on in Nigeria, for those that knows how to manipulate through the World Bank, the IMF, while an average Nigerian will be thinking, how did $1 billion naira came into our state during the COVID, and we never saw our governor talking about it. The naira continued to depreciate against the dollar this morning. Not a very good one for Nigeria. The naira depreciate against the dollar. Exchange rate is about 460 naira at the investors and the exporter window. That is not the black market. You will not be able to get the dollar if you're going to your bank because the dollar is not available there. You'll be told to go to the black market from those banks because you'll be wasting your time thinking you will get it from there. The naira sold as low as 460 naira. A total turnover of $178 million was traded at the official investors export and window. This is just for those in the stock market, but for the average Nigerian, you will not be buying it at 460 naira, because if you buy this for 460 naira from the bank, you can also sell it to the black market for about another 200 naira on top of it. And if you have about $1,000, think of how much you could make. But getting the dollar from the bank is a big business. And not just that alone, if you're also trading outside Nigeria where you need a dollar, you will be struggling to get the dollar. You will end up buying it as well from the black market. We're going to go straight to the social media once again at 11:43. Time is so spent already. Not sure why Simon Ekpa is trending this morning. Oba of Lagos continue to trend. Zamfara State is trending as well. And then let's look at Qatar is trending. We know that there's a lot of Nigerians in Qatar. Not too sure why that is trending. But for just argument's sake, we'll just go to type in Nigeria and say what is still the finest African and Caribbean radio station. This is Star Radio UK. And if you're just joining us for the first time, make sure you do so Monday to Friday, where we discuss about Nigeria as well. So in terms of Nigeria as a whole trending this morning, there's a lot. Nigerian debt profiling becoming unsustainable. The DG office lament once a country's debt service ratio exceeds 30%, that country is in trouble, and we are already pushing towards 100%. That tells you how much trouble we are in. We hope that we won't be in trouble. Adetutu Balogun, you are busy respecting the elders. The elders are busy looting your inheritance. Hashtag Nigeria. So you can see there. Also, Aloy Ejimako, on 13th of July 2021, 2 weeks after illegally brought to Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tweeted my position that because it was rendition and not extradited, its trial and even detention cannot stand in law. I pray that the Supreme Court affirmed the position today, but that is not happening. The Supreme Court have actually adjourned it as well. So I'm going to take one more, and then I'll come back again to you in the studio. This is still Star Radio UK. Balami Isa at Balami Isa at the court today. The spirit was so high, the morale was incredible, the confidence of the obedient and the lawyers radiated all through the room. Fear not, Nigeria. There is already a victory for us, and for Nigeria, the election they stole will come back to the people. Star Radio UK, the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, and that is how far we can go on the broadcast headline coming out of Nigeria this morning.
Yes, listeners, for Star Radio UK. Yes, a quick one. There's one story pertaining to a Nigerian girl, 24-year-old,
that got missing in Ghana for prostitution. Yeah. While I was in the program this morning, I had a caller from Ghana, one of our regular caller that was also telling us that as many Nigerians are into prostitution in Ghana, and the reason for that is that is probably maybe the only way they can survive. But the particular story that you've just talked about, which is not a story, is a reality. This young girl, 24 years old, Oyida Mola Ola, who has just been sold into prostitution in Ghana by an unknown Nigerian lady. She went missing over 2 weeks ago. All effort at finding her has proven abortive, according to the report. So they are now asking on Abike. Abike is in Ghana. I don't know whether she has returned back to Nigeria because she's been walking around with the Sudan, crisis. She was able to put out a distress call by someone's phone over there in Ghana. She already shared her ordeal because they have seized her phone. According to her, a woman took she and her friend to Ghana after promising them a good job offer. But on getting there, the whole thing changed. The woman kept her somewhere with someone and left her with her friend. She waited. So this is not new. We know that this happened a lot in Nigeria. We've seen a lot of Nigerians stuck in Libya. There's a particular case as well where this young girl is currently in the prison for the last 2 years. They're crying for help, but the help doesn't seem to be coming. So we hope that the Nigerian ambassador to Ghana will look into just as those that are asking, what more can Nigeria do to save Nigerians, whether in Ghana or wherever we are.
Yeah, and I think those of us listening to the program or on the platform, we want to advise each and every one of you. Somebody just come and tell you that, look, taking your child or your listening to this particular part of the life because they are good jobs and this and this, and I tell you they are lying. You have to do some search. Make sure that they're really talking what they are really talking about is true. If not, you find yourself in such a situation, it's not easy thing at all. So we want to encourage each and every one of us to be vigilant there. Tell me before we go.
Well, I'll be back again same time tomorrow, the Friday edition, and just before we go, that is the young girl face in case she's someone that let's get that adjusted a little bit. We pray for a quick return back. As you can see there, that is the young girl face. I'll be back again tomorrow, but stay tuned with Archie for the rest of the program. And like you said, it can only be false, because if somebody's offering you something that can happen in reality, please avoid it, especially those young girls that are now coming out of the university and they're becoming stuck with no jobs. It's not easy anywhere in the world, but one thing is, we pray that this young girl is found as quickly as possible and return back to Nigeria.
Okay, so let me thank you very, very much.
Bye for now.
Well, I will continue to keep the image of the lady who tried to make some noise about it. If anybody in Ghana or anywhere have seen her, yes, you have to report to the police back there, and so that she can be returned to her family in peace. Well, it is Star Radio UK. I'm going to bring you some music. We're going to take a music break, and then.
Wow. Now it is almost 12 o'clock. Well, that is how we do it every day. Try to do our best as we continue to highlight the atrocity, the problems in Nigeria. The problem is just too much. And the picture is already posted on my timeline. This happens every day. We all know that. Everybody's trying to survive, but Nigeria is the problem that is not making that survive to work. So, and that is why everybody wants to run out of Nigeria. If you have the opportunity, I cannot stop you to go out of Nigeria. You just have to do what you have to do. I don't do visa. I don't know anything about visa. But if you get to UK, we can guide you a little bit on how and what you need to know. But as we say, may Nigeria never happen to us. Nigeria is in a big mess. Before I go, because I have to go now, we might probably come back. I've spent already 2 hours because we started the program earlier than I thought. Was on in the paper, the debt in Nigeria. Let's talk about that briefly before we go. Sherry, the debt ratio to Nigeria is a big mess. It is a mess. We are not producing enough to cover the cost. Even the crude oil, because we have the crude oil, right? Everybody knows that we have the crude oil. Awalani crude oil. But there is already stress from the crude oil sector. If we are losing 1 million barrels per day, apart from other corruption to learn in Nigeria, there's a lot of corruption going on in Nigeria, that you don't know. I don't even know. And Nigeria, that, to be honest with you, it will take heaven and earth for you to know that these are money that is meant for us. There's a lot of money to one in Nigeria. Nigeria low gone. But the mismanagement of that money has been one of the biggest problems. The mismanagement. Suit. Like his suit. Suit man Jackie look so serious. I don't want the suit. Yeah. Even pencil as son, really anything. Pencil as son, shit. These are things that can provide job for everybody, because is daily need. School man low, this comes with different colors: green lele, blue lele, purple lele. But today, I can open the phone line again. 3 hours, so we're just 2 hours 20 minutes. So I'm gonna open the phone line again just for another 30 minutes, and then I will then do the closing. So 3 hours the program in so we're just 2 hours 20 minutes. I can see that on YouTube here. Shout out to those of you that are still with us. I couldn't read all the comments while I was Muki, Baba, Kunle Shita, and the rest of us that are with us as well. Yawa Rukaya. So okay, I think Bishop is calling us back. So normally I'm here come 3 hours ago. Okay, Bishop.
Yeah, hello, Sheko Piki. Briefly, sorry, àwọn olóṣèlú Nigeria supposed to be jailed
completely
for life.
For life. For life.
See, wọ́n fi orúkọ ìjọba government yáwó wọ́n dẹ̀ ń pín ní. Wọ́n fi ṣe kankan.
Ẹ gbọ́ COVID yẹn nísìnyí, ṣé àwọn pé mo tẹ́ mọ̀ pé wọ́n fún state kankan ní $1 billion. That's crazy.
Wọ́n parọ́ mọ́ COVID to fi bo scam West. The Nigerian government gangan ní scammer. Wọn ò dẹ̀ fún ará ìlú kankan ní $1. Kò sí ará ìlú kankan tó ní COVID. Ìjọba ló gbowó yẹn. Now, wọ́n yá owó ẹni ẹ fẹ́ fi ṣe project.
Mo gbádùn yín Bishop.
Koiki. Tó bá jẹ́ wípé ìwọ ni wọ́n yá ní owó tí o fi ṣe railway yẹn. Tó jẹ́ pé ìwọ ló ní railway yẹn. Ó rò pé ò ní sanwó yẹn padà. Ó ní máa make owó ẹ lọ for life lórí railway company.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ parọ́.
Kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n rí railway ṣe wọn rí railway ṣe wọn lè sanwó padà mọ́? Ṣèbí railway ṣiṣẹ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé ṣé ọ̀nà Niger ni rail line tó gbé lọ tó lọ ṣe ìyẹn wà nínú plan budget. I mean, these people are.
Olórí burúkú ni sí ìwà sọ.
Olórí burúkú ni gbogbo wọn. Ó yẹ kó lọ jẹ́ẹ̀lì wọn àwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé tó bá lọ sí school fún excursion. Ó yẹ kó máa lọ síbi tó fi wọ́n sẹ́wọ̀n sí kó máa lọ tọ́ka sí wọn ní wípé this is the former president so year. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ ẹ̀ is a beast. Ṣẹ́rí wọ́n ṣe tí bẹ́ẹ̀ beast kì í ṣe èèyàn. So Nigeria, nítorí ẹ̀ ni we have learned a lot from Nigeria. How never to run a country. Now that we gonna have Yoruba nation, stand with all our efforts and ability, never to let our own nation be run like Nigeria. Not even people that have the tendency to behave like Nigerian politicians should come in.
Okay, Bishop, like I said, èmi àti Bishop ní program tí a láti ṣe lórí postcode. Òtútù yẹn ti fẹ́ máa mú láti lọ ṣe tíì ní ẹjẹ́ ń pe ọ̀dà pa àwọn tó ti pè tẹ́lẹ̀. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí, let's continue to. Ẹgbọ́n sókè bàbá Kẹ́hìndé, à ń gbọ́ yín, ẹ ti wà live. Ẹ káàsán.
Àkójọ náà tẹ kó ètò sá.
Ètò náà nìyẹn.
Ọlọ́run bá ká ní o.
Ọlọ́run.
Àwọn àbá wa kájà àbò rẹ̀ kò ní o.
Àṣẹ o.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ gan.
Èmi nìyẹn.
Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá gidi, àwọn ọmọ ọkọ Yorùbá, à ń dúpẹ́ ní ọwọ́ yín, àgbà tí yín gan o. Tó gbogbo àwọn jẹ́bá láwọn ọ̀gbà títí yín. Wàláhì ní agbára ní ọwọ́ náà, iwájú ni wọ́n máa bá yín. Gbogbo wọ́n parun tọmọtọmọ ní agbára náà. Gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú jẹ́ sọ fáwọn ọ̀fẹ́ kílẹ̀ Yorùbá ọjà dúró jẹ́ fara ní àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan torí báwọn jẹ ní abẹ́ ìbàjẹ́ gbogbo ọwọ́ parun tọmọtọmọ ní pẹ̀lú ògbó náà. Ẹ̀sìn ọjà àbámi bíbọ́ọ̀sì àwọn tá a wà nílùú òyìnbó káàkiri èyí tó mú yẹn téèyàn kan ti wà nílùú òyìnbó.
Bread ilé mi sàkìtì.
Ní ìfẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà mọ́ tẹ́ tó wà ní ìfẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà mọ́. Ìlú òyìnbó kìí ṣe pé bóyá yà ń jẹ́ èèyàn báyẹn náà. Kìí ṣe pé bóyá yà ń jẹ́ èèyàn ní òyìnbó báyẹn náà. Kò sí bẹ́yẹn sí ni máa ṣe wàhálà tó gbogbo òyìnbó. Tíyà yẹn máa tó ìyá ti ìwé èèyàn. Bọ́tẹ̀ wọ́n láwọn nǹkan kan tó ṣe wípé ọ̀yẹ́ kọ́ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí irú àwọn àtàgbẹ̀rẹ̀ wa ní Nàìjíríà nínú òyìnbó yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Wà láìdáláì.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọjọ́ àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun yìí ó yẹ kí wọ́n máa rí gáàdì wa gidigidi.
Ọba ni wá bàbá mi, ọba gidi ni wá. Ọlọ́run akọwà backwards mú kí ìyàwó Fatima ẹ káàbọ̀. Ẹ má bínú èèyàn bí ń pa mí ni o. Ìfún a lè ṣe program yẹn. Tàbá lè ti jẹun, a lè ṣe program.
Ó yẹ kí wọ́n máa rí gáàdì wa gidi.
Ọba gidi ni wá.
Wọ́n wá fojú wípé bọ́yá pé àwùjọ gan là ń gbé àwọn àlàjẹ́ káwọn máa jẹ́ àwọn. Wọ́n jẹ́ fojú rẹ̀ wò wá, wọ́n jẹ́ pọ́n wá lé fún gbogbo wọn àjàmọ́ kankan lọ́dọ̀ wọn.
Níbo ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ afẹ́ já kankan.
Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn kò sí kankan dé ṣiṣẹ́ ní wọn.
Iṣẹ́ kẹ̀.
Wọ́n gbà ìdìbò wù wọ́n, wọ́n wọ bàtà tó wù wọ́n.
Iṣẹ́ kẹ̀. Iṣẹ́ kí ló fẹ́ máa ṣe? Nígbà táwa wà ń bẹ̀ tá a máa bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́, iṣẹ́ kí ló fẹ́ máa ṣe? Iṣẹ́ kí ló fẹ́ máa ṣe? Mo ń gbádùn yín bàbá.
Ẹ wò bàbá mi. Ṣé rí téèyàn bá ní kéèyàn máa sọ gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí ọ̀yẹ́ tó téèyàn máa rí nítorí èèyàn rí? Kì í ṣe pé bóyá pé ìwé ìwé bí òkè bá yẹn. Èèyàn máa ń dáhùn jẹnu ní ẹran ẹgbẹ́ kan ní ẹran pẹ̀lú ọmọ ìyàmọ́ ni. Kí ni tẹ́ fẹ́ jẹjẹ? Ẹran tẹ́ jẹjẹjẹ tó fún un.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tẹ́tò dáàmú jẹ ẹ̀rù èèyàn ń dá jẹnu nígbà yìí ni. Kájọ ti yẹ fún bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ́ ọ́n bá àwọn nǹkan kankan tó ìjẹyẹ kọ́ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa. Àwọn ọmọ tá à ń pera aláwọ̀ ọmọ Nàìjíríà yẹn tó yẹ kọ́ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa. Bàbá yìí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa nígbà yìí. Bọ́bá lọ jẹ́ pé kì í sáwọn olórí burúkú tá à ń pè ní àwọn olórí wa ni àwọn olórí burúkú rádaràda ọ̀. Tó ṣe wípé
Our politicians are wicked. They've taken us backwards. Politicians have taken us backwards. Parọ́.
Ọmọ ìlú yìí ọmọ ìta lóhùn lẹ fẹ́ rí tó fẹ́ sọ pé ìtàlù tó jẹ́ báyìí tó tráfù lọ́dún ni ó fẹ́ lọ gba fàájì ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kì í ṣe pé bọ́yọ̀ fẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Italy passport tó bá ti ní ayé ẹ̀ ti darí ẹ̀ nìyẹn.
Ìlú tó bá ti di wípé CTC ibẹ̀ bá ń sá lọ tí ń sá kò nínú rẹ̀ ìlú yẹn kò sí ìlú gidi nìyẹn ọ̀dà nìyẹn.
Italy passport index, is one of the strongest passport as well in the world. Passport on strong one.
Àwọn tá a jájò kì gan, àsanwó ní ká sanwó ní, a tún apply for bonus. Bọ̀ ìlú títí wá yẹn, kí ni benefit déyàn benefit ń bẹ̀? Kò sí benefit kankan. Ẹ̀yin kan wá ń tìtorí wípé ẹ̀yin jẹun lábẹ́ ìjọba, ẹ wá fi ń ba yé àwọn yòókù jẹ́. Gbogbo wa ọkàn wa ò rí bákan náà. Irú àwọn yẹn iná ni irú wọn yẹn ń pè ní apààyàn. Ókè náà irú àwọn jẹ́ sáré tẹ̀ láwọn olóṣèlú ní èrè tẹ́ sẹ́rí ṣẹ́tà láwọn Tinubu. Táà Tinubu gan bá gbọ́ jẹ́ ọmọ jẹ́ ṣe ọ yẹ kí wọ́n ti gbé ìgbẹ̀dà àwọn eléyìí olórí gbogbo èèyàn náà. Táwọn irú àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tá a bá ṣe nǹkan tá a bá fọ̀kọ̀ wọ́n pa wá gan dànù. Ìkó òdòdó mọ́sọ̀. Irú àwọn jẹ́ sáré tẹ̀ náà Tinubu yẹn ní èsè yìí. Àwọn Tinubu gan náà mọ̀ wípé yẹ olórí gbogbo èèyàn ni ó wípé àwọn jẹ́ sọ fáwọn fẹ́ àwọn ìjà fún Yorùbá nation gẹ́gẹ́ ní the right person. Táwọn Tinubu náà mọ̀. Ókè ẹ̀yin náà wo gbogbo tí ń ṣe lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá. Wọ́n lẹ́ bàbá mi kó kí gbogbo ẹtí bá gbọ́ mi ẹ máa kọjá ọjọ́ mi náà. Ilé Ifẹ̀ tẹ́rí Mùsùlùmí lè ní o. Wà láìpàlá Mùsùlùmí. Wọ́n ti ń plan Ilé Ifẹ̀ ní o. Wọ́n bá Ilé Ifẹ̀ jẹ́ fáínálì. Mùsùlùmí ni bàbá tó bí yín lọ́mọ. Ẹ̀yí àni màmá mi àfa ìmáàmù gidi bàbá mi máa tẹnu mọ́. Àwọn Mùsùlùmí wọ́n bá Ilé Ifẹ̀ yẹn jẹ́ fáínálì. Ẹ̀yẹ oníkálùkù ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wò. Ètò ń jẹ́ pé bóyá ọba kan pé ìṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ní Ilé Ifẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ gbàjẹ́ mi wọ́n á kọ́ dẹ́mọ̀ ìfànálì. Tí wọ́n bá sì ti àjà tó gba ìjọba yẹn báyẹn lọ́yẹ̀ sí ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá wàláì ọ̀nà tó ti jẹ́ wípé gbogbo ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá wọn máa di ẹ̀mí àìná yẹn wọ́n ti ń sọ lọ́ báyìí. Wọ́n ti ń sọ lọ káàbà tètè múra ọ̀nà ọba ń gbọ́. Ìdílé tèmi ti jáde àánú oníṣẹ̀ṣe níbẹ̀ kò sí dáàmì bẹ́ẹ̀. Níbi ìwé tí mo ti jáde, nígbà táwọn wà kéke tí wọ́n bá ń rin wọ́n àwọn bàbá lóńdè ni àáfà gidi ni wọ́n táàfà tí wọ́n àáfà wọn gbé mọ́ gidi díẹ̀ sí àwọn àáfà àgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ díẹ̀ sí àwọn àáfà àgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ àwọn àáfà jẹ̀mọ́ lọ sí wà sí kiri. Nígbà táwọn wà tí inú bá ń rin wá lásán ẹnu lásán ni wọ́n dìbò ìdòdó wa. Ó ní èdè tí wọ́n pè wàhálà inú ìròyìn yẹn ti lọ. Torí bá fọ́ wa lásán ọ̀sẹ̀ dúdú iná wọn fi ra wá nínú gbogbo orí gbogbo ara wà ní orí fífọ́ yẹn ti lọ. Gbogbo ẹni tí bá ń sin gbogbo tí bá ń sin wá. Débi wípé láti abúlé mi wọ́n máa ń pe wọ́n wá abúlé wa nígbà yẹn nígbà tá a wà kéékèèké. Àbàwọn bàbá mẹ́rin mi ogún ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àbá yẹn ogún ló tú àbá yẹn ọjà wọn kọ̀ọ̀kan sì tún wà bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́n lọ báyìí ní ẹsẹ̀ yìí. Nígbà tí ogun yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọdún yẹn àwọn afáàní àbánugbó ní tí ìfọ́kẹ́ ní ìjẹsí sí fún rí. Nígbà tí ogun ṣẹlẹ̀ ní abúlé yẹn ní ọdún yẹn wà mẹ́ta láì. Wọ́n lọ àwọn káàkiri Àwọn àbàkan náà ni ìbọ̀jà àwọn káàtà tó jọ ń bára wá jà àná sànà la tó jẹ́ síra wa àná sànà. Kì í ṣe pé bọ́jà àtúntì fẹ́ra wa ká súnmọ́ra wa gidi. Àwọn káàkiri yẹn wọ́n lọ pọ̀ tọ́jú wa láti Ìbàdàn. Wọ́n lọ pọ̀ káàkiri bàbá mọ́mì mi ní inú ìbò. Wàhálà kì í ṣe pé bóyá jẹ́ ń sọ fún wa àwa ti sá lọ. Wọ́n lọ pọ̀ tọ́jú ìbàdàn bàbá mọ́mì mi ní inú ìbò. Wàhálà tó dìjọ kó wáyé wọ́n sì sára wọn. Wọ́n sára wọn pa síbẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n sára wọn pa síbẹ̀ ni débi wípé bàbá mọ́mì mi wọ́n jọ fẹ́ láàrin wọn ni àáfàá nìyẹn. Wọ́n wá sọ pé kò sóògùn lẹ́yìn Yorùbá àáfàá ìṣògùn. Àáfàá wo ni ìṣògùn? Àwọn àáfàá yẹn gbé jọ babaláwo gbẹnu pẹ́ ní ìdògùn ṣiṣẹ́. Wọ́n sọ pé òṣògùn lẹ́yìn Yorùbá ó gbówó ní òsì. Ní nǹkan fẹ́ mọ́ fún ìgbà wọn àti rí yẹn.
Ẹ má tu ẹ ká tọ́jú tó kù ẹ ṣé gan bàbá mi, thank you so much, ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ẹ má bá wa sọ fún wọn. Ẹ má bá wa sọ àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà mọ́. Ìgbẹ́ Yorùbá wà làwọn fẹ́ gbà. Ẹ má bá wa sọ fún wọn.
No problem.
Títí láwọn ọgbà àwọn ọgbà ti tàwọn kan pé ẹni mídíà yòókù ti bá kan ń tara àwọn mídíà míì wà tó ti wọ́n pé wọn torí owó tẹ́ ń gbà gan ní ẹ fi ń ṣe sọ gbogbo tẹ́ ń sọ yẹn. Wọ́n ti torí Yorùbá ní ìṣẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́gẹ́gẹ́. Wọ́n máa wọ́n mídíà kan tó ṣe wípé ètò yẹ kí wọ́n sọ gẹ́gẹ́gẹ́ etí ìgbàlẹ̀ Yorùbá jẹ́ tó yẹ kí wọ́n sọ kí wọ́n máa sojú abẹ́kùn wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀ sáwọn àwọn tó ń darí wa wọ́n sọ wọ́n sọ bí wọ́n ṣe rí ìgbà pé wọ́n rí.
Ẹ má dárúkọ everybody ma play role ẹ ní role kan làwọn play ẹ má worry bàbá mi lágbára Ọlọ́run whether they will like it or not our people will listen. Thank you so much. Brother wa tó pè tán lives in Italy. Just as mo máa gbé kọ́ọ̀lì padà mọ́mí wa Comfort Ológunjà. Nigeria passport mo wò nísìn is number 95 in the world, right? Ẹ má bínú pé we are not using the full screen. That's why we cannot see it because we're not using the OBS. Muki, all our listeners and viewers from different parts of the world. Just 2 of these now are more than enough. Just 2 cup of tea, that's more than enough. What we are concerned about you all, Tewanile. Thank you so much, Tinubu_fan that page. Like I always say, Tinubuja. Àwa sọ òtítọ́ làwa ń sọ. Ẹgbọ́n sókè mọ́mí wa, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò náà.
Ẹ ṣé, ẹ kú iṣẹ́, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Nǹkan tẹ́mi fẹ́ dá sí ni ibi tí mo ti join program tó lọ sí Star Radio. Nípa àṣà wa, identity wa, àti religion. Ṣé rí àṣà wa, our inheritance, go with that's who we are. Our identity. Only it has nothing to do with religion. But unfortunately, àti mú religion àti gbèlérí àṣà wa àti fi ń parẹ́. Mo fẹ́ fa nǹkan kan yọ nípa nǹkan tí Bishop sọ. When I was young, a child, the age of 12. Wọ́n máa ń sọ pé wọ́n sọ èèyàn ní ata. Mo máa ń gbọ́ níbẹ̀ ní ipò mọ nǹkan tó jẹ́. But I had the experience. Mo ṣàrí pé ẹsẹ̀ ń dùn mí. So our parents mi, they are learned, they are teachers. So wọ́n máa ń gbé wa lọ sí local clinic kan láti tọ́jú wa. So wọ́n gbé mi lọ síbẹ̀. Wọ́n ṣe ẹsẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n fi dressing sí. But ẹsẹ̀ yẹn ò get better. Ẹsẹ̀ yẹn wá mi ò wá lè rìn. Ó kàn ń ṣe omi ni tí máa sùn báyìí omi á ti drip out of it. My mom was concerned ẹ kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣe that's the best they can do for me. Wọ́n ti gba abẹ́rẹ́ fún mi wọ́n ti treat egbò. Ní next door wa tọ́ra live ní family house next door àwọn ẹ̀ náà family ni wọ́n we are related. Máa yẹn a máa ń sá fún torí pé ó máa ń mú ẹgbà dání all the time. Ọmọ tó bá kàn mí sí èkó bá ọmọ àná lẹ́gbàá ni kò ní gba permission lọ́wọ́ òbí ẹ̀ kó tó rìn.
Àwọn tíjà àdúgbò ni.
Máa yẹn wá nínú ilé wa lọ́jọ́ yẹn. I don't know why. Mo ṣe àgbọ̀ tó ń béèrè mi. èmi ò dáhùn torí pé mi ò mọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe ó lè nàyàn unnecessarily ló máa ń nàyàn so mo ń gbọ́ bó ń béèrè níbẹ̀ mi ìdáhùn so ń gbà yẹn lọ́wọ́ mọ́ mi wá sọ pé òun ló sùn síbí yìí ó wá ní kí ló ṣe wọ́n wá ní ẹsẹ̀ ló dùn ó ní kán já kó ń wo ẹsẹ̀ yẹn mo ti ẹ̀ ń wò pé kí ló wá fẹ́ ṣe sí ó ní kó sọ kúrò kí jẹ́ kí wọ́n ó wá wò ó wá sọ fún mọ́ mi ó wá ní ìyàwó ó ní kí lẹ ṣe sí ẹsẹ̀ ó ní this is not the right thing to do mọ́ mi wá ní nǹkan táwọn mọ̀ làwọn ṣe ó wá ní kí n dìde kó tó sọ dìde yẹn mo gbọ́dọ̀ dìde ọ̀ ẹ̀sùn máa nàyàn lẹ́gbàá mi tó wá ní kí n máa tẹ̀lé òun lọ sí next door nílé ẹ̀ mo wá tẹ̀lé lọ ó ní gbogbo kinní tán lẹ̀ mọ́ ẹsẹ̀ yẹn ó ní kí n ṣe kúrò mo wá ṣe kúrò ó wá gbé àdín ní orí ibi tó ń dáná sí yẹn náà igi lókè báyìí wọ́n so ìgò yẹn rọ̀ ó wá gbé ó wá bu bí short tó máa fi mu hot yẹn ó wá dà sí ẹsẹ̀ yẹn ìkan ló tóbi ní egbò yẹn o àwọn kan sì ṣe bí kéékèèké bí ojú mẹ́rin àrándì ó wá dà sí ó wá fún mi ní short ìdajì yẹn kì í mú it wasn't pleasant but mo gbọ́dọ̀ mú ọ̀yẹ́sì dámà ó máa whip ẹgbàá mọ́yàn lórí mi ó wá ní kí n máa lọ mo wá lọ lè padà the amazing thing ṣe mọ̀ pé ìjọ́ kejì ẹsẹ̀ yẹn sàn I was able to walk properly so ọjọ́ kejì yẹn wá ní kí n padà wá mo wá padà lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ó tún wá fún mi ní same àdíyẹn mo ó tún wá da àdíyẹn sí ẹsẹ̀ yẹn that was the end kìíní yẹn yìí lọ we didn't do anything again so ó wá sọ fún mọ́ mi pé ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pé ata ni kìíní yẹn pé ata náà sọ mí ní ẹsẹ̀ yẹn o pé if care is not taken ṣe rí bó ṣe ń ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀ yẹn pé ẹsẹ̀ yẹn máa jẹrà
ó máa dé egbò gidi
ó máa dé egbò ńlá tó jẹ́ pé ó lè ba ẹsẹ̀ èèyàn jẹ́ àbí kó ṣe èèyàn léṣe.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni á dé egbò gidi ni.
so this our inheritance àwọn agbára tí àwọn bàbá wa ní ibi tí wọ́n lọ nìyẹn máa yẹn ti kú báyìí sìn mí ìdẹ̀rù pé àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ mọ ẹni jẹ́
àwọn ọmọ tó ti wà ní Lagos tó ń wọ́wọ́ ta ló máa ṣe wàhálà yẹn.
ìmọ̀ àwọn tó wà ń lu wa mi ò rò pé ọmọ nǹkan kan ń pa ẹ̀. and one other day also àbúrò mi that my sister yẹn ó máa ń láìka ti wẹ̀ nínú òjò tójò bá ti ń rọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ó kàn fi gbé ta lọ́jọ́ kan ni pé kinní kan ti wọnú ojú that same man came láti ilé ẹ̀ ó ní kí ló ṣọmọ yẹn tó ń kígbe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó tún mú that same àdín ó tún fi sójú yẹn ó wá yọ kinní yẹn báyìí ó ní ẹwò ó ní ata ni mo ní kí ni wọ́n ń pè ní ata yìí ṣe understand lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá nírú neighbor yẹn what could have happened to us.
èyí tá à ń sọ ìkọlà àwọn máa sọ àìmọ̀ àwọn tẹsẹ̀ ń dùn ní sìn.
àti sọ́ọ̀nù àwa ti pé à ń ṣe nǹkan dúdú à ń ṣe nǹkan dúdú.
ìtọ́pẹ́ ní ẹ̀.
we believe so much on the western
medicine yẹn.
tó jẹ́ pé ó ní side effect.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
they all have side effect. bẹ́ẹ̀ oògùn tí wá kò ní side effect bẹ́ẹ̀ àti sọ wọ́n nù. à ń pè wọ́n ní nǹkan dúdú wọn ò dá they are demons.
that's what they told us.
so bí Yorùbá ṣe ń sọ agbára wọn lọ ní eléyìí our inheritance ogún wa ni but we've lost it.
completely.
àwa gbé religion tó jẹ́ pé a fi ń blackmail àṣà wa àti inheritance wa pé religion yẹn ló dáa àṣà tiwa ò dáa religion ó yàtọ̀ sí àṣà we have to separate it. àwọn òbò ok ẹ wo àwọn ìgbà tí Charles jẹ ọba why kí wọ́n fi ń ṣe tradition wọn fún why can't they condemn it àwọn ló dẹ̀ mú religion wá bá wa ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn ni head of Church of England.
àwọn ni àwọn lọ́mú wa
àwọn dẹ̀ maintain ni
ọgbọ́dọ̀ maintain báwo làwọn ṣe máa wà níbí ọgbọ́dọ̀ maintain mọ́ mi so it's all about that. ọgbọ́dọ̀ maintain.
so that's the problem tí àwa Yorùbá ní a gbọ́dọ̀ padà lọ sí àṣà wa àti inheritance wa.
Okay.
So that we retain it and see who we are. Only identity wa.
So lórí ká padà yẹn iṣẹ́ wo ni àwọn tó jẹ́ ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àwọn baálé àwọn gbogbo àwọn iṣẹ́ because they have the role to play. I mean we are playing our intervention is and enlighten àwọn èèyàn but they also have a role to play tá bá fẹ́ promote àṣà yìí, even as we are still in Nigeria until the crossover is going to happen.
Tẹ́rí àwọn ọba wa, ní àwọn ọba for real. A lot of àwọn ọba yẹn wọ́n ṣe ọba. Torí pé they are not wọn ò fi wọ́n joyè. Ifá ò mú wọn pé ẹni ìní ọba tọ́ sí. Ó jọba. They are doing the wrong thing. I'm very sorry. Ẹ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ifẹ̀ ta sọ pé orísun Yorùbá. Look at the ọba tó lọ sí àwọn èmi ò rí ìjọ tí since I was a child mi ò rí ọba tó lọ fẹ́ ìyàwó tí èèyàn kan ti fẹ́ kù rí tó gbé wá sáàfin. It's never done. Àwọn tó ọba bá fẹ́ ìyàwó lórí oyè wọ́n máa ń fi ìyàwó ta ọba lọ́rẹ kì í ṣe ìyàwó téèyàn kan ti fẹ́ ló máa wá fẹ́. Àwọn young girls ló máa fún ọba tó máa fẹ́. Òun náà fi sọ pé ìyàwó tí ọba bá ti fẹ́ pé kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ wọn mọ́ pé kò sẹ́ni tó lè gorí ìyàwó tó bá ti fẹ́. And look at what is going on now. Àwọn ìyàwó àwọn ọba ti di nuisance sí gbòòrò. They are nuisance.
Wọ́n ti wà lórí Instagram.
Wọ́n ti kó ìdọ̀tí bá gbogbo tradition Yorùbá. Ọba gan has become nuisance. Tó ń ṣe rádaràdá káàkiri. Ọba tó máa dress bí cowboy. What is all this? There's no respect. Wọ́n ti lose the respect wọn. Wọn ò dẹ̀ ṣe ìṣẹ̀ṣe tó jẹ́ pé á jẹ́ kí ìlú tòrò. Ní ìlú wa when I was a child ní 70s tí òjò ò bá rọ̀ nílùú ọba á ní kọ́ máa nájà. Believe me within 7 days ní dry season ní òjò máa rọ̀. Àwọn àṣà wa àwọn inheritance wa nìyẹn ó dẹ̀ ní power it carry power. So a gbọ́dọ̀ padà sẹ́yìn ká lọ mọ nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Ó máa jẹ́ pé àwọn olóṣèlú ló máa yan ọba tó máa fi ọba kan tí ọba ò tọ́ sí jẹ and they will come and destroy orí oyè yẹn wọ́n bàjẹ́ wọ́n bà agbára yẹn jẹ́ wọ́n bà ìṣẹ̀ṣe jẹ́. Tí a ní àwọn alálẹ̀ tí àwọn èèyàn ò bá believe it is real. Ó real. Ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ rí. Because dáàdì mi jẹ́ olórí àdúgbò àwọn àgbàlagbà náà máa ń jẹ́ olórí àdúgbò yẹn. There's a man kì í ṣará ìlú wa ó lóun fẹ́ jẹ olórí àdúgbò yẹn. Àwọn ará àdúgbò wa dẹ̀ sọ pé kò tọ́ sí o pé because tó bá ti jẹ́ omi ìpè ìran ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ àlejò ó máa jẹ́. There was a lot of row about it. They keep on going. A ní àjọ àgbà nílùú wa wọ́n á gbé kéèsì yẹn wá síbẹ̀. Ọmọ máa yẹn wá ń rojọ́ pé bàbá àwọn pé kinní yẹn ẹ̀tọ́ sí pé torí ìjọ tó ti dé ìlú wa pé àdúgbò yẹn ló it belongs to the community pé ibẹ̀ ló bí àwọn sí pé in fact ẹni tó jẹ olórí yẹn tó kú before that time that was 1998 or 1999 pé tó bá ti mu ẹmu tán á wá gbé ìyókù fún bàbá àwọn òun pé àwọn ará characteristics tí bàbá òun ní tó yẹ yẹn ti tọ́ sí nìyẹn. Wọ́n tó kí ọmọ yẹn tó sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tán wọ́n ní bàbá yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bì nínú àjọ àgbà yẹn wọ́n ló bì and he became unwell. Wọ́n wá ní kó gbé lọ kó lọ tọ́jú ẹ̀ pé kó padà wá tọ́lọ́jọ́ mẹ́sàn-án náà máa ń ṣe àjọ yẹn. Gbàtọ́ wá gbé padà wá àwọn tó ti lọ bribe pé kó fi oúnjẹ oyè yẹn o kó support o wọ́n wá sọ fún pé àwọn sọ́rí o àwọn ò ní lè fún ní oyè yẹn o pé sórí àwọn alálẹ̀ ní ìlú wa máa ń pè wọ́n ní ìyàrá àwọn ni alálẹ̀ àwọn àgbàlagbà tó ti kú pé tó máa ti ń ṣe mítìn yẹn wọ́n máa ń pè wọ́n pé wọ́n present ń bẹ̀ pé nǹkan tí ò tọ́ sí bàbá ẹ̀ tí bàbá ẹ̀ ti jẹ òun ni bàbá ẹ̀ tó tán gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ and that was over 10 years tá ń sọ tó ní bàbá àwọn ẹmu yẹn o bàbá ẹ̀ bí wọ́n wá sọ pé nǹkan tí ò ti tó jẹ ni àwọn alálẹ̀ yẹn tó ti gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ṣe rí pé agbára wà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Tó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ.
So wọn ò fi jẹ́ pé kò tọ́ sí. Ká ní wọ́n mọ́ngìlì kan pàpà fún ní ìjẹmọ wàhálà tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú yẹn. Wàhálà máa ṣẹlẹ̀.
Ìlú ò ní tòrò.
So agbára wà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí a bá padà sí nǹkan tá a jẹ́ if we know who we are and we go back. Àwọn alálẹ̀ yẹn di adìẹ to support láti support ìran Yorùbá. If Come appreciate their present and their power, what they can do. All the two for one be àwọn ọmọ Ondo State. Àwọn ọmọ Ondo State misbehave kan lórí movement Yorùbá movement o. I'm sorry, I'm from Ondo State. Kàn lọ ṣọ́ra wọn. Torí mo rí máa nǹkan tó sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ tó ń pa ìtàn irọ́ fún àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ̀kíní kan ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 70s, ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 60s. Irọ́ ló pa, irọ́ lágbà ni. Ìgbọ̀n ó fà láhàámọ́. Kí ni problem ẹ̀ pa yẹn? Ó ń tún lé ẹ̀ ṣe. Kí ni problem ẹ̀? Àwọn ọmọ Ondo State kàn lọ ronú wọn gidi o. Kàn lọ ṣọ́ra wọn gidigidi. A lot of them they are misbehaving in this movement. So,
thank you so much. You're welcome. Moki, as we always say on this platform, this is an intellectual platform. It's not just for you to sit down. Take it. Gbogbo tí mo sí sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan àti grandma tó fi tó wa létí. Imagine tó bá yẹ pa wà nínú Yorùbá country. Gbogbo kìíní ẹ̀ ó máa easy láti tètè materialize. The reason why, not that pé wọ́n kì í ṣe ìṣẹ̀ṣe ní Nàìjíríà, I mean, wọ́n ń ṣe ọdún bí ọdún ìlú àbí nǹkan kan lọ́wọ́ ní Ìbàdàn nísìn. But imagine how we would have made it a big thing tó bá yẹ pé inú country tiwa gan la wà. Ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè aláwọ̀ bàbá.
Yeah, brother mi ẹ káàsán. Àti kú ọ̀rọ̀ ló wà.
Àwa nìyẹn.
Àkókò dílé ní lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Bó pẹ́ bóyá.
Ṣé rí ẹ máa ń gbé mi kí n pèsè program mo ń gbọ́ pọ́ìntì tí ọ̀sán yìí ó tọ́ọ̀tì mi lọ. Ṣé mo gbé àti fi ọwọ́ táwọn èèyàn fi ń rọ́ àṣà àti ìṣe wa sẹ́yìn àkóbá lot of Yorùbá. Àkóbá gidi ni o. Ẹ̀rọ ti program yìí ìgbà kan tẹ́ ṣe tẹ́ sọ life expectancy Nigeria
52 ni.
I could remember
52 ni.
I think it's 65 years.
52, 55, okay. It's 3 year money here. 52. If you survive in Nigeria after 52, 52 years life expectancy.
When I do my own research and need to understand it more, can I get in there? About 5 years to 10 years to this time, that thing is going back to 50.
Yeah, my drop. Yeah, you're right.
Sherry, what ideology that we move from a pata, as in pata, fake. I can for an example. When you compare, let no look at advertising for them. I mean, mention from China. It's quite expensive, but it's effective. What I mean, effective. Name that sickness. Name it. No, but I personally find out we cannot see most
definitely. Egbogi làwọn Chinese ń jẹ tẹ́lẹ̀. Wọ́n kàn sọ di capsule ni. Egbogi. Kódà títí dé tíì tó ń mu àwọn kan mú ẹni tí anyhow tíì tó ń mu ó ń detox wọn lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Àwọn akọ èyí tèmi mo ní sí pẹ̀lú mílíkì ó máa jẹ́ kó kún olú ẹ̀ tóbi àfi tó bá tún fẹ́ lọ sí gym.
Nígbà tí mo go to kí ni wọ́n rí kó dẹ̀ pé China yẹn because according to this ẹ̀gbọ́n tẹ máa ń sábà play voice note wọn tá máa ń gbọ́ ìrọ̀ impediment for Yorùbá development and blah blah blah. Ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn wọ́n ta owó kan nínú statement wọn pé without a Nigerian we won't be where we are. Ó yẹ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Jajakiola comrade ẹ̀gbọ́n dáadáa. Àdírẹ́sì máa ń fáwọn èèyàn wa. Táwa fẹ́ máa pé láyé bí àwọn bàbá wa ó ṣe ń pẹ́ ńgbà yẹn tó ní problem. I could remember I've seen a man of like okay example tí ẹ ṣe wà. Ó wà obvious pé bàbá wa emeritus ń follow line àwọn tí àwọn nǹkan táwọn bàbá wa fi lẹ̀. Wọ́n ló ń kí bàbá this time yìí o. Òkè ìjọ òun lè gbọ́ pé bàbá lọ sí London fún kíní kan bàbá lọ sí London fún kíní kan. He is old. Ọlọ́run bá wa lórí ẹ̀mí wọn. He is old but ó náà idea pé this is our real life. Ṣé still wọn ò tí máa lose mind? Wọ́n still are dead. Ewé kíní kan papọ̀ mọ́ kíní kan tẹ́ bá fi ra ojú ìbò. Àjìnà kò kí n ṣe chemical o. And that thing with time it will heal. Whatever, I need more okay. Ṣé wọ́n ti pé mo sọ wípé àtàkùn mi tí mo lost? Ṣé lè mọ̀ pé ní general hospital they were still telling us prescribing agbo for something. ibi tí a bá gbójúlé pé ilé ìwòsàn lélẹ̀ tó bá ń prescribe àgbo fún yín ẹni tí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ ṣé kò yẹ kó mọ̀ pé ó ti fi nǹkan kan sílé tí ò mú tó wá bá nǹkan tó yẹ kó wá bá. We fail to understand and you can analyse pé even our pots ta fi ń dáná báyìí.
Our pots they're wrong. That's why there's cancer, there's everything outside there. Mukim about Moshebi, a couple too. That's why there's a lot of things outside.
It's killing. Yeah. You understand?
The West are killing us bit by bit. Walk, but it mean my be 40 years.
So life expectancy is going to drop every year. Yeah. Because a lot of people are going to be losing their life in that Western world ideology.
Yeah. You're right.
They're going to be losing their life. And in see, the Yorubas, now we need to just sit down. When you are alone, think. Even if you are rich, you should ask yourself one question. Are you safe? Even if you are still rich, sorry, money. If money is rich, well, is it safe in this country?
Peace of mind, which one? Money, which one? Peace of mind. Why yalu? Ekabo yawa mommy coming below. Abe kaze. Ben.
You just have to sit down and think, are you really safe in your own fatherland?
No,
are you safe?
We're not. You're right.
So it can be all simple. Okay, it's like we have been manipulated as a okay. We should start learning how to go back to where we come from.
The basic. Even if it's going to take us some time. Come and share dear.
Even if it's going to cost us our blood.
Yeah, it's going to take us some time.
Even if it's going to cost us our blood. Because our generation will ask us. They will ask us,
Then.
Okay, very sure anything. But you obvious pé ìròyìn jẹ́ yín lógún ju anything lọ. Àdètìrí nínú wa yín àti rí nínú ṣe yín àti nínú àwọn leader tá a ṣe fọkàn tán. But anybody ṣe fọkàn tán wọn ṣe fọkàn tán. Nígbà tá a wà yìí, wọ́n just go back to our root and think. Ṣé wọ́n tí olóṣèlú ń fún owó yẹn? Are you really safe with that money?
Yeah, you're right.
Let them get 10 years multiple visa for you in UK, whether in America or whatever. Are you really safe?
And now I don't share say, Bobo concert, Bobo yẹn essay kan náà àwọn olóṣèlú yìí ni àwọn tó máa ń bá wọn wà lórí Twitter tó máa ń pera wọn ní essay. Ó ti kóyàwó àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, òun wà ní bíbá, òun wà Nàìjíríà o, ọ̀tọ̀ kọ̀ fún wà Nàìjíríà kó lè ṣì máa ṣe ṣìnà kó ṣe dis kó dẹ̀ wà láàrin wọn.
Owó pàdé sọ̀rọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ òtí tó ti mọ̀ pé kò sí ẹ̀yẹ máa lọ síbi náà. Bó ibi tó ń dáàtì sí, ibi tẹ́ yín ò dáàtì sí, ṣé ibi tó kó wọn lọ yẹn, ṣé àwọn fámìlì yẹn ò ní rántí pé ok, àwọn ń jẹ́ inú Ọlájí. Inú Ọlájí is not a British name.
Yeah.
You have to come back and find your root. Yeah. Your root is still in Yoruba land. So what if owó yẹn ìwọ nìkan ló gba generation yẹn ti lost for life? Okay. Òun gbọ́ ti Jake ó sọ pé ó ní father background kìnnìkan dé ni pé wọ́n fà lóun pé 30% connected to Nigeria.
Èmi náà ka kìnnì ẹ̀ mú ká. You're right.
Actually, no, it's obvious that òun ti lókè òun everything when gbogbo wà tó incomplete ní life òun ló fi wá generation káàkiri. This is going to happen to every elite. Don't believe pé àwọn wà at the top. Anything I want to secure billions of naira or save family. They are not saved. They just be stupid. Because you know, daddy, I want this. My name belongs to an African. What tribe I am? How do you know? Can you explain to that children? I want to make the question because they pay in Cocoa in Ukraine. And I don't believe them. They want to learn. Ṣáwà tó ń fẹ́ lè lọ wọn ṣáà ní answer fún questions wọn yẹn ṣáà ní answer fún wọn and it's gonna be a shame on us tó bá dé time yẹn let us just wake up and go back to our land. They say Nigeria did not belong to us. It did not. The West are just using us as a company and what they wá tán. The only option tó kù fún wa òní kí ká máa padà sọ sílẹ̀ Yorùbá láti get back to our feet and fix ourselves. Let me leave you.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé gan-an aláwọ̀ bàbá.
You're welcome, my brother.
Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí mo ti jẹun díẹ̀ so strength mi ti padà I was almost like, I was trying to say, Moke, mommy, Ajoke, Ola. Like I always say, definitely, gbogbo ole wa lójú kan náà, àti mọ̀ yẹn kò sọ́gbọ́n ẹ̀. Àwọn kan prefer the structure tí Nigeria wà nísìn. Not that not everybody is benefiting from Nigeria, but what prefer structure here because they are seeing that structure as something that we can amend, we can change, we can make and rectify, and then make it work. And to be honest, maybe for you, at some point, structure at some point, I was in that same position. I think of that same position. I wanted that structure to work. I wanted that system to work. And that's why if you see Sowore, ó máa ń jà káàkiri ni, bó ṣe ń jà fún Biafra, ó ń jà fún Yorùbá, ó ń jà fún Alizakizaki, ó ń jà fẹ́yìn Nigerian, because he just wants something peaceful for everybody. Mo headline kan nísìn lórí Sky News. Ó wà níwájú mi lórí the same laptop, you know, mo fi ń ṣe YouTube, so but I can still move around behind it. Breaking. 2 ẹgbọ́ bíbáyò. 2, and let me retweet it here, and then I'll play wa lórí bíbá. Ṣé mo tẹ̀lé Twitter lórí fóònù kó dà kí mo delete nígbà kan nígbà tí ó ń consume. Twitter máa ń consume a lot of kíní gan. Kò sí lórí bíbá. Tí bá dẹ̀ play nísìn, àwọn tó wà lórí YouTube ò ní gbọ́, ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ máa gbọ́. But let me just read it out. 2 Metropolitan Police officers have been sacked. Àti ṣàyẹ̀wá. Torí wọ́n tó ń gbọ́ mi, mo mọ̀ pé nígbà àwọn apẹ́ ọ̀bọ̀ ìwálẹ̀ pọ̀ yàrá owó yẹn ṣe lọ, yóò tó wà ní UK ló ṣe. I'm not oppressing anybody. I've lived there for 24 years. Mo sọ fún yín pé ìyá tó bí èmi lọ́mọ sá lọ ni. Mọ̀mísí mi tajà ní gọ́tà. Àwọn tó ń ta léèsì ni. No be small lace o. 23 countries around the world. Maka tí mo fẹ́ kà mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ rí background pé sitting here. Iṣẹ́ ọ̀la àwọn kan ṣe ń tàn yẹn nísìnyí kò fi láì jẹ́ okay delivery bank kan ló lọ nísìnyí Iceland free delivery ó wá deliver oúnjẹ kò wọ́n ń gbówó káàkiri o but ẹja ló wà ń bẹ̀. I can go and do that job. I know how much I'm losing every month pé mo lọ ṣiṣẹ́ every month. Gbogbo èèyàn ní UK ló ní budget. Owó táwọn èèyàn fún wa kàn dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run ni kò débi kankan wàláì kò rán anything. Owó táwọn èèyàn fún wa ẹgbàá bíi £10, £50 a kò dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run ni. I know how much I'm worth every month. But let me read out kí n tó padà síbẹ̀. 2 Metropolitan Police officers. Ṣé o mọ̀ pé kó tó di police officer nílùú yìí? Just imagine. The training kò ń ṣe dandan kò ní university degree tó bá ní bonus ni, but you can apply and then you can get the job. 2 Metropolitan Police officers have been sacked. Wọ́n sack wọn, ìwọ ṣiṣẹ́ sùúrù. Ó mọ̀ ní tó ṣe sack wọn. Máa dúpẹ́ pé à ń pariwo pé a fẹ́ system tó ń ṣiṣẹ́. 2 màá dẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ n copy ẹ̀ kó tó di pé màá lose ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ n gbé wá sí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí comment section. 2 Metropolitan Police officers ní UK have been sacked. SACKED. Wọ́n lè appeal o, but for now they've been sacked. Ṣé àwọn tó ń pè ní sack ẹni tó bá lé níbi iṣẹ́ for punching olóńjúbló à ń jà nílùú yìí. Ìgbà tí mo dé 1998 ẹ̀wọ̀n kí mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn bọ̀ mo ń pọ̀sẹ̀ mo tún fi nǹkan kun lábẹ́ ni mo sì mi sọ fún mi pé má jà o sórí ìlú yìí oríṣiríṣi èèyàn ló wà. Àwọn kan wà wọ́n sick gan kò ń ṣe sick pé àrùn ọlọ́pọlọ bíi èèyàn onídọ̀tí burúkú ló ṣí olórí burúkú tó dé láàrin méjì tó wá bá nǹkan jẹ́. Ìyá tẹ́ rí flag rẹ̀ ẹ̀rí lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ ó dàbí ghost tó kọ̀ wọlé láàrin méjì. Ìyá wèrè yẹn ìyá tí wọ́n pọ́n lé bá wèrè ni woman yẹn mad woman ni. Mo sì mi jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ pé èèyàn ń jà nílùú yìí o torí tó bá lọ ti èèyàn ṣórí ẹni tó ti yẹn wọ́n gbé pipe kan sí lára tó fi ń mí, wọ́n gbé pipe kan sí lára tó fi rọra ń ṣayé ẹ̀ tó rọra ìwọ ló kọ̀ rò pé aṣọ tó wọ̀ yẹn ṣórí lábẹ́ aṣọ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ níbẹ̀ ó dàbí bíi Tinubu náà ni ẹ mọ̀ pé Tinubu nísìn lábẹ́ agbádá yẹn nǹkan ń bẹ níbẹ̀ bàbá tọ̀lítọ̀lí kọ́lọ̀ fún lálàáfíà torí Tinubu bó ṣe wà nísìn tó bá yàgbé sára nísìn ànímọ̀ bìtú ọ ti pàdé òun nìkan ló máa mọ̀ pé ìgbẹ́ wà níbẹ̀ wọ́n ti yàgbẹ́ Tinubu nìkan ló máa mọ̀ àwọn onímọ̀ mọ̀ torí pé nígbà tí yẹn ti lọ sọ smelly wọ́n ti adjust wọ́n ti upgrade díẹ̀ ó sì kìíní wọ́n lè máa wọ́n tọ́jú èèyàn torí pé mo sì mi ní tó bá lọ ti èèyàn tó bá dákẹ́ pẹ́n òun lọ prison nìyẹn o mo ní ẹ̀ ní nígbà so àti àwọn wèrè kan wà máa ń bára wọn jà àwọn ọmọ àlè Yorùbá kan láti ọ máa ń jà tó máa ń fọ́gò àwọn wọn ò ní sọ the end fún yìí ẹ̀wọ̀n ló máa ń pẹ́ sí. Wọ́n ní 2 Metropolitan Police officers have been sacked, breaking news in lórí Sky News, for punching and kicking a 14-year-old boy during his arrest before lying. Wọ́n tún parọ́ sórí pé mo sọ pé lórí burúkú nìyá yẹn ànírọ́ tó ń paṣẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ pé ó yẹ ká tì mọ́ prison ni àbí ká send lọ sí psychiatric hospital tó ń parọ́ òṣì pé òun ti gba country tó ń tàn yín tẹ̀yìn òmùgọ̀ wá tẹ̀lé àtẹ̀gbọ́n pàwọn tó wà láàbúrò lórí wọn pé ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ wá ń lé à ń sọ fún yín pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹni orí wọn pé for lying in a statement afterward pé for the fact pé wọ́n parọ́ nínú statement tó kọ wọ́n ti sáàkì wọn ẹ jẹ́ n post kìíní ẹ̀ wá fún ìkẹlẹ̀ rí ṣẹgbọ́n kan they can be jailed if committing a crime àní wọ́n ti sáàkì ọlọ́pàá méjì òun mo ti post sórí comment section yẹn fẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà lórí YouTube ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní orí mo ṣàtúnwòrán àmọ́ mo ti change aṣọ mo ṣàwọn pé aṣọ kan mo fi bẹ̀ mo rí pé mo ti change aṣọ ní bíbáyìí ṣe jẹ́ n post ẹ̀ sí bíbáyìí náà so kí ni mo fẹ́ fààyàn bẹ̀ ni pé ṣe rí as we are saying to you our people àṣàyé wa ìlú la ṣì wá ìlú olùṣì 2 ọlọ́pàá ní UK wọ́n ti sáàkì wọn ẹ má bínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n ti sáàkì wọn because wọ́n parọ́ nínú statement mo ti post ẹ̀ síta jẹ́ n post ẹ̀ sórí timeline mi ṣe rí pé reason tí KOIKIMEDIA ṣe máa ń lọ mú news oríṣiríṣi àwọn ẹlòmíà máa post nǹkan mi ẹlòmíà máa bí mi pé kí lè lè ní ṣe pẹ̀lú Yorùbá ní ṣùgbọ́n àjẹpọ̀ ní làákàyè torí bá ní làákàyè ni wàá máa wo àwọn message tá à ń post yẹn wàá máa bí rẹ pé ọ̀rọ̀ wà ní ọ̀rọ̀ tí bọ̀bọ̀ ìsọ why tó ṣe sáàkì wọn ní statement tó kọ wọ́n ti parọ́ nínú ẹ̀ for punching ọmọ tó ń pè ní punching Anthony Joshua ọlọ́pàá mélòó ló ná yín lójoojúmọ́ military mélòó ló ná yín lójoojúmọ́ lasma mélòó ló ná yín lójoojúmọ́ because society yẹn ó allow ẹ̀ ṣé bá ṣe fẹ́ wá máa bá lọ náà lélẹ̀ in reality and this is why we are saying to our people that lè continue mo kí ẹ ṣe gan ni Alhaja Sherifa Ọlánìkẹ́ mo kí mà we can't continue to live mo kí ẹyẹ kíní mo kí ẹgbẹ́ yín tẹ́ wà ní Òkè Ògùn and this is what we are saying to our people forget it whether some influencers sit somewhere and they're telling you Peter Obi is going to come and face Nigeria, Tinubu is going to come and face Nigeria, Atiku is going to come and face Nigeria. Do you know how much Nigeria is wasting every day that should be beneficial to everyone? Ṣé rí àtàwà labroad mo kí bàbá wa Kẹ́hìndé Babátúndé àwa táwà labroad ó yẹ ká máa jẹ lára Nàìjíríà ó yẹ kí Nàìjíríà máa tún support àwa náà as a Nigeria níbi tó lówó dé. Not that Nigeria doesn't have the money. Nigeria has a lot of money. A lot of money. Ìyẹn kan confirm pé kò ń ṣe Ghana nìkan ló ti ń ṣe prostitution. Wọ́n ní gbogbo Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, wọ́n náà ń ṣaṣẹ́wó lọ níbẹ̀ bí wèrè ni. Not only Ghana, ma. Even in all West African countries, Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, and many more, especially in Côte d'Ivoire that I am, anyone in Côte d'Ivoire, they are confirmed prostitutes. Mo kí mọ́mí wa Olúbùnmi prostitute wà ní UK o forget that o kò ń ṣe àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà mọ̀ sọ àwọn ọmọ kan wà máa ń kọ́ wọn wọlé àwọn ọmọ Eastern European wọ́n fi wọ́n ṣe prostitute kò sórí crime ojoojúmọ́ ni crime máa wáyé But the society must be able to stop that crime. And it does not matter. Ìkan la sọ fún yín nísìn. Ọlọ́pàá gbá èèyàn lẹ́sẹ̀ ọmọ 14 years. Ó tún wá parọ́ nínú statement wọ́n ti sákùn nísìn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí YouTube ẹ lè má lè gbọ́. So àwọn tó wà níta ló máa gbọ́ because the audio is not going to come out. One in 2 Metropolitan Police have been dismissed without giving any notice. Arrest, ma punch, ma de paro. Because in moment to ọlọ́pàá, sorry ọlọ́pàá ni ibà. Tó bá dé fìlà, kò tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́, ẹ sì jọ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ni. But tó bá ti lè dé fìlà, ó ń represent king. King ló ń represent the crown. Ó represent the crown. Ó dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ ní integrity ẹni tó fẹ́ represent the crown. Ṣé Nàìjíríà fúnra rẹ̀ ní integrity? Ṣé Nàìjíríà ní integrity? Ìdí tí ara ṣe ní gbogbo wa nìyẹn kí n má sọ pé ara ní torí tí bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo gbọ́dọ̀ include ara mi. Ara ní gbogbo wa. Àwa tá wà níta ara ní wa. Èyí tẹ́ wà nulẹ̀ ara ní yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kò fẹ́ ká máa jáde ká máa sọ fún yín pé ó fẹ́ kémi máa jáde ká máa sọ pé Nàìjíríà máa dá. Ọ̀nà wo ló fẹ́ gbà dá? Kicking a 14-year-old boy. 2 Metropolitan Police officers have been dismissed without any notice for kicking a 14-year-old boy. Because but the same Britain, Thomas Kowano Yinile, what she answers, Fazi jade, macaroni jade, gbogbo jade, ẹ pariwo títí. DJ switching nísìn ó ti sá lọ nígbà tó fẹ́ pa ó ti sá kúrò. 2 Metropolitan Police officers have been dismissed for kicking a 14-year-old boy. Ẹ jà gbọ́ ìtókù. During his arrest, ṣọwárọ̀ ọmọ tó kìkì yẹn, they are bad boys. They are bad boys. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn èmi gan máa ń bẹ̀rù wọn. Olórí burúkú ni wọ́n. Ìyẹn ló ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ jẹun dáadáa nílùú yìí. Tí bá ní jẹun ó yẹ bó bá jẹ́ Bible ni máa kà dáadáa. Tó bá jẹ́ Quran ni, tó bá jẹ́ jẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni. Àwọn ọmọ olórí burúkú yẹn ọ̀bẹ tó máa ti bọ̀yàn lára. Tó bá ti bọ̀ ẹ́ lára báyìí, tó bá máa fi fà jáde báyìí, ó máa kó ìfun jáde ni o. Olórí burúkú ni wọ́n. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo wọn. They are bad boys. Wọ́n pọ̀ ní gbogbo àdúgbò kankan. Bad boys. Wọ́n ta drug bí wèrè. Àwọn náà fẹ́ gun mọ́tò ńlá, wọ́n fẹ́ gun Mercedes, wọ́n fẹ́ gun this. Some of them are African, some of them are Nigerian children. Àwọn ìyá wọn wọ̀ mí báyìí, àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ wọn. Àmọ́ ẹ̀mọ̀ káwà Nàìjíríà, ẹ má jẹ́ kán mọ́ mi mọ̀ kóhun lọ. Ẹ̀mọ̀ tó bá ti ṣe crime, tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ tèmi náà ni, a máa fi wọ̀nyí. Ẹ̀jà gbọ́ ìtókù. Before lying about the incident, mo kí mọ́mí wa Alájà Ọlábísí. 2 police officers have been dismissed, not in Nigeria, because they punched a 14-year-old boy. Ọmọ tó fi arrest yẹn, it could be real arrest because ọmọ yẹn ti commit a crime. But why punch him? On a great unbearable. Did we tell you to punch him? So that is the society that I want for us. Do you think that you can get that society in 8 years of Tinubu? Or do you think after Tinubu, when it goes back, say Tinubu will build the structure there? Because it takes a while to build a structure. So let's even, for argument's sake, Tinubu bears and build the structure, institution, this. Do you think they will maintain the structure of Tinubu? No. Let's be factual here. Do you think that if Tinubu build that institution that allows the police to be punished for stopping you at Lagos Ibadan Expressway because why does this is a password phone now, and the police in UK telling me to open it. Go and get judgment from the court. And do you think that Tinubu can solve this in 8 years? And even if it does in 8 years, do you think that the North, because we know that we have marginalized the Igbo people, forget it. Igbo is not going to be the president. Forget it. That will be a dream that will never come true. The Igbos will never be allowed to be the president of Nigeria. We all know that. Forget it. So what that? So it will be between us and the Yoruba and the Hausa, because when Tinubu finishes 8 years, it goes now to the North. Do you think that the North will maintain the same thing that Tinubu will leave behind? Because as long as the center is still there, even if Tinubu breaks it back to regional government, even if he brings it back to the regional government, not yet. Even if it brings the power back to the state, as long as Tabashi in the center locate, that center can still destroy the state. Because if the North comes back after 2031, for yours now, 2031, that was the same thing we said when Buhari came in. Some people told us from the day one that Olori Burukuni Buhari is not coming to do anything. But some of us believe him. Some of us trusted him. Some of us had the hope of the change, the next level. Down the line, Buhari is going now. Auto fake by loan $800 million. Buhari still wants to get a loan. Buhari is in London now. If I have time, I'll go to Abuja house. If I have the time. Say Buhari, this is why we are saying to you that abroad, but it's about the society. So even if Tinubu wants to build the kind of society that you want, the northern part of Nigeria is coming back to destroy it. They were lying in their statement. There's nothing here. Drive. What did I do for other reasons? But about to check there's nothing wrong, you go. Sorry, notepad, small one. The moment a police stop me, the first thing he must put is his ID number. I don't need it to know the ID number because Tabade court, Metropolitan Police to get overall body will tell the court Olopa to Damiduro. But in Nigeria, hey, let me take the picture of the Olopa because even taking that picture is not helping anybody. The moment the Olopa Damiduro need Louis, the first thing they will do is they need to put the time. What? Sorry, I go Olopa of Shere. Àwọn sector méjì kan fa go Shere. Àwọn tó wà àwọn ìyá mi gbé mi lékè. Àwọn wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ní ago lọ́wọ́. And ambulance multi-notice one. We've had crisis in the house before, in 24 years I've lived here, definitely ambulance matuwa only worry. Ambulance but today, let's say one take note 11:26. One take time because moment in one treaty incident of our but they need to emergency ni sin. They want to know the time because time matter. Sorry, I got a fin shere ti gbogbo wa tan sọ pé ká filẹ̀ kí Tinubu chena ko chena. Time ayé wa ló ń sún sẹ́yìn díẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ayé ká ayé wa sún sẹ́yìn. It's all about the time. Time is important in the life of people. I am not your motivational talker. Go to Rotoye. My job is to break that Olori Buruku country called Nigeria. Ìlú olóṣì tó ti kó bá gbogbo wa. I far category esi. Wọ́n parọ́ nínú statement. Tọ́lọ́pàá bá dá mi dúró nísìn. He must put the time. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ sọ fún mi pé òun dá mi dúró ní 20:11. Tó dẹ̀ pé 30:11 ló dá mi dúró. Tàbádé court mo lè torí ẹ̀ fi sùn wọn. So they put the time. Kí ni time nísìn? 12:47. Kí ló ṣe pẹ́ ni? Kí mo ní mi. Journalist gbọ́dọ̀ máa ní pen tó pọ̀. Mo ní pen rà. Àwọn ọmọ Òdùà ẹja lélẹ̀. Àbúrò àwọn yẹn nísìn. Time is very, very important. Ago ṣe pàtàkì. What he wasted 63 years of our life have been wasted by Nigeria, and you are telling us Nigeria is going to war. You must be crazy. Nigeria has wasted 63 years of our time. Time to Ekama Lolino Nigeria. They've wasted 63 years, and you are still thinking that it's going to work. You must be mad. Time. So the time now is 12:48. Over time. a máa béèrè question. Tọ́lọ́pàá bá ti dé dúró nílùú yìí, he believes everything you are saying until otherwise. Ọlọ́pàá dá mi dúró ní Simoni, what is your name? My name is Olayemi Koiki. Thank you. Who owns this car? The car belongs to my friend, Akole. Are you insured to drive it? Yes. Sorry, yes, to say, oh my God, insurance, akosile, yes. Now, along the line, so my power dudu agidi wa po bi alagidi ni wa ofeda siro funfun. Ọlọ́pàá wá punch mi. Ọlọ́pàá ló ní problem o. Wọ́n ọ̀bẹ níṣẹ́ pé kó punch mi. Iṣẹ́ tiẹ̀ ni pé nígbà tó ti mú mi yẹn, tó bá fẹ́ rí pé mo fẹ́ wà violent, ó yẹ kó pè fún backup. Wàá pè fún backup, ó dẹ̀ ní bó ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ pin mi mọ́lẹ̀. Ó mọ̀ pé òun ló fa wàhálà kí ni bọ̀bọ̀ tó pa l'Amẹ́ríkà yẹn. Ṣé mọ̀ pé bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ṣé mọ̀ pé ó lọ́jà lé ní? According to bá ṣe gbọ́. Bọ̀bọ̀ tí wọ́n pin mọ́lẹ̀, I can't breathe. Black Lives Matter. Do you know? Wọ́n ní bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe gbọ́, wọ́n náà wọnú store. Bí ó ná fake money ní ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wà lórí live show ẹ bá mi emphasize bí àǹkan tí mò ń sọ yìí. Bọ̀bọ̀ tí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo lọ jágbe mọ́ Buhari kò tí ì lọ bí a lọ la bí a lọ I don't know kọ́lọ̀ fún mi ní time. Bọ̀bọ̀ Black Lives Matter yẹn ṣé mọ̀ pé bí ó lọ knocking bí ó ná fake money ní àbí but n tó ṣe ṣá ó wà ṣé mọ̀ pé ó sàn yẹn mọ́ rárá torí pé ọlọ́pàá dúró lé lórí tó fi kú. Yes, fake money. Thank you so much. Fake money, no. George Floyd, thank you so much. I am African. He actually spent fake money. So I borrow fake money. So I borrow fake money. Because okuti shele. Life is very, very important. Mr. Koiki, did you hear how much Nigerian politicians want to use to remove Aso Rock for incoming president? 14 billion. I mean, Nigeria is a country. Nigeria has wasted every one of us our time. And like I got the last part of the YouTube. Translation here. So let's finish it. So won't be becoming a hearing of independence. So independence, Betty, wrong, so right. And the moment they can clarify that, is wrong, they become dismissal. And when they get dismissed, they lose all their benefit. But service. So mind. But if imagine you have spent 15 years with Metropolitan Police because of our Malikon, because our Mali ni won, our buru go, our in UK. They are bad boys. Immediately, they're lawyer. Now, show my poma yẹn ti gbaṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́pàá yẹn. Ọmọ tó bá ọ̀bẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, ó ti torí tiẹ̀, ó dismiss ọlọ́pàá because this is a system that works. I go come and end the program. I have to go so that I can relax a little bit. It's been a long day. They were even able to tell us their name. They don't hide the names. That is the power of information. Why try to protect people that have been found guilty, just like Ike Kirimadu? But it is only Nigeria. Okay, see Abba Kyari. Nobody's hearing anything about this case anymore. Because Abba Kyari is protecting some cabal. The case of Abba Kyari is no longer in the news. And this is what we're saying to those of you. Continue to live in denial. You will hustle and hustle and hustle in Nigeria. You will make money, but your life expectancy is 52. In Nigeria, after you've made that money, whether it's blood money, whether it's Yahoo money, I don't care how you make your money. But one thing is, Nigeria is just not visible in the long run. Monitor, because I got a lot of news updates on my phone. UK is sending more weapons to Ukraine. Ukraine, Russia. They are sending more weapons there, and Russia continue to fight. They were accused of using excessive force Force tó lò yẹn ti pọ̀ jù. Force tọ́lọ́pàá ń lò for 14 years ó ti pọ̀ jù. How many force has Nigeria used on me and you? From your age, gbogbo ala ní age nísìn. We are no longer children. We are, even àwọn ọmọ tàbí lánàá nísìn, Nigeria is using force on them. Nigeria has money to look after every one of us, but ó ń tọ́jú owó, wọ́n ń gbé owó pamọ́, wọ́n ní wá lára. Whether you are in the north, whether you are in the middle belt, wọ́n ní everybody lára. And everybody is now asking, Talashe, anybody. It is our representatives that is holding us backwards. On a child, I do go in North London. This happened in North London. So it does not matter wherever you are in UK, you are well represented. So this happened 2021. So the case has been going on for some time. But now they've dismissed them. And these and others must be Muriembe. So, my people, it might be like this is a joke. But in the long run, you'll realize that it's not a joke, because there will be more people that are still going to come out that will be much more powerful in advocacy of what we are doing than me. I always pray that we get more people that are talking better than me. That way, it makes my own job easy. There could be in Nigeria, there could be outside Nigeria, but this movement that some of you are thinking is not real. This movement that some of you are thinking we are just wasting our time, you can't break up Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. How can you sit in London and be talking about break up Nigeria? Nigeria itself will dissolve at the appropriate time. Nigerians will wake up one day and you'll be asking for the truth, and you can't get it, and then you will just boil out. But all this can be resolved on a peaceful round table where we drink tea, we talk about it. But the current system is not ready to talk about all these things. All they want to do is think that they are powerful. We are powerful. Mukin Princess Victoria Olaiwola. Princess no be pet name of. You say somebody will be princess. Yeah, small other. Princess no be pet name. Obanla Olale Paul. Princess and prince, that means their lineage, they will be a king. It could be another 50, 20 years. So what like I always say, this is the best I can continue to do to educate and enlighten you. Go to other platforms. Adult sex, lots other platforms. Fracas. There's a lot going on the social media. But when you want to hear about break up Nigeria, sit here, you will hear something that will make you want to break up Nigeria. And if you don't want to break up Nigeria, no problem. I'm not fighting you. I fight you now. I don't fight you. We don't fight now. We don't fight. But the thing will go make you want to break up Nigeria, I just hope it doesn't happen to people close to you. 2nd of January, I lost somebody in Lagos State. By the time 3 worked with the hospital, he died. I'm talking about this boy is not even 30 years old. 2nd of January. This accident would have been, he would have survived it. When I saw, the surroundings and even the body. I'm not even saying anything. Do you know that every the wristwatch, the wallet, the mobile phone in his body, some people took it away. Only could hospital by the way. Oh my God. So me, I don't chop my own breakfast. I pray I don't chop another one soon, because that one is still in the chest. Family then to 2nd of January, Lushele. The family is still not, stable. Omota wo pe ogo wa na ni abi ogo wa lo nlo yen e ma ton ayin. A returnee came from America. A returnee, whether he's back home for whatever, whether he's back home finally, he parked his own car where a driver. I'm sure in America nobody drives him apart from the taxi or the Uber, because to get a driver driving you around America, you must be extremely rich. But you can get one equals the volume. Their phone in is out. I did by the program, Mr. Luko. It could be your phone. This man, according to the news, is there. Just check it. America returnees. Whether it's supporting Yoruba Nation, I don't know. Whether it's not supporting, I don't know. Whatever his views are, your views is your views. You have the right to support Tinubu. Nobody's fighting that. Now. But tole ni Tinubu drug baron ni. So if you make boy problem to me, Yomi Mashayama Yoruba bomb bastard. You're a bomb bastard. This returnee came out of his car that the driver was driving in. His estate was just about a few meters away. Biofera pop ni biofera bread ni whatever he was buying. He crossed the road. He crossed the next road. Or cross the first road. The second road to cross one motorway. Motor to go. Oh, badanu. He could have survived it. Motor to tumbo. Oh, badanu ni. Bye bye. Èmi náà ti jẹ tèmi ní January. Kọ́lọ́n bá wà pẹ̀lú family yẹn. Bó ṣe máa máa rí náà nìyẹn. Ẹyọ kan méjì mẹ́ta bó ṣe máa máa lọ́rọ̀ nìyẹn. Bó ṣe máa máa lọ náà nìyẹn. Accident náà ṣẹlẹ̀ láàbúrọ̀dọ̀ o. Mọ́tò tó gba nísìn àti tó gba méjèèjì wọ́n ní wọ́n rí nọ́mbà mú. Wọ́n rí nọ́mbà wọ́n tẹ̀ rí nọ́mbà mú. Ìyẹn ló ń pè ní hit and run. Nigeria will work. No problem. No, who is arguing with you? Tinubu will fix it. And who is arguing with you? But remember that there is debt in Nigeria. Hey, tell me. Tabate Teloba, mo ti ṣe late night. Lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí. Ṣé fẹ́ kí n fara wá lálẹ́? Àbí ká tún sọ de àárọ̀ la. Èwo lẹ fẹ́ ńbẹ̀. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yẹmí Fátókẹ́, àwọn máa ń send owó sínú account mi láti Nigeria. Ẹ tó bá wá fẹ́ fún Koiki. Ó dà. How many hours ló ti lò lẹ́ni? 3 hours. Ó yá, màá san 30 pounds account ẹ̀. 10 pounds per hour ni. Ta ló máa san 10 pounds per hour lẹ́ni? Ní sanwó ni. Ọ̀fẹ́ náà ni àbí? Ẹ fàdúrà ràn mí lọ́wọ́ àbí? Ìyá mi gbé mi lékè ní late night o. Ọ̀dà. Àgbìyànjú. Tí bá tètè lọ rest nísìn. So I have other things to do. Èmi náà ní life. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Ìyá mi Esther ní tomorrow morning. Àgbéyẹ̀wò. If I have the time, I'll come back tonight, if otherwise. But ẹ kúkú mọ̀ mí. Kò sígbà tí mo lè jáde. I appreciate everyone. We appreciate ourselves. Mo kí gbogbo tó ń pè nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. 4 corners of Yoruba land. Mo kí àwọn onílẹ̀ wa. Wọ́n máa jà. They will come and defend us. Ní bọ́tà fífi jà. Ní kankan. But àwọn onílẹ̀ máa dìde. Because the pain is too much. The pain that we are going through. Bẹ̀lá àtàwà abroad. 14 years. Kí British tó dé sọ pé gbà ìwọ náà gbà lọ máa ṣiṣẹ́ ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀. It took me 14 years. I appreciate it in the long run because at least I can go to Nigeria, come back, come to Nigeria, and then buga. Have a very good morning. Bye for now. And morning into America. Bye for now. Yoruba Nation. Politics. It's not gonna work. It's too late. Checking out now. Bye for now. Hey, tèmi lórí YouTube. Agbìyànjú tí bá lè make it. Kọ́lọ́n kò fún wa ní strength. Ìyá ìgbé mi lékè, ẹ bá ń kí grandma dáadáa. Ẹ bá ń kí wọn dáadáa. Paper mi ṣì ń ṣiṣẹ́ o. musakalam1@yahoo.com. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Mọ́mí wa Esther. Ìyàwó Code Jumilo. Mo kí gbogbo yín. Ẹni tí bàdá, may God aside to African Confidential. Àwọn pé yẹn busy. Gbogbo yín pátápátá náà ni mo kí. I'm checking out now. Bye for now. Mọ́mí wa Ológunjà. Mo kí dáadáa. Ìyàlá Lùbáríkà. Ẹ bá ń kí àǹtí náà. Agbìyànjú tí bá lè wà lálẹ́, even if it's just for a few hours. Àti wá ṣáàdà yìí díẹ̀ fúnra wa. Thank you. Ó dàbọ̀. Mix LR.